I don't think this topic list should be like in front of you because you don't.
I don't get the topic list.
No, give it to me because
I'm
telling you, when we do PAX East, it's gonna knock out all of.
That's why I was
half of this shit nobody wants to fucking talk about.
I want to talk about
Who the fuck cares that The Hobbit is out?
I do.
The Hobbit is out on Blu-ray. It's out.
It's out.
Wow.
What else is there to say? What else is there to say? It's out.
I want to talk about Injustice.
Boom. That's out.
I like
what the fuck?
Injustice.
Half of this shit, we have nothing to talk about.
I have.
Our RTX panel, we have zero planning
let's just mark that off the list.
Mark
right
that
now.
off the list because we don't know what the fuck we're doing for that. We do, but we don't want to spoil it. So, what the fuck are you putting the egg in your mouth for?
Because it's going to be open.
He needs it.
I don't want to touch it now. He's wiping it on me.
Trust me, there's eggs that are in dirtier places than his mouth.
Oh, no.
That's gross.
My mouth is not that bad. You make it seem like it's just a feces-infected place.
I don't know what the fuck what happened.
I don't know where that's been.
Yeah, well, remember.
I don't even know what that is.
At the end of the day, it doesn't matter. We all have Ace anyway, so fuck
Some of these, they were old.
Yeah, they are old.
I just
they are old
on there. So, Alex, how are you doing?
Hey, how's it going?
Welcome to Creature Talk, everyone. For 3/30, 2000.
I guess it's going right now. I mean,
we can welcome Alex,
Yeah.
Immortal HD.
What's going?
Welcome to the show.
Let's go. That's you just have Audacity running. What? Do you actually have the Creature Talk running?
that is it. What do you mean the creature talk
I'm getting
running?
bamboozled right now.
The creature talk
That's how
running.
it goes.
What do you think?
We don't do it
We
live.
don't do it live
You
anymore.
don't do it live anymore?
No,
It's
Oh.
pre-recorded, you dumbass.
Yeah.
Way to keep up with the
I'm
time.
I don't know.
Creature Talk, it must be live. No, it's not.
Well,
We would have somebody manning the computer, like if it was live, to check it.
Man,
like,
Alex does not give a fuck about the creatures at all.
I'm
You would have known.
disappointed. Yeah, he's not even following us
shit,
anymore.
He does not follow Creature Talk news.
I tricked you. I actually knew that it was recorded. Ha! You have all been fooled.
Understandable.
Oh man, I've been fooled.
Uh-huh.
This thing on?
So this creature talk is for the most part going to be a PAX East talk because that's what we attended over the past week, and that's why Alex is here. Otherwise, he wouldn't fucking be.
Otherwise,
Fuck
yeah,
Alex.
we wouldn't let
Fuck
him on here
Alex.
because he's gonna try and plug his shirts. And
Yep.
Yeah,
Not
I
my
don't need
shirts.
any of that shit.
It's ridiculous.
What do you wait?
My
Well, other than the
shirts.
Creature Talk, I see you putting something on the table. What is
Well, that
it?
was actually
That's
at the
for-
end of
that's for
PAX.
later.
That's at the end of PAX.
We'll
get to that. Don't worry.
It's something good though. It's a life changing book.
Yeah, but I'll read some excerpts out of after towards the end, I guess.
Can I
it would
act
be.
as a student with this one? Because I want.
Sure.
All
This
right.
is, I mean, it's teaching, comprehension,
Don't-
genre, and
Shut the
content
fuck up,
literacy.
would you let him
That's a
speak?
fucking tease, okay?
Man.
Okay.
Anyway, PAX East, held in Boston. What a great place.
Love it.
Before we start, it's me, James, Sly, and Immortal that are all here. I
Yes.
just introed Immortal. I was
Spoon's
just making
here, too.
Sure. No, Spoon
No,
is not
Spoon's
here.
not here.
Hey, Spoon.
That's you. Shut up.
Yep.
So yeah, boss. Quick thing about that. After PAX was done, and I came here. I noticed that I liked the air better. It felt like I was drinking pure water, but
Here?
Yeah.
That doesn't make any sense.
Yeah. Well,
I feel like the Boston air is like a little more heavy.
it's
It's
smoggy.
humid.
Yeah.
I don't know. Well, it's
I
pretty
felt
smoggy
better.
around
I
here,
felt better
too.
in Boston than I do here.
I don't
There's
know
less
why.
air here.
Huh?
There's less air
It's
here.
thinner.
But it just felt like drinking nice cold water, but in
The
my-
air
Yeah.
was drinking cold water.
It felt like that.
What the fuck?
And that's what really matters.
And you're someone that comes from the East Coast, so I don't
I know
understand
it was
that.
weird. It was weird.
I don't
I
understand
know
it.
James is always like when he goes back to PA and stuff. He likes it back.
Yeah, I
up
always
there a
go
lot
there.
Well, yeah,
When I go to the
because
East
we-
Coast, then it's fine.
Because
I'm good.
I get all dry though. Like when I came.
You
here,
should be getting dry here.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. I felt dry, but I like the air better. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
It's
It's
mountain
like drinking water for the first time.
Again.
air.
Oh,
Again.
that makes sense.
It's much
See where
like
we're going
that.
with that.
Much like that.
So again, I mean, we continue to keep jumping to the end of PAX. Do we want to start at the beginning
Yeah,
of
That's
PAX?
exact. Immortal already predicted that though. So.
Yep.
What?
He's like, you're probably gonna, he was saying to Sly, you're probably gonna start off. Oh, we went to PAX, and then you're gonna jump right to the end of it.
Yeah.
And he did the exact same thing
Yeah.
right away.
Wow.
You know what?
You
It's like-
bamboozled
I have
everyone.
your I have your back, man.
You
got
give
to.
me a handshake
You
right
need
now?
to give me a handshake because I have your back, sir.
Yeah, dude.
I got you.
So our flights were booked tremendously early thanks to some asshole.
Thank you.
Like
Thank you,
6 a.m. flight, so we had to be like up and out of here at like what 4:30 or something like that. I don't fucking know. So by the time we get to the airport, me and Sly are pretty hungry.
Oh, starving.
And you know, beforehand, Jordan tells me, he's like, you know, well, I was like, you know, our place is open there because it's really fucking early. It's like 4 a.m. And he was like, what did you say? The restaurants are the only things that aren't open, is what he said.
He said everything else was open.
Yeah,
but
the restaurant-y places, which would be like Chili's and those places that you had to walk in and dine and
Question,
shit.
didn't he say that as we were passing next to a Panda Express and that shit was closed?
No, he tried to say that he didn't say that.
Oh yeah.
What?
He
I don't know. It was something like that.
He was backpedaling hard.
But when we got there, I was like, you know, we get some Chinese food or something like that. We go up to the Chinese food. It's closed. And I'm like, you know, what happened? Like, I thought everything was going to be open other than the places where you dine to eat. And you're like, no, there'll be stuff in the terminal. We go in the fucking terminal. There's like a whole like 2 things in the terminal.
Before that, there was a Taco Bell open too that we didn't stop.
We didn't
Taco
stop
Bell and the Panda were right next to each other.
Yeah,
but the Panda was closed though.
We were saying we wanted to stop at the Taco Bell.
Good thing
but
we didn't stop.
Jordan was like, you know, we're low on time. We got to get in. There's stuff in the terminal. Don't worry about it. We go in. I knew the fucking terminal. We've been to that terminal before. I know what's there. There's not much there. We go in and there's not. It's fucking shit food to eat, but then we found the breakfast place.
Yo, that was good. It was the Sbarro, whatever.
It was just like everything that they normally would make, except they had like a breakfast twist on it. Like they normally give you pizza, so instead it's breakfast pizza.
That was a really good pizza.
What are the things called? The calzones?
Yeah, the calzone things.
All those were good. Like I never had a breakfast pizza. I was like, this actually feels like I'm eating just a normal cheese pizza. No, it was eggs on the pizza. I was mind blown.
It's fucking unbelievable how someone could do something like that. Put 2 things together like that
I love
and
it.
make a profit.
I love it.
Who thinks of something like that?
Good for you, Sbarro.
Visionaries.
So we get our food, and then once again, Jordan, the mastermind that he is, man. What a mastermind that he is. We're trying to pick out a place to sit and eat, and he's like, you know, let's just go to the terminal. Let's go all the way up to where the gate is. We go all the way to the gate. We sit down, and Jordan's like, you know, is that our? Are they calling us? Like, there's people already lined up. Like, people are already going on to the plane. People were already in the plane, and like, he's like, I think that's us, and we're just sitting there, like, okay, well, if that's us, why aren't we moving? We just. Did you even eat?
I had to destroy my mozzarella sticks.
Yeah, you fucking ate your mozzarella.
Didn't you eat them on a plane?
I either ate it really fast or I ate it on the plane. I can't remember.
I was hungry for that.
No, I think you ate beforehand. You only had like a drink or something in your hand. Like you made sure to eat before you fucking went up to go check and see if it was our flight.
I thought I ate on the plane.
No.
What if he passed out?
Had, like,
he was going to check up his flight and he was passing out from not eating? What about that? His low blood sugar.
What if I would have collapsed over
You're
there?
Not courteous
missed it
to
completely.
his food needs.
He comes back. Yeah, that's our flight. So we have to pick up all of our shit, all of our fucking food.
Everything was falling. I had like a
Sly left garbage there, by the way.
Fuck it.
I bought like a calzone.
It was in the airport.
On
they
the floor. Just left.
Did you just leave it on the floor? Just in the trash bag right next to the terminal entrance.
They clean it
because of people like you.
They have
put it there specifically for people that are getting on the plane. They're like, I'm gonna throw my shit out.
His main thing is that, you know, those people wouldn't have a job if there weren't people like that to, you know,
you're right.
To leave
I think about
so like
that.
when you go to McDonald's, you throw the food in the floor and shit.
Because there's someone that has a job to do
out
that.
and, like, scrubs it away.
I didn't do it on purpose. It was we were low in time. In any other occasion, whatever you call it, I would have picked it up with me and
It
whatever.
seems like it would take more time for you to put the food in the
I
floor
had
than it does
too much.
to get up with it.
I had too much shit in my. I had too much shit. I was picking up James's food because
he didn't have my food.
Picking up your food?
Because I had a lot of food.
Yeah.
I thought that we were gonna be able to sit down and eat, and I ordered a lot of food.
Order a buffet right
I
before
fucking had a lot of food.
We didn't think it was gonna go
heard
that
them say.
fast.
I warned them that we were low on time and still
Low on time.
No, that was before getting the food. Once we got the food, then you were looking for a place to sit down. The time thing was out the door.
And I wanted to go to the terminal.
Then
and
it was
no,
like,
let's just sit right here.
Is that us being lined up? Is that us being lined up while you sit there and fucking eat and stuff? Is that us being lined lined up. Well, no one fucking moved. And then after you got done eating, then you went up to check. And then we
And
had
you
to
guys
go
were still stuffing your faces and half
But
done.
we had to
By
get
the
up.
way,
We had to
by
get
the
up, and we had to cut in front of people to get into the fucking thing because
I
we
feel
were already
so.
supposed to be
Oh,
boarded.
by the way, this is a good point, and I can't let us forget about this. So James orders 2 things. He orders a pizza and a Coliseum thingy, right?
Yeah.
So as we're going to go into the whole airport thing to get into our plane, whatever, Kutra,
The gate.
but-
The gate, not the airport.
Kutra,
The airport.
Kutra,
Kutra.
sees that we're late. Sees an old lady.
I knock her down. I knock her down out of the way.
He pushes her. He cuts right in front. He does cutsies. He went back to elementary school. He did cutsies in front of an old lady.
How hard did you push her? Honestly,
I knocked her over.
you knocked her
shrugged
over.
No, she was like getting something in her bag, so I decided to walk in front of her and get to the other side.
did.
Because she's so old and fragile. Do you think you might have like fractured one of her limbs?
Yeah.
Well, wait.
broke her elbow.
There's something here because me and James noticed that. I'm like, wow, motherfucker, you cut in front of an old lady, so I did it too. And so did James. So did James because Kucha's the leader. We were like, well, Kucha, we gotta follow what the leader says. He's taking care of everything. So
What a great hive mind.
But the thing was, like, not only did we all cut in front of the old lady, but the thing is, Sly did it twice because he fucking we had an overlay. So we had 2 boarding passes.
I forgot about it.
He fucking gave the dude both of his boarding passes.
And he like put it in this, he
Yeah.
just grabs them. He has this whole pile of them. So he just grabbed people's boarding passes. Sly gives them both of them, so he has to go back to grab the other
So
one.
if he
The guy's
didn't
like,
have
"Sure."
that, then when we were at the overlay, he wouldn't be able to board. He doesn't have his fucking boarding pass. He would have to like print it
would've been
again or
done.
something like
I
that.
would've done, but
So
hey.
he backed up and got in front of her again to get the fucking his other boarding pass to come back. But you weren't there when you went back to go get it.
What'd she say?
The old lady was like, this old lady could kick your hiney or something.
Yeah,
I don't know what
it
the fuck
was
she
fun.
said.
And then-
Kick your butt or something like
And then her
that.
daughter was with her. She's like, yeah, she had 8 kids.
Yeah,
She'll
yeah,
do it.
yeah. She was like,
fun.
I can attest to that. There's
Wait,
8
she
of
was
us.
gonna kick my ass?
She was just saying in
Yeah,
general.
when we were kind of tossed around that.
Because
we
when
cut
you
in front of the
when
old
you
lady.
said
We were
old
joking
lady,
around.
she was like this old lady can fuck you
Oh
up.
yeah, I was telling Kucha that though.
Yeah.
Because he was the one.
She
coming-
heard you. And
Yeah,
she's like,
yeah,
"All
but she
well, this
commented
old
on it.
lady will take you
yeah.
out.
Huh?
And the daughter
But I
was
mean,
funny.
that same old lady, I was eating my stuff and then I got full and I had that piece of pizza.
They sat right behind us.
Yeah.
They sat right
Oh.
behind us.
Because I know what the old lady was gonna do.
Yeah.
She was gonna grab her like dental floss line
She's
thing,
gonna
and she was
strangle
gonna
us.
strangle James because James was right in the middle, so it's easy access to strangle.
Right
James.
when we're
And then-
sleeping, she just reaches around and
So James was smart. We were like, he's like, oh, I'm done with my food. What do I do with this? Do I?
No, I was talking to you about the
Oh.
pizza, and you were like, "Do you not want it or whatever?" And I was like, "Well, I'll just fucking hold it up, and you'll be like, who wants my pizza?" And then like they overheard, and they were like, "What is it? Like, what is the pizza?" Like, "Are you sure you're not gonna eat it?" I was like, "You can have it if you want." I gave the old lady my pizza.
And I
they
gave some
loved
good
it.
customer review. I was like, that pizza's really good. I just had one of those, and that was delicious.
They loved
Yeah.
it. They were having
She
a great
ate it
time
and
back
later
there.
shit it out. So I mean,
Yep,
That was
she-
due to me.
she
But it was.
probably did.
He said it. I remember he tweeted about it. +1 karma.
Yeah.
And James saved us from getting attacked
Getting
by an
strangled.
elderly
Yep.
lady. Because this
could've-
asshole.
You're a lifesaver, you know that?
Yeah.
Thank you, James. James,
You're an
I
old
would
lady
not
saver.
be here if it wasn't because of
it
your.
was like a $3 piece of pizza too.
that
I
was,
mean,
Wow.
It was, but it was
Airport
big
pizza.
though. It was huge.
It wasn't that.
I can't
big.
imagine a pizza tasting good for $3.
It
I'll be
was
honest.
good. It was good. For
I
the
didn't.
time.
I didn't taste it. He had it.
It was delicious. It was delicious. It was.
So then you got on the plane after all that, and then what happened from there?
Oh,
We
Kucha
flew.
was.
You flew.
We flew.
Nothing exciting happened.
landed.
Not really. No. Not
Well,
while we were on the
we
plane.
kind of established roles for all of us. James is the kind of person that never sleeps in a plane.
Yeah.
I always say that.
Kucha is an asshole.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
I think I watched Transformers.
He wanted to watch
Terrible.
Transformers.
Terrible.
And
I
I
had never-
always
I hadn't seen it
and I
before.
always sleep in planes because I hate planes.
So
I
he
hate-
just drugged himself up.
I took.
I took out my tablet thing and I was watching Transformers. And then James was just sitting there, and then he would play his game, lose his life, and wait 20 minutes and
Yeah.
play his game
Were
again.
you, were you playing War Z?
It was the War Z. No, it's the War Z of like.
It was like
of,
a bejeweled War Z.
Oh my god.
Like
Yeah.
seriously, it's like $17
A
bucks for
bejeweled
3
War
months.
Z. I
It's
can't
terrible.
imagine.
When you
Anything
die,
worse.
you have to wait 20 minutes to get a life back.
What the fuck is that?
And then,
You
because
get 8 of them. You
Unbejeweled?
get 8 of them to start out with, but
You know-
if you lose all of them, then you
they
gotta
force
wait.
you to pay for them.
It's called
you know
like
what the
candy
game is?
something.
Like-
Bejeweled? Yeah, I know what
Okay,
Bejeweled
yeah.
is, but are you fucking kidding me? A respawn time in Bejeweled?
It was the only game that I had on my iPad
And then
that
they
I
make
could
you
listen
pay for lives.
that I paid to my podcast on.
I bet you
like, at
paid
the same
for
time.
lives.
He paid
I
for
did.
lives.
Yeah.
He did.
You fucking did.
I
But
did.
Are you serious?
I did before
you
getting
get-
on the
are you
return.
serious?
On the
But
return
You buy
flight.
a $3 pizza, but you pay for lives in Bejeweled.
It was like $7.
$17.
17.
Are you
bucks.
serious?
It was
Not
17.
Hey,
bucks
hey, you
for
know what?
3
I'm gonna
lives.
back James in this one because
Okay.
in that returning flight, all of us just became
We were
one
sitting there
mind.
watching them like,
all
okay,
of
now
us,
go to
we,
this.
all of us, we did.
They were getting into it. The game.
we did fusion, Dragon Ball Z style with our
Yeah.
minds, and we were defeating all these
Okay.
levels, and I would never been so entertained in my life. So James, thank you for
Imagine doing that. Like while you're listening to a podcast, you just kind of zone out.
It was amazing.
Doing it because it's like the only game you can fucking mute the sounds on. For some reason, a lot of the iPad games you can't mute sounds on.
Can't you just turn the volume down?
There was
Then
no-
I turned volume down on my podcast. You fucking idiot.
Oh, well, I mean,
That's what I
only
mean.
game that you can
The
mute
podcast.
the volume.
The podcast is running in the background.
Oh,
The
okay. So
game
you
is
wanted
muted.
to? Why don't you buy
Multitask.
two like pads or whatever?
2 iPads, yeah.
You're
that's
like
right.
this.
You can
And
have
you
like
look like
this.
what was that
You
dude
can
with
walk
the-
through
with
the
Ten
airport like
Commandments,
looks like you're carrying
Moses?
watermelons.
Moses.
Yeah, he would look like
Fucking
Moses,
perfect.
but
With like
iPad.
the 10 commandment pods.
Two
Thou
fucking
shalt
iPads.
Thou shalt not.
Thou shalt not buy lives
I'm
on
glad
whatever
you
the name of
guys
that
had a great
game
time
was.
on the plane because on my plane I had a lady next to me who was having a fight with her husband for 3 hours straight.
Ooh.
Getting on the phone like, I love you. What? Why would you do this to me? Do you know how I'm trying to sleep on the fucking plane? This like, okay. Why would you do this to me? What about our kids?
What? Oh, man.
Then she decided to talk to me about what I was like. I hate the question of like,
She
what-
was getting broken up with
Yeah.
on the plane.
Oh,
yes,
God.
on the plane.
That's the best time
Wow.
to break up with
But
somebody.
she would hang up, and be like, I gotta go, and do the hanging up thing,
Yeah.
and then she'd pick up the phone and begin like, what? What do you want? What is it that you want? Are you even allowed to talk on the phone during like the plane?
No, you're not supposed
On
to
the-
send
wait,
and receive
on
signal.
the
On the
plane,
plane.
or when
Yeah.
you're like
on the plane. No,
flying?
on the plane.
Flying.
Yes.
What?
You're not
Yes.
supposed to send and receive
I
signal.
know.
I don't even know if
How is that even possible?
I don't know how that works.
I don't even know.
Can you
how
actually?
You
Wow.
can do it on the plane, but you're not
I've
supposed
turned my
to.
phone on and like I've never seen service though. Like
Yeah,
real
like I said, like
service.
maybe she was sending like voicemails. Like I don't understand how
Or
you can
maybe
talk
she
to
was just
somebody.
crazy.
She tapped into the Wi-Fi.
Maybe she was trying
She
to
was
just
just
a
talking to herself
conversation
with the
She
starter.
hacked a router into planes.
She
so
was.
she can make
I'm
calls.
telling
maybe
you,
she was crazy.
She was probably crazy trying to get a conversation starter with Alex.
Man,
She
but
did.
Yeah, she
She's a I guess a nurse ordeal, but she makes like games for surgeons. So they brought up Surgeon Simulator to her, but she's like, no, that's not what we do. But they're games.
That's not what we do. No,
that's not what we do.
They make real simulators,
Man.
not that fucking.
Decision-
Not that
making.
fucking Surgeon
Yeah.
Simulator shit. This
Yeah.
is real high tech games.
Yeah.
Probably like 8-bit, like cutting out hearts and stuff like that.
They make those little the games that they use as presentations, so that way they could teach the kids
Yeah,
how
there
to
you
be
go.
doctors and stuff.
Teach kids how to be doctors.
Yeah.
yeah, because that's how it works.
The young people need to be in our our medical field now.
Do you know that like a lot of kindergartens have iPads now that they
What?
use?
That's sick.
Those
Yeah.
kiddie versions,
My-
or are you talking about actual
Actual
iPads?
Wait a
iPads.
minute, you don't mean like leapfrog?
No.
Yeah,
I mean
yeah,
actual
those.
iPads.
Why?
My nephew is like almost 2, and he can use an iPad better than I can.
What?
He knows how to unlock
I
it,
think
like
that's
with
sick.
my stepbrother's code and everything, and he
That's
knows
sick.
how to turn on the PBS app and go to a game, sign in, and start playing it.
That's just scary.
That's scary.
He can't talk. He can't say words, but he fucking knows how to use an iPad.
He's. You know what?
Back in the
They
days
tell
when we
you.
didn't have
Back in
this
the
kind of
days.
technology.
They tell you.
We would
you
play
can't-
outside when we were kids.
We'd step on Legos.
Can you imagine that for the next generation of commentators? What they're going to be able to do?
Oh my god.
What they're going to be?
They'll
5-year-old
be doing
commentators. They're going to be tapped
It-
in. They're going to have their blue snowball. Everything's going to be good.
What is that kid? What was that?
A million cookies.
A Million
do you remember,
Cookies?
Do you remember a million cookies?
Million
It was a
Cookies.
brother, and his brother. He was an older brother and a younger brother, and his brother was like 4 or something, and he would have him do commentaries and like upload them to YouTube. Little kid's like 4, and so his brother would
Dude.
record him playing it. That day, he'd be like, "Subscribe to Million Cookies," like-
Oh my god.
That's the future.
That's the future.
That's the future.
But nothing really epic or worth.
No,
talking
we
about.
our
It was
layover
kind
was
of
in
a-
Nashville.
It was kind of a
That
rough
was
and
cool.
turbulent landing
Yeah.
in Nashville.
All right, I got something. I got
Turbulent
something from Nashville. We apparently we were just we would have like what 10 to 20 minutes to wait kind of deal.
We had a bit of time.
It
in
was-
Nashville.
But before you say anything, this will be a video. I don't know how much we should divulge about this. 'cause
Well,
I can
I'm
make a
not
video of
going to talk about the actual video what went on, but I'm just going to say me and James and Kucha went to the spot, not meant for us, and we're doing things that we shouldn't be doing, and which now I'm thinking now,
ladies' room.
now that I think about it, now that could sound really bad. But anyways, but Kutra apparently was like filming us, and then a fan came out of nowhere. A fan was like, "Hey,
fan appeared.
Are you Slifox?"
That's not. That's see. The thing was though, like the thing that I don't get. I mean, a lot of fans do it, and I don't really hold it against them.
I hold it against Kutra.
They walk up and just stand there, like they just stand there staring at us and stuff, and it's like we don't know if they're here for us, or if we're just like,
being
if they
dumb.
in the spot that we were, I didn't know if they wanted to like kind of use some of the stuff that we were using.
I don't think he was able to use that though.
Neither were we. What the fuck? Neither were we. But like a lot, they just come up and just stare at us, and I'm just like, I don't know, like, I'm not gonna make myself feel like a fucking idiot if I'm like, do you know who I am, or like try to like initiate something, and they're like, no, I'm just standing here looking outside. It's like, oh.
He wasn't like that though. He's like, "Hey, are you Slifox?" And
to you, yeah, but I'm saying,
are you who I think you are?
No, he did not say that.
Yes, he did. Did he say that?
I don't know. I wasn't there for that.
No.
I thought he was like, are you who
he talked to me? No. He was like, "Hey, are you Slifox?" I'm like, "Yeah." He's like, "Is that like?" James was doing his thing. He's like, "Is that Nova?" I'm like, "Yeah, this is Kutra." And I'm like, "Hey, Kutra, a fan." Kutra's. I'm in
the middle of filming. James.
He could have switched to the fan like, hey, a random fan somewhere that we didn't expect. It would have been even a highlight for it. It was like, oh, that's cool. No, Kutra just like poker faced him, didn't pay attention to it. And the fan is just standing there like, oh.
I'm sure because Kutra didn't look at him is the reason why he turned instantly depressed.
Yeah, he was like, no, because this is
instantly depressed.
He was looking at Kutra with like sparkles, like you can see like
sparkles in his fucking
Yeah,
eyes.
like
wow.
All right, like
I've
no
let
joke,
someone
like,
down here. I don't know what I can
going
do.
down to
His
a
fucking
Christmas.
tears streaming from his eyes because
No, but no joke, sparkles like legitimately like, oh my god. And then Kucha just completely poker faced him. They didn't even look at him.
you fucking dick.
And then seriously,
fucking
you
asshole.
could see how there was a progress. There was like you could see the kid went from super excited to being like, I'm gonna unsubscribe.
There was no
excitement.
There was no excitement.
It's just like taking the normal situation that actually happened and just turning it
like
up
what happened
to like
was
10.
was like, hey, this is Kutra, this is Uber. And he's like, oh, cool. But no, this fucking like streaming, fucking crying, sees Kutra. Kutra's like, fuck you, kid.
Quick question. Didn't it sound better than whatever Kutra would have said?
Kutra didn't say anything.
Exactly. So there you go. I win.
We saw a fan.
You won in my book.
So yeah, the Nashville airport has a lot of random shit in it, and we were messing around with it.
It's a labyrinth in that
It's
place.
funny, like some of the stuff that we were doing in there, because they have like random shit.
James
So
was
like the
bitching.
Denver one. The Denver one, I couldn't figure out how to get back to
The Denver one is so
But the Denver one
simple.
doesn't
It's like
have like random
No.
shit set up in
James
there.
wanted for the
like-
longest a cowboy hat, and we were singing country music.
Yeah, they had like cowboy hats set
there's
up.
country music playing over
I
the speakers.
I felt really in touch.
There was
with
like
my
an
country.
entire like a toy store that had like a bunch of shit in it we were messing with. I'm sure that's probably
What
on
was
the
I
video,
saying
too.
all that time? Oh, I was like every time we were walking, every time Randall would be like, "Born in America," like every 5 seconds. I felt really country.
But you
that-
were born
I mean,
in Puerto
yeah.
Rico, so that's
I was
kind
born in
of-
Chicago, Illinois, which is America. You piece of shit.
Whoa.
Yeah, moving on.
Anyway,
born in
so
America.
He's super
if
serious
anyone
there.
saw,
Sorry,
if
I
anyone
didn't-
saw the quick
I'm sorry,
update
dude.
video,
It's fine.
Yes.
Don't let it
if
happen.
anyone saw the quick update video I did, they'll kind of know what happened when we were boarding our next flight. So these guys, I think one of them.
The one where he-
I think that was a self.
filming?
Yeah, where he tried to film
I was
it
trying
as
to
if it
film
was an
the
update
update.
video that he was leaving, but he was already at the fucking airport. Like,
So you were lying.
yeah, he was.
All right. So you were saying.
So we're gonna leave, and then we're looking for we found the gate, and there's a bunch of people there.
Really?
And I think one of these two needed to go to the bathroom or something, and then we went back and found that area and did all the filming and stuff. And then we came back because we thought we had a good amount of time. We sat down, there's no one there, and I was like, wow, look at this! It's gonna be an empty flight. We're sitting there, and the guy's sitting at the gate just looking at his stuff, and then he does a call. I can't remember exactly what he says, but it's like
He just says
we're
our
not,
names.
We're not looking for Jordan
Yeah.
Matheson, James Wilson, and we get like Cardona. It's like, is that our flight? It's already boarded.
While
They
you were
boarded the
fucking,
entire
while he
flight.
was recording
Yeah,
his
while I was
update
recording.
video, like they called us.
So you guys were late twice.
Yes.
Yep.
Oh, by
That's
the way,
amazing.
quick thing.
Now, when he says like we didn't think we would have enough time, he
That-
means
yeah.
he didn't think
They
we
rely-
had
And
enough
by the way,
time.
100% on me
let me
to
throw
do
something even more.
anything.
Let me throw this even more. So I never flew Southwest,
Yeah.
and apparently Southwest goes, "Hey, it's time to board. Take any seat. It's not assigned seats." Kutra, for all those flights, picked this thing called early bird, so it allows us
Yeah,
to
you
be
get on
first,
early, right?
and we
Yep.
get to pick the seats. The first 2 flights, we never got to use that.
No.
So don't you have to pay like $100 extra or something like
No,
that?
it's not that.
It was
much.
not
It's
that.
only
Like
a
20.
few bucks
Oh,
per
is it?
person.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But we also had that. We didn't get to use it. Thank you.
We kind
never-
of used
we
it.
found-
We got to cut in front of the old lady with that. Otherwise, we wouldn't have been able to cut.
And
things.
then James had to forfeit his pizza in order to survive and the
Yeah.
flight.
we still got 3 seats together in that flight, though.
Wow.
We weren't so lucky in the other flight.
To his credit, though, Nashville is really like they're behind on the times. They don't have like electronic boards or anything
Oh,
like
yeah.
that.
What do they have? Just
They have
It's
those,
those, you know,
those
the
ones-
ones-
no, they have a baseball
Oh, the-
thing.
The flippy
the
ones.
rolling,
yeah, the flippy
I was
ones.
like picturing like fucking like whiteboards and like,
No.
like
They could have done that just as easily because they're like putting up like all the different times with the little little cards that
God.
they just put up and like
Yeah.
arrange and stuff. That's pretty
do
funny.
that.
Yeah, that's a
But,
pretty.
but me and James were talking throughout the whole time, and we were just like, James like, I need to open my iPad because I need to write how many scumbag Kucha moments are here because there's a shit ton.
No one puts themselves out there. I take responsibility for all this stuff.
He's a good
and when
dad.
I
He's a-
mess
he's a
up,
good dad.
You're a martyr.
it
Martyr, what the hell is
reflects.
that?
He sacrifices himself for the greater good. essentially.
He's
Except
he-
instead
you know
of
what?
dying, I
at
just
the
get
end of the day,
ridiculed.
At the
Just
end of
get
the day,
shit
we get
on,
me and
so.
James can agree that yeah, sometimes he drops the ball, but majority of the time he's on it, and we appreciate you, Kucha.
As long as he's the first to walk up and get humiliated,
That's all
I'm
that means.
completely fine with walking in behind him. You know,
With our head down.
It's like-
hiding behind me.
I'm completely fine.
He is
with
the
that.
punching bag of the creatures. It seems like it. And I love you for that, because I don't want to be that
And then we
guy.
went to Boston.
Yes,
Oh,
we
God.
arrived in Boston. Snow was on the ground,
Mm-hmm.
which
And
I don't
it
know
was
if anybody
snowing, too.
knew that it was going to be snowing.
Yeah, it was snowing when we landed.
It picked up when we like later that night while we were doing whatever. But we literally we probably got in at what like 2-3 o'clock or
We
something
got
like
mad
that.
early. It was
Yeah,
super early.
we had like the entire fucking day Thursday to do jack shit
What did you guys
because
do anyways?
you know we just hung out in the fucking room like we did the room tour.
Oh, yeah.
room tour and set stuff up. That
Yeah,
was a nice
yeah.
view from that hotel.
And
I
then
liked
we
it.
was it that day that we got room service, which was
Yeah, that was terrible. It was so expensive.
Really?
And it was
Yeah, we
so
tried to get-
bad.
room
Yeah,
service.
let me-
The
let me
thing
ask-
was, like, this hotel, like, I don't know if it was, like, it didn't seem bad. Like, it's like
Okay.
one of those, like, it's kind of bad underneath it all.
Wait, so what are you saying? Like the burger, like you order a burger and
No,
the burger
like,
just worms?
the fucking room service was terrible. But, like, I called, because we were looking on how to fucking get it.
It was like
And they
Milner
had this,
service.
Yeah,
at
they had
this-
this, weird shit set up with the TV where you order it on the TV.
Ew.
Didn't fucking work. So I called them and I was like, you know, our TV thing isn't working. I can't order room
And
service.
the menu's
like,
missing.
Yeah, and I was like, you know, we don't have a menu. I was like, is it possible to get a menu or something like that? This guy goes into a deep explanation as to why there's no menus and why there are no menus in any of the rooms because
Oh.
people would steal them.
Wait,
People
wait,
would
wait, 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 wait,
steal-
wait. Give me a second. Stop.
People
Stop.
would steal it.
Stop. You tell. Wait. That is like Super Saiyan Puerto Rican right there. That is like.
What is there to gain from stealing a hotel room
You know what?
service
You
menu?
know
The
what?
thing is, it's laminated and everything. Like, you can't use it for paper. What the fuck could you use? What could you use a menu for?
They sell the they melt it down and sell the plastic.
There's like a high, like, giant chain of thieves that steal menus from hotels.
Think about it. Think
Yeah.
about it.
Just to melt them down for the lamination.
Think about it.
paper,
No, think
which
about
is
this.
like
Think about this.
$4 at like
If somebody-
Office Max.
If somebody were to come from like another like not from America, let's say if somebody comes from Russia,
Oh,
and
yeah,
they never
so let me steal this
This-
menu.
this menu is good.
yeah, it's like
They like the food, so they took the menu so they could get it
In
wherever
case
they
they
go.
they think they can just order
It's
it.
digital.
anywhere.
Yeah.
A digital menu.
But I didn't understand that, so he brought me a menu, and
And
like
you watch you like use it or something.
I told him I was like, you know, I won't steal it. I was like, I have no
Did he
idea.
say it's like the only menu they had?
Yeah, he said it was the only menu they had. Like, it was the only menu. And he gave it to me.
Menu.
So, like, we're looking everything over, and everything is fucking expensive as shit. Typical, like, room service or whatever. But the thing is, everything is fucking seafood. Everything's
It's
in
Boston.
there.
The worst part about this is I got something seafood. I got a lobster roll because that's like the one thing I liked from Boston was when I get a good lobster roll.
Well,
It
clam
was
chowder?
not fresh lobster. It
He
was
got
disgusting.
it. He starts like, this isn't fresh lobster.
Why would they charge that much and not make get at least some kind of fresh lobster?
And I had like a $45 steak that was like the size of like a fucking egg. Like, it was so small. And I was like, what the
Hey,
fuck?
that's the finer things in life. There's
It was
small things that are
terrible.
delicious.
No, this was just
I
terrible.
guess it's bad.
It was weird.
Hey, James, I ordered room service. I got a burger and it was great.
Yeah. Well, the thing is, most people say, like, if you get room service, just get, like, a burger and fries or something, chicken fingers and fries, something like
Yeah,
that.
it's
But they didn't fucking
Yeah,
have
have 'em.
that at our
Like I said,
hotel.
something-
You can see
I
surf
had-
and turf.
I had stayed or in the same hotel as Kevin or Golden Blackhawk, and
Or Tom Annex or any other
whatever the
fucking
fuck.
name he goes
or
by.
Chewbacca.
or fucking that guy that
That
was in
tall
videos
lanky
with
dude,
us.
whatever you
The
wanna call
fake
it.
spoon from
The fake
Pax
spoon.
East.
There you go.
And we had ordered room service, and he was nice enough to pay for it and everything. But he
Wait, repeat that line.
he was nice enough to pay for it.
Oh, what a nice guy.
He didn't realize it was $100, so I felt
Oh,
bad.
man.
But what he did was he paid for it, and then he took his money, and apparently he decided that it was a good idea to leave his money on the bureau all day long and didn't bring it to PAX. And so the next day, the maids just thought it was like money for tip.
The tip
And he
money.
like had $80 missing because he left it on the bureau
They
of his
took.
hotel
See,
room.
like, what's
They
worse?
took $80 fucking dollars.
What's worse, the fact that they felt like they deserved an $80 tip, or the fact that he left it out? Like, I mean,
I think what's worse is that was the worst hotel I've ever stayed at. And
Wait,
he
was
fucking
your
tipped
shower
him 80.
broken, or
Yes,
theirs?
my shower was broken in my fucking expensive ass room.
Alex.
It wasn't. I tried to get it fixed for 3 days straight. No, but they got.
so
$80
they come
tip.
in. They come in on a fresh day. What do they do to the room? Like, what do they change?
They
and
shit
stuff?
on the bed and then switch it.
What do you mean?
Like, what do they? Normally they would change the sheets,
Yeah.
put
They
in new
tidy
towels.
up.
Yeah, they
like,
do
do they
that
do
towel
anything
and
else?
shit. Yeah,
Dude, you know
that's
that's
all they do.
$80 worth of tip.
That's $80
That's
worth.
$80
$80
worth of tip.
man.
Maybe they felt like with that $80 they could
fine.
say fuck this place and they could leave.
That was the one ticket out of there.
All right, so
That's how much an airplane ticket costs. They're just like, we're getting out of here.
Let's
and
get the fuck
that's why I always tell everybody, like Natalie was saying with me and that one, and I told her, keep the do not disturb thing, because they're going to come here and they're going
Yeah.
to steal anything. I'm always like, anytime that I stay in a hotel, I always keep the do not disturb thing. Yeah, it's going to be dirty, but I can clean up after myself, and I'm not going to lose $80. It's a win-win.
I don't worry about equipment for the most part. It's just like money, leaving money around is the big thing because that's the stuff.
Yeah, I don't know,
like,
man. They
what-
fucking see something high tech
steal-
looking.
they
They
steal-
might take
They
it.
didn't take any of my stuff.
I know,
would've
but I'm
had
just
all my
saying
stuff.
they
I would've-
could.
They
I
would sue that hotel.
You,
On-
what
on-
are you
yeah,
going to say?
it's funny because in this hotel, particularly on the last day, we had gone out to breakfast, but we went past the checkout, so our doors were locked out. But like we went back, and I'm asking her for the room keys, and she's like, yeah. Why do you need? Because the maid said your rooms are empty. But we had none of our stuff. All our bags and everything was in our rooms, including our my clothes, my ticket, everything. And they're like, no, you're good. Your room's empty. Like, how are you gonna tell me my room is $80 tip?
Because it was going to be empty after they got done with it.
That's their ring right there.
Man,
yeah.
you don't think they have like nephews that would like some clothes?
So once you leave, instead of they go you to leave or whatever, and then they fucking
Their
like, your room was
they
empty.
fucking leave. They go in and just go through your money.
Your room was empty.
They
No
smell your
problem.
underwear.
God.
America. This is amazing. I like that. I always, forever and ever, will always have do not disturb. Please
I
go
used
the
to do
fuck
that
out.
too. That's why when I was in LA and I stayed in a hotel room for like 2 months, I always used to have it on.
Yeah.
Unless I really needed something clean.
Don't touch
then-
my shit.
Yeah, I mean, because they come and clean at like 8 o'clock in the morning, 9 o'clock in the morning in most
Yeah.
places. Like, I don't really understand. What's funny is with Kevin, he didn't put the do not disturb, so he had a maid knock on his door, and he felt really awkward, and he didn't want to tell her to leave, so he told her that it was fine to come in and clean while he was sleeping on the bed.
What?
See, I've had a fucking that.
didn't tell me this.
They'll do it too. They'll
You
do
never
it.
told me
They
this.
just won't change the sheets, obviously, but like,
So let me.
I guess he just went back to sleep
this
with
one.
the maid, like,
Oh
oh,
God! Hold up a second. So you're telling me my dude Kevin
Yeah.
was Pass the fuck out.
Yep.
Well, there was a lady cleaning all his dirty
Yep.
shit. Wow.
See, I've had that happen before where they would knock on the door while I'm in there, and I'd tell them, you know,
Just
no,
say,
we're
yeah,
good,
no,
we're good,
get the
we're
fuck-
fine, or
Get the
whatever.
fuck out of here.
I've never openly invited him in to clean while
Yes,
I'm in
please
there.
come in.
Does he
Come
not?
in.
He doesn't
Come
know
in,
how
let's
hotel
share
rooms work.
champagne with each other. Tell me about your day.
Let's have a drink to freedom. Fuck
They'll
it.
probably tell him that's an extra $80 too.
Yeah, that's
Fucking
probably what the
champagne.
tip was right
Yeah.
there. We had to
Like,
deal
this
with that.
asshole's gonna sleep. I'm gonna
Yeah.
take his money.
This motherfucker was sleeping. I
They
didn't
had
get to
like
change
8
it.
maids outside his door. They're like, "You give me an $80 tip." They're like,
They don't want to clean his
coming in
room.
like a cartel, like cleaning, like 8 maids, like cleaning everything.
Oh, this guy. We got a high rollers
We had a
room
high
here.
roller here.
Kevin, go in.
man. Poor Kevin.
Kevin's smart was go big
Oh man.
or go home. Man.
Well,
I
he
like
definitely needs to learn the ways of hotel rooms
Yeah,
then
well,
real quick.
We need to go over stuff with him next time we go to an
Holy
event.
shit.
You know, he forgot his wallet at home.
I know. I heard
He
about
forgot his
this.
wallet
I
at
don't-
home.
I don't understand how he
Without
got
a
on
license,
plane.
he managed to get on a
I
plane
don't
from
believe
Seattle
that.
to Boston.
and get back.
Get checked in because I helped him get checked in.
I don't believe
He spent
that.
the
I don't
whole
know that
weekend
either.
without a wallet.
Because we went
And fly back and be.
I
we
don't
were
believe
in
that.
the fucking Seattle airport for PAX West, and they, you know, they
any
check you.
airport in the U.S.
Yeah,
is going to check
they're
your
supposed
ID.
to check
If
you.
you don't have an ID, they're going to take you aside for like an hour and try and figure out if
I
you're
don't.
really you.
Yeah, I don't,
I don't
That's what
believe
they
him.
do.
I don't believe him. I still say that sounds so sketchy. How can you? First, all right, rules of traveling: wallet, cell phone, IDs, tickets,
Keys. You gotta get
keys. If
He
you
forgot keys.
all this, all how,
He
why?
always forgets his keys
You
too.
always forget your keys, right? Yeah, you always forget your keys.
What? I do forget my keys in my house.
Wallet. What did you say? Wallet, phone, ID.
I
Do you have a separate ID apart from the one in your
Well,
wallet?
he has a separate ID. He has like a. Don't you have like that
Passport.
He
Yeah,
uses his
passport.
yeah, these guys use their passports.
Oh,
I don't use my passport.
Yeah.
I use
I
my.
thought, oh, you use your. Yeah, you have your
Yeah,
license.
but
I use my passport just
make
'cause it's
that
easier
my
and I have
ID
it.
is in my wallet though.
Okay.
Because in my wallet I keep my money. So what are you trying to prove?
I can't gather the fact that he couldn't like spend the 1 second to open up the wallet as he grabbed it.
Hey, this is me.
Just that 1 second to be like, oh, this is mine. All right, let's go. And, like he took the wallet just and put it in his pocket and drove off to the airport.
Do they have like the same exact wallet?
I was about to say.
I don't know. Probably do they like?
I don't fucking know.
Is that a
Did he have a
bloodline thing?
school ID or something?
No, he said he used his social security number.
Is that even
to get
possible?
through the
I don't-
TSA.
that sounds so
I don't
stupid.
know.
No, that's what I'm saying. Unless they pulled him aside and talked to him and like put all this info in, I don't see how he could have
I
gotten.
don't know how he
through.
got through Boston's TSA. Boston is like a very like hardcore TSA.
Yeah.
Were you
understand.
telling me that he's like, hey, I got away from this one, like the first airport. Hey, I need to go back. They let me.
Yeah.
So you need to let me too.
I don't know. Is that what he would tell him? Like, hey, I got this one from without an ID, and they'd be like, okay,
Yeah.
yeah.
Oh yeah, that's fine. Go on through.
Oh yeah, you did it. Wait, the other airport let you do that? Nah, do it. It's
Yeah,
fine.
go ahead.
Fuck it.
Yeah, we'll trust you. We'll trust you.
It's like seriously, how did you think I got here? I mean, really? I
on,
mean, I flew in.
I
I gotta
don't-
fly
I
out.
always
no
said an
proof
ID.
I
I
live
always
here.
lost my ID. And
I never
Oh,
had
man,
one.
poor Kevin.
Issue.
Poor Kevin.
Poor Kevin had a rough trip.
So anyway,
it's funny though. This is called the Pax East.
yeah, I
And
was
this
just
has
about
been
to
like
say day one of
TSA
PAX.
airport.
Well, we knew that this was gonna be a long
Yeah.
creature talk to begin with, and it's overdue because we
Yeah, we
missed.
missed 2 weeks.
So we're gonna give them the need.
You could even probably split this into 2 parts if you want.
Yeah.
Like, if we go too long, you probably split it into 2 parts. Just part 1, part 2, something like that.
Mhm.
Just in case.
In
If we
cases.
go too
We'll see.
long.
Yeah.
If we go too
I
long.
don't think
cases.
people
But
would be upset
anyway,
about a
day
long
1
trip.
of actual PAX.
Well, not even. Well, that was pre-game, right? All that was pre-game.
Yeah, that
This was
the
all.
day
Yeah, this was
before.
all leading
Terrible
up to
room
PAX Day 1.
service. It was kind of
I had a
left
great
off that we
hotel.
talked about, like Kevin
Fuck
said.
you.
I had a great hotel. The shower worked. Everybody was really nice. It was a good time for me. I had a good time. I forget what it was. I stayed at a Hyatt.
No
Boston-
fucking plugs. They don't need a fucking plug.
Yeah, why you plugging
Why the fuck
them
would
in?
you? Why would the
Because
hotel need
They
a plug?
pay you.
Yeah.
They paid
They
you.
didn't fucking pay you.
Hey, thank you so much for.
Anyway, first day of PAX East.
All right.
Jesus.
James and I woke up to a nice
Together?
sunny harbor
Yeah.
out of our window.
Did you guys sleep in the same bed?
We did. We did.
Did you guys spoon? Who was the big spoon and who was the little one?
We don't
You
want
know,
to divulge that
I,
information.
before, because I know this was like the second night or so, but I feel like saying it now.
Oh,
This guy, he eats in his sleep.
He eats it.
He eats
I
in
You
his
caught me
sleep.
doing something in the airplane.
I knew I
talk
talk
in my sleep.
I know I talk.
Well, you were talking to me directly. Like, you, like, got up and started, like, having a conversation with
Did
me.
it?
And
What
yeah,
did I
it was
say?
like a jumbled conversation.
Which is normal English.
yeah, and I don't know what the hell it was that you were saying. But then
That's what I'm known for right there. I'm
Yeah.
known for like saying stuff that makes makes no sense when I'm sleeping.
Yeah.
I like
When
having
you're sleeping,
conversations.
just like when you're sleeping.
Yeah, like I'll
that's
say
it.
something completely
He's like
random.
possessed. Like he's like, oh,
But because we kept waking up, like we woke up super early for day one because we needed to meet Bort over at the convention, the high res guy, to give us our passes so we could get in. Like we were waking up pretty early. Then like the second day, I think I woke up like a little bit, earlier, and I hear him over there just going like.
Wait.
Can I ask you what you were eating?
Wait. That's why he's so skinny and look, he just eats on his sleep and then
Like-
he eats stuff when he wakes up.
I didn't understand like what he was possible like because normally
A
someone
real lobster.
someone would actually
He's
wake
probably still
up.
hungry from that lobster.
yeah. The poor kid went to sleep hungry, so he had to eat in his sleep. But normally, I see people get up and they go like, and they would like turn over or something like that. But he was just like he kept going, like it was just like.
Maybe his brain was just frozen. Like,
It was on loop like a
he
loop.
didn't get to the rollover.
Yeah, I didn't know if he was like slipping into a coma or what. That was happening right there. Could imagine.
I can't recall any dream with food in it.
No.
And he woke up and I was like, you eat in your sleep, right? No, I've never heard that. It's like, well, that's pretty fucking weird. You eat in your
Can
sleep.
you recall any dream that night? Like, it'd be interesting
No,
if you
I
were
can't.
driving a car and you
No, because we had fucking Dunkin' Donuts every morning. He was probably dreaming of driving, and it was a
Of
street
waking up
filled
to
with
eat
Dunkin'
Dunkin'
Donuts. It's just Dunkin' Donuts everywhere. Like he
his
really,
body's like, I can't wait to have that Dunkin'.
So then he wakes up and he's like, "Let's go,
Let's
we're
go
gonna get
Dunkin'
that Dunkin'
Donuts
Donuts
right now.
We
I don't
get
know
that
why. I
Dunkin'
just have a
Donuts.
massive craving for this.
Your subconscious is really hungry.
Jesus.
But yeah, we woke up and we headed over, took the water taxi across.
How was that?
Met with our first Bostonian.
That was cool for me because I was like, that was the first time I was actually on like a boat. I think
Really?
doing that. Yeah,
Yeah, I
I've never
think
really
you'd say
been on a
you've never
boat.
been on
Never been on a boat?
No, I've never been on a
What kind of
boat.
Puerto Rican are you? It's so weird.
We flew there.
Oh.
I didn't go on a boat.
So-
Fuck, I gotta go on a cruise to get there.
So yeah, we took that water taxi across and we went to Dunkin' Donuts and waited for Bort. Got inside. No, wait. On our way there, a guy tripped going up the stairs.
Oh yeah, and I recorded it.
Yeah, it'll be in a video that because I gotta cut 2 more videos together.
Because it was all icy and stuff, and he was trying to quick get up the fucking steps, and like he was like,
it wasn't a massive fall, but it was still kind of funny.
It was just like a trip?
he
Or-
was a
tripped and then he
stumble.
tried to like recover and play it off, like ooh, like trying to make it seem like he didn't fucking fall at all.
And his buddies kind of whoever
yeah.
he's walking with mentioned.
So yeah, I forgot that leads up to that.
And then we were walking across the bridge. There's like a bridge that leads from the World Trade Center over to where the convention center is, and I see a guy coming down the sidewalk.
he doesn't like it's not him. I'm recording and I seen him and I was like, is that Robert Bowling?
Oh no!
Yeah, it is.
I don't recall this.
Yeah, watch the fucking video.
Watch the
It's
video.
in the
Yeah,
video.
no, it could be true.
I don't recall it.
World Trade Center?
Yeah,
That's what the
That's what
convention
it's
center is
called,
called.
like,
Oh, okay, alright.
We try to make Kucha look like an ass and
No,
that.
I didn't know that's what
He tried to
I didn't
make
know
Kucha
that's
look
what
like an
the,
ass and
what's
that
the building
backfired.
called though? It starts with a C, doesn't it?
A cock?
No.
Convention Center.
No, isn't that the building there? The big tall ass building? Is that what you're
It
talking
wasn't
about?
tall. No, it
No?
was just like the kind of stone building at the very end, like on the pier.
Oh, alright.
But yeah, Robert
I
Bowling.
thought you were
what
talking
saying?
about New York all of a sudden.
We were
No,
saying.
no.
New York, really?
Just
Oh,
looking for
man.
something to be addicted
Anyway,
for.
so we were walking,
was
and
just confused.
James apparently sees Robert Bowling as he's filming, and I see him, and I'm like, oh, we can't miss this opportunity.
Man.
I
He
get on
goes
the
up
side
to
of James,
Robert
I'm like,
Bowling.
Robert
He's
Bowling.
like,
Robert
hey,
Bowling.
Robert Bowling, how are you? And Robert Bowling's like fucking clueless. Like, who the fuck is this chump bastard? Like, coming up to me. He's like, hey, I met you at the, Dice Award party.
He's like, oh yeah,
I remember you now. He didn't fucking
He did.
remember him.
Yeah, there's
What a
no
dick.
He
chance.
didn't remember.
Anyway,
him.
I'm
Robert
like, what
Bowling
are you
doesn't have
doing
time
here,
for that.
Robert?
He's always thinking about pallet
The
jackets.
first
Yeah.
thing I say is like, what are you doing here?
Yeah, that's
Oh
what
my
he's doing.
God.
That's the fucking thing. He's just like, what are you doing here? It's It's Robert Bowling. What is he doing at a gaming convention?
You play video games. You're going to a gaming convention.
Yeah.
What are you doing?
You
here?
make video
I
games.
took a wrong turn. On
that's why
I-94.
you were going to math class, right?
Yeah, no.
He makes video games. He's a community director, and he makes video games.
He was fucking in Infinity Ward though. He had
He was like the
input.
community director.
He has props.
He had input though.
Yeah.
A community director isn't a fucking community manager where they just manage the fucking Twitter.
So what did he say?
What do you mean?
He said he was here to show off his new game.
He saw that James had the camera, and
Yeah.
he started plugging his game right away.
Yeah.
Oh, it's at booth, blah, 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 and Breach and Clear, the mobile game. And I was like, oh, okay. He
But
understood what I meant.
afterwards, when we
so.
walked away, I was like,
You should have just been like, I was taking a picture.
yeah, I didn't get
If
any
it
of
was
that.
Dan's camera, then, or if I had my, like, T3.
Yeah, that kind of looks like a camcorder.
Then it
as
looks
you
more
can
like a
tell.
camera.
This is a camcorder.
So we started walking, and it just hit me, and I was just like, "Did you ask him why he's here? Like,
He
why are you
understood
here?
what I meant, so.
Why would Robert Bowling be into the gaming event?
James,
I don't know.
Stupid.
I don't know.
Why?
I don't know.
I don't know.
He told us, though. He told us.
He
So
did.
we
He
got
took the
us
opportunity to
meeting
plug.
Robert Bowling on camera. That's
That's
what
you know what?
I'll post a video of it. when I
that
get
that
the
itself
chance.
is good enough. So that's
Yeah.
all that matters.
So we waited. We got our passes from board. We got exhibitor badges, which actually allow you to get in the event. I think up to 2 hours early.
2 hours early. Which
Because
is legit.
exhibitors need to go in and fucking set up their booth and stuff like that. And I mean, even though we technically didn't have a booth, it was high res mixed with Twitch, so they had like one massive booth.
Well, it was because they were doing the 10K tournament for Smite.
yeah,
so-
no, but that's gonna be Fuzzy said that's gonna be their setup like going forward for
Well, that's
other
good.
events.
Twitch
like,
is really stepping it up. Good job,
so
guys.
like if that is that's probably their setup for other events, their booth. But they
Hey,
had a pretty big booth.
One thing that was kind of sketchy, and I did figure out in the Twitch booth itself, they had a lot of it was mainly towards Smite because of the tournament, but something that kind of like sketched me out. I was like, why? They had like this little baby booth with just 2 simple monitors and 2 Xboxes, and they were playing a
Wow.
game that I am excited for. Which I thought no point. There
I
was
like how I don't even get to like get into it, and
Oh,
you're already
just
talking about the
already
game.
get-
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
I didn't
because-
see that coming, honestly. Like,
Huh?
I didn't know what you were doing. Until
I knew exactly what he was doing.
But
That's good. You
Thank
bamboozled everyone.
Did
here.
I? Did I?
He's like, oh, I found
He's
this
segueing
sketchy.
into fucking
found this
Injustice
really
without even
sketchy.
saying-
But
It's just sketchy, you know?
just
It's really
sketchy.
sketchy.
It was sketchy.
A Twitch
You know-
TV would have games in their This is
No,
weird.
listen though. But this is and again, it's just a good way. to
No, you might as well just segue into it. I mean, I might as well just
Fuck it.
fucking cross it off. I mean,
Fuck
we
it.
just got in the door story
Was that like
wise.
day 2 or day 3?
That's day two.
This was day
This
two.
was day two,
Day
yeah.
two.
No,
Day-
that's- well,
day
no,
two
the
of PAX,
sketchy part,
everyone.
the sketchy
Day
part,
two
I
of
was
PAX.
just gonna talk about the sketchy part. I wasn't even gonna go into details, but
I'm sure you.
Why not
Do you
go
want me
into
to?
How the fuck do you
details?
not go into details
yo,
from that?
fuck all of these, all right? But anyway,
I'm gonna uncross it off, and,
just
and
gonna
maybe
give,
we'll
like-
come
like-
back to it later. I don't know.
Like give like a sneak peek of like
Yeah,
what's
what's
gonna
gonna
happen
happen
later on in
later
the show.
well, anyway, they had a big. It was all elaborate for Smite and everything. I was like, oh, that's cool. But I see this little baby panel or whatever you want to call it, it's baby booth, and they had 2 simple TVs, Xboxes, and they had Injustice. Injustice, if you guys don't know, it's
It's sketchy.
No,
It's really sketchy.
No, Injustice is a really great game, but the booth itself is just, it was so tiny. It was tinier than an indie booth. Think about that.
Yeah, but the thing is, you never know like what kind of thing they had set up with that.
oh
They
no,
could've been,
I figured out why.
Okay, continue.
I talked to the dude from the other realm, and they were like, "Oh, we didn't think we were gonna come here." That was his all answer, but
I know, but that's a simple answer. Like, we didn't plan on coming. We had an opportunity to showcase our game at someone else's booth, so they took it.
yeah, but I just like
It's pretty much like free promotion right there.
it's such a big
Shady.
thing. It's
It's
just-
shady.
That's
it's-
sketchy.
Sketchy.
It's
It looks
ridiculous.
sketchy because I'm like, why? Why was this here? I don't get it. What's the point of this? Such a big name title, and they just had it like. Whatever.
So, I mean, how did you enjoy this game? That's
Well, it depends. You played it before me.
I did.
And you played it with this cock over
I
here.
whooped his
fucking
ass.
bullshit.
I
So
bet
what-
you
That's
anything.
fucking
I bet you
bullshit.
anything. This story is going to be off the charts, better than any Street Fighter or
Yeah.
Mortal Kombat.
I could already feel it when playing it. Like, I felt like just the way they built these characters, like that they had instances where they
It's-
can, be used and
They're- like,
utilized so well in the story.
Their moves tell the story as well. It's not just the dialogue
It's like
and the
each
story.
match is its
That's
own
what's going on
story.
right now.
Oh, give me a second. I'm gonna let me stop this real quick. Everybody, I'm gonna pause this side of the table.
Yeah.
Poof. All right. So what they're trying to do right now is because one day I said I really like the story of Mortal Kombat 1, the one that just came out recently.
Oh, okay.
And now they say that fighting games are not supposed to have stories, and now they shit on me all the time when I bring any fighting games because they just think that I'm just all about the story. Proceed, guys.
So,
Wow.
yeah, I mean, Injustice does have a very good.
I talked to
Have a
their
great
lead
story.
writer,
Their lead
their
writer.
co-writer,
Yeah.
their
And the
writer's
co-writer.
assistant, and their three second writers. And they put together just a monster
You know what's
pile.
gonna be the shitty part of that? That
Right.
it's probably gonna have a decent story on the fighting, because that's what they do. That's the way they pull you
Is
in.
there
like,
cutscenes or something in
yeah,
these
they
games?
do. They have cutscenes
Yeah,
and all
they
that
do,
stuff.
they
But
do.
the thing is, you guys are talking shit, but you guys never play the games.
I didn't
Like,
say that. He
The
said
Mortal
that.
Kombat, like
I played it.
I'll tell you, the MK versus DC story was kind of shitty. They got lazy with that, but the Mortal Kombat one was legit.
I'll tell you what, Mortal Kombat
Which
story.
Mortal Kombat?
The with the one with the finisher with the breaks
Fucking
the bones.
reboot one.
All right.
That story was so great because what it would do is basically set up the story so that way it made it so that way every match you did was 2 versus 1. And I love the way they did that.
No, it wasn't all of them.
It was always fucking 2 against 1.
Bullshit.
It was 2 against 1. It
Bullshit.
was 3 against 1. It was the same shit.
Objection. You no, no. But
fucking-
some of things were bullshit, like Shao Kahn and whatever. When you fought Shao Kahn versus Rain, it was the most annoying thing. But
Shao
anyway,
Kahn was never fun though.
He
Shao
was-
Kahn
he-
was
he
just
was
always
never
there,
fun.
but he was never like a fun thing to do.
never. But the thing is, like, he was so annoying that when you beat him, you felt this.
I don't know. When I played him, I didn't like. Well, I was like, "This is such a great storyline." I'm now fighting Shao Kahn. I've been leading up to
Did you
this.
see the way they
character
incorporated Goro
development.
into there? They were like, not only do we have Goro, but you have to fight like each one of his hands
Oh,
separately.
good.
No, it didn't. You piece of
So
shit.
it turned into like a
Anyways,
1-on-5.
Finish your Injustice
anyways, going back to Injustice.
Goro?
Well, I'm gonna let Jason and Alex bring this part first because they played before me. What did you guys pick and how
Well,
was it?
Alex was just like, you want to play me in this? And he just pointed over to the game, and I was just like, yeah, sure. We walked over there, and we cut in front of everybody, to be honest. Like, we were just, because we didn't know there was a line behind the fucking booth there.
There was,
like,
I think it was.
it was
the
along
line
the
was
side.
different. Yeah, I think the one side
yeah.
of the booth was.
But we were
the
just,
show.
like, standing there in front waiting for the people to put down the controller, and then we just
You
walked
just
up.
walked up.
Yeah, we walked up, we got it.
It was the Twitch.
So
badge,
yeah,
right?
but
Oh,
the,
he's
yeah. The
exhibitor.
guy was just like, he was like, there's a light over here or whatever. I was like, oh, it's okay. We're only gonna play one match. It's like, no big deal. We're only gonna play one match. So
I didn't have fun.
yeah, I
I'll be
mean,
right now, I hate fucking guns in any fighting game. He picked what the fuck was it, like Bolt Shot or some shit like that?
Was
like
it Deadpool's,
the equivalent to like Deadpool's like evil
what
brother.
was
It's Deadpool, the one that
What-
they
what's-
ripped off.
I
Yeah,
don't
pretty
know.
much
What-
that's
what's his name?
I
I
fucking
forget.
Nightshade
picked
or something like that. It's like the
alright?
Slade guy.
I remember most of the games like being on the ground and getting shot at. That was my highlight of Injustice. Thanks to Nova. I don't even want to play. I know you want to play it.
I want to fucking.
I don't want
play
to
this
fucking play with you.
You're gonna
because
play
I played it with him.
You're
once
gonna
and
play
it-
on playing games, and you're gonna play
That's
it.
bullshit.
You're gonna get on that, but
No.
I did get to play
He
it.
had a sword too.
Oh,
Did
he
you
had a
use
sword.
that sword, or you
Yeah,
just
I
sit
did.
there?
I did.
Well,
But he was complaining. He
on
was
top of that,
complaining.
no, on top
Wait,
of that,
what?
he fucking had the guy that was running
I was
the
just
booth
gonna say
next to him, telling him what the fuck to do in his ear.
He was
And there was a moment
complaining.
in time. Okay, there, you can use like a super break or whatever the fuck you
Oh,
want to
yeah,
call
the
it.
band- the
Me and
tune
him
back.
did it at the same time, and he complained because he said that I thought I heard the developer say it.
He
but at the
fucking
very
did.
top of the screen it says press the right fucking bumper, and I pressed it at the same time as you, and we clashed. Like, oh, you heard the guy say it. You were asking him, how do I do this? How do I shoot? How do I kick?
You were
All this
complaining that
bullshit.
I was getting tips, so you were fucking overhearing him too. You were
I
like,
didn't hear
listening.
fucking shit. It
You
was
were
at the,
listening.
like the top of the fucking screen. It tells you what to do.
Yeah, you
I
were
pressed at the
listening.
same time as you.
Wait,
You kicked my ass anyway. I
So
don't
what
even know why
character
that
did you
matters.
pick, though? What character did
I
you
picked fucking Flash.
Which Flash is a sheep character to begin with.
Flash. You don't even. Oh my fucking god! I wish you recorded what happened there. That was such bullshit.
But, anyways,
He had
What
gotten
do you
me
guys
though. He
think,
had gotten me like in a little instance there. He had gotten me because I didn't know that my life like kind of carries over into the next match.
Oh,
and
yeah.
I just started right away, and then he got up and hit me, and I died. I didn't know that, but I mean I gave him an ass whooping after that. So I mean it wasn't too bad.
well, I think I got to play. I didn't get to play with the best fighting game person. I got to play with Natalie, which is my girlfriend. Me and her got to play 3 matches. First one, I get to pick the
Were
Joker.
you expecting the best fighting game person to be there?
I kind of wanted to. I wanted someone more relevant.
standing there with his
I wanna-
arms
yeah, he's
crossed
He's a fighting guy.
wanna
He's
fucking
waiting
fight?
for me to walk up and
fight me in this
Yeah, he just has a label fighting guy.
Here's my little thing that I
Hey,
use the
oh,
the
joystick.
fucking arcade.
Yeah, the
guy.
arcade battle. He's like holding it, waiting for someone to challenge him.
It's you, the one that I want to fight. But anyways, I got to play with her, and I talked to a little bit to the people from NetherRealm, and I was like, in comparison to Mortal Kombat, how you guys are about the gore on this, because that's one of the things that
They're
really...
like, hey, basically, we're dealing with the DC license here.
So
we
we
can't
can't do
fucking
shit.
rip them apart.
No. They were saying that they got away with a few things because at the end, when you win as Joker, he actually grabs a tank of gasoline, spreads it on you, and sets you on fire, which that's kind of fucked up in a way. It's not Mortal Kombat status, but DC Joker.
That's their controversy move. They'll get in the news with that and sell more copies.
And then I got to play with other 2 characters. I got to play with Batman. I got to play with Aquaman.
I don't understand what makes this different than the fucking DC game that they did. Didn't they do they did the Mortal Kombat versus DC?
Well, this is all exclusive to DC.
Yeah, I know that.
But
like, okay,
they bring a lot more characters into this DC wise, and then
a lot more Batman characters.
Huh?
A lot more Batman characters. It's like 90% Batman people in there.
But it plays like the most recent Mortal Kombat, which is really good. Like the one they did, the MK versus DC, it was shit. It was fun, alright, but it's not to the point that new MK was, and that's what I like. And the finishers are really legit. Like with Aquaman, he like grabs his trident, he smashes you with it in the ground, and he like picks you up like a fucking like I guess marshmallow, puts you up, and then this random wave comes and like shark fucks you up. Everything, like the whole visual, the whole gameplay is really really fucking cool. And obviously now they're bringing DC content, and apparently from what I heard, Raven from it's not the same one from Teen Titans, but just the evil Raven's coming in. Like I like all that stuff. I like a good like entertaining fighting game, and it is what it offers. It brings that, hey, come over to my house, let's play, and like it's just fun to like fuck around and talk shit. It's one of those,
Robin.
But they do have Teen Titan. They have a Cyborg in it.
They had Cyborg.
Yeah.
Also, I did see this was one of the highlights for me. I saw one of the devs, like one of the creators of the game, and then this dude, the fighting guy, man, he did.
Yeah, you're saying
a pro fighter brought this fighting stick and everything, and they both sat on the floor and decided to fight. And he was playing Black Banter or whatever. That's his name. I forget. It's Black Band, and this other dude played Nightwing, and the pro game was just like. He just whooped the shit out of him like he made the game. And I'm like, are you not a little bit embarrassed?
Just because you make the game doesn't mean you're good at it.
The game is not even out! How can you beat?
You just said if it's the same shit as Mortal Kombat, then it would be the fucking...
I was just surprised. I thought, like, the dude, like, the dev was like, yeah, I got this. Oh, wow, fire sticker. Got destroyed.
You sure the dev was that cocky about
I don't know,
it?
yeah, I don't know.
To me, like, you're a dev, you kind of have some...
Alright, yeah, so to you, he was pretty goddamn cocky.
He wasn't cocky
and
like...
then he lost.
And he lost bad
Alright.
multiple times. But good game.
Well, now we can mark off Injustice, thank God.
Injustice, good game, good game. I'm going to buy April... What does it come with? It comes in April, so it's a good game.
Oh, no.
With this shit fucked up. Oh, good job. But yeah, what's next?
Are you sure you want to talk about anything else? Because I know that Injustice is probably your highlight.
That was it. I'm gonna just chill.
Yeah, Sly's done for that.
So once again, we're gonna rewind. We walked in the door.
This is now day one. This is now day one of Pax East.
I Tarantino the shit out of you.
We went first stop. I think didn't we go to Deep Silver first?
No. God damn, you were bad with this. We met up with Zach.
We saw Zach first.
Yeah,
he was literally right across from Twitch.
They're right next to it.
Well, the first thing we did was
I was trying to think what we played next.
Wasn't it Sleeping Dog the first
we
thing?
We did Watch Dogs.
I know now.
Holy shit!
This was like a week ago.
All right. Man, he's so fucking retarded when it comes to the story. I would love to just have a version where you tell it just our events, like what we did, and then see how fucking contorted
like,
it is.
We were at Twitch, and then we arrived at the Denver airport.
And we killed the dinosaurs.
Completely ass backwards of what we were doing. So because we got in early, the Splinter Cell, it's basically the entire Ubisoft section was right across from Twitch, and we were meeting up with the Twitch guys. Just because they gave us the pass and everything. And we only had like maybe half an hour early the first day. We didn't take advantage of the full 2 hours. But Zach was right over there at the Splinter Cell booth, which is the guy that we usually talk to at like every fucking event for Splinter Cell and stuff like that. Since back at fucking E3, yeah, we've been talking to him at like every event we've gone to. And he introduced us to the, originally the Watch Dogs guy wasn't there. But he got us in to watch Watch Dogs on like the third presentation. They didn't really show too much different than stuff that they've already released.
Yeah,
publicly.
it was like the
it was
demo
just a little
they had
bit
at the PS4 thing. But then they just kind of did different perspectives.
It was a little bit more like longer, I guess. It was
Wait,
just
so
like
it's called Watchdog. I always confuse
Yes.
with Sleeping Dogs. What the fuck
Yes.
is wrong with me?
Sleeping Dogs is the one where you're like in Asia Town.
Yeah,
for
yeah,
a
yeah.
Yes.
game.
Watchdog, that shit is legit. From what I saw, this was like my first like time that I saw something.
I'm really surprised that you haven't seen this beforehand.
No,
considering-
that's why I was like it
I'm
was
really surprised that you like a game. Because you're so pessimistic about every game that you see.
yeah.
Give it time. Wait for it to come out.
Yeah, it's just so
But-
rare to see you be
but-
excited about a game.
But it was one of the fractals that was doing the actual display of the whole trailer for Watch Dogs, and it was the first time me seeing it, so I'm like giving like legit reaction. I'm like, oh my god, and I'm like, oh, that's so cool, and then she's like always like, that guy with the glasses, he's really pumped for this, and I'm
That's
like,
what she sounded like, by the way.
well,
The details. It's all in the details apparently. So yes, what you gathered here is that the chick obviously had a thing for Sly because he was giggling in the back.
Yeah.
So I mean, she pointed
They
him
would
out.
stop the presentation.
Yeah.
she jumped on me and we made out.
It was just like, and I mean, he got to see Watch Dogs early because of that. I
Yeah.
mean, he got a playable build already of it.
You do. You got a pre-alpha build one from that Frag Dolls chick.
Because she totally had like a fucking line in with fucking Ubisoft. That
Yeah,
makes
it's-
sense. But anyway, so we got done seeing Watch Dogs, and then we came out, and then Zach introduced us to the guy from Ubisoft. That's like I don't know what exactly he is in for Watch Dogs. He might be just a community manager. For
Yeah,
it.
I think so.
They were all like the community managers, I think.
Nick from Ubisoft, which is the Watch Dogs guy, then Gabe.
Yeah, then Gabe for the Assassin's Creed stuff.
Creed.
So we kind of like talked to that trio of Ubisoft guys for a little bit. Then I believe after I went over and met Jim from Happy Wheels, the Happy Wheels creator.
Man,
He
that
actually
guy.
caught me. He caught me right at the beginning. Like he caught me right when we were coming down, like going down the steps.
That
He was just
guy.
like, are you James or whatever? And I was just like, yeah. And I didn't even get to see him until we were like fucking going down the steps. And I was like, oh shit, you're fucking Jim. Like what the fuck? Like I thought because he was supposed to have a booth or whatever, and he wasn't even set up or anything like that. Like they just got there. So then I felt kind of bad because we kind of literally took over the entire weekend. We kind of took over Jim's booth
Come
for
on,
a
he
lot
was
of
There
the
were,
so
time.
there were
fucking
chairs
nice.
there, and he was,
Yeah,
He was so
he's
nice,
definitely
though.
the most modest guy out of
You
every
said that so
gaming.
many times throughout the whole
Yeah,
event.
yeah,
You're like,
because
man, this guy is so
when
nice.
talking to him, like he doesn't like, even though Happy Wheels blew up and shit, he still doesn't know like how big it is that he has, like, something like that, like 2 million fucking likes on Facebook. He doesn't know if he were to get a booth. Like he was saying when he was getting the booth, he didn't know that people would come up and fucking play his game because he didn't realize that there was that big of an audience. I was like, we are just entities on the internet. I was like, we're not anything really in real life, and we have people coming up to us. I was like, you're gonna get people coming to your fucking booth. Like, just because it's known on the internet doesn't mean like people aren't gonna fucking come to your booth or anything like that. But it's funny because he doesn't really know too much about, like,
It was he's new
PAX
to
and
this.
stuff. Yeah, like he was the
He doesn't
wondering.
have the mentality. He doesn't have like that,
Yeah.
that shark
And
mentality.
I couldn't really tell him much, like, what to do and stuff, because I was like, I never had a booth at PAX or anything like that. But they were showing off the iPhone version of Happy Wheels, which I guess they're going to plan to release later in the summer or
And
something
then
like that.
we saw something else there. though.
No,
I guess we're not gonna talk about
No,
that.
we're not going to talk about that
We're not
because I
gonna
knew you were going to spoil it, and you're
I'm
not
not gonna
supposed
say
to talk
anything.
about
I'm not
it.
gonna say anything.
Anyway.
I'm gonna say now. I'm not allowed to. Hey,
My life is hard to
hey, you know what I was gonna say? Just fuck it.
Fuck it.
I
Okay.
was told that I was
That's
supposed to talk about that.
Exactly.
iPhone
What's that?
version.
What's that? Are we not? Okay, cool. Fuck it.
iPhone version out at the end of the summer, I guess, is what they're planning on doing with that. It was funny because I'm skipping ahead again on, like, maybe the third day, I think it was. Was it the third day or was it the second day?
What?
What about what he did?
We had the kid.
Oh, that's
That's the third day.
Third day.
Just wait for that.
Wait, the
then.
third day?
I'm not gonna
We're trying
fucking
to
talk
get
about Jim and then go back and talk
Yeah.
about
Well, then
Jim
why
on
don't
the
you
third
just talk
day.
about the entire experience at the
No,
I'm
because
talking
then
about-
he'll be doing the same thing I will be doing, so then he will be wrong.
That's what I said. Like, when he brought up Injustice, he's talking about his entire experience of Injustice. I'm talking about my entire experience hanging around fucking Jim. I'm not
That's what
gonna
I
bring it
just
back
said.
up again.
Do that.
That's what I'm fucking doing!
Yelling! Stop yelling!
What the fuck are you talking about? You're like, don't do that. Not do it. What the fuck? What are you telling me to do?
It's getting really intense right now.
Jesus.
I'm getting heated over here.
Well, this is how it gets.
Yeah.
So anyway, on the third day, it was
Stop
funny
touching
that there was a kid playing Happy Wheels on their little playable version that they had there. And he came over to me and he was like, it's Randy Pitchford's son. Randy Pitchford is...
the CEO of Gearbox.
Yeah. And it was his son. His son came to the event, and I guess his one thing that he wanted to play wasn't any fucking other thing on the floor. It was Happy Wheels. He came to the fucking convention just to play Happy Wheels.
That's a fucking honor. That's a fucking...
Yeah,
that's
Jim was
legit.
just like, it's Randy Pitchford's fun. He's played my game. It's just like, what the fuck? Like, this guy, like, the kid is fucking...
Then a few minutes later...
Cliffy B fucking walks up. And Cliffy B is trying to play Happy Wheels. And I'm like, that's Cliffy B right there. Fucking Jim looks at him. He's like, oh, yeah, it is, ain't it? Like, go fucking talk to him.
The most modest motherfucker in the
Go
world.
fucking talk to him. He's just like, I don't really know what I would say, or something like that. He was like, what did he do again? I was like,
Oh my
he
God.
made Unreal Tournament. Oh, he did make that, didn't he? It's like, oh man, like he's really like out of the loop when it comes to this stuff. But it's funny.
I like it. I felt like it was adorable though in a way. Like,
Yeah,
he's
yeah.
so innocent.
He was like a really big kid in
If
there.
you saw,
It was funny.
if you saw my pictures, I took one picture of him. He had the irresponsible dad outfit.
Yeah, the
Oh,
second
yeah.
day. The
That
second
was
day
so
he
cool.
came dressed
He
as
really
irresponsible
committed to
dad.
that. I was like, holy
Yeah, he
shit.
saved his beard and everything.
Yeah, I was like, holy shit, you look like
Yeah.
a pedo. I love it.
So that was really cool. I mean, we kept coming back to his booth, and there was a lot of fans that would come up, and they would just be like, oh, you're at the Happy Wheels booth. It's like, well, where the fuck else would I be? Like, I don't know. It's either between the fucking Twitch booth or the Happy Wheels booth that we went to back and forth.
Really
Pretty
did
much.
take over his entire booth.
Yeah.
Everyone was just sitting in there
Well,
resting.
Like one or two
yeah.
people would come up, and then all of a sudden it just starts swarming.
But at the same time, people were like checking out his like those Happy Wheel
Right,
stations and
so I
stuff
guess-
like that. The people like
he,
that.
yeah, he kept on
He
saying,
was-
yeah, stay here.
Yeah,
don't worry,
yeah,
stay
yeah,
here.
yeah.
Keep the people going.
I'm like, I was like telling him like, hey, this is the first time I actually got to meet him myself. And I'm like, hey, I play your game and everything. It's like, you guys, you mind if we actually do say? He's like, no. We're like, here, have my chair and everything. I'm like, dude,
No, he's fine. He's fine with everything. Which is
he's
really
so
cool.
legit.
Give him a
But he
business
did
card.
say, yeah, give him a business card. I don't need a fucking business card for him. I
Do you
have
want a
his
business card?
contact. Like I can.
Do you
I,
want
if
my
I-
business card?
I already got like
That's
four of
That's
them.
another
Give another
story
one.
in
Give
itself.
another
So you
one.
just wait.
I got like four business
Give him
cards.
another one right now.
Business
Give him the
card.
new one.
Your time is coming out.
No, he has
Yeah.
a new one. He has another new
A
one.
third one. A third
third one.
variation.
No, that hasn't come in.
Oh, it
yet.
hasn't come in yet. I'm sorry.
Oh,
No, it looks
no.
like I don't have any on me, so.
Oh,
that's a
man.
shame.
Oh, it's
about
too
that.
bad.
Hey, you know what? What do you call it?
That's too
I am
bad.
me.
All right.
It's the messenger.
AOL.
It's Skaterboy87.
Skater Boy
Skater Boy
87.
420 69.
Admin AOL.
Oh god, I have to re-download that.
I want to
just
see how many people
contact
actually
you.
are going to go right now and try to look.
There's some kid that's probably.
Oh man, he has to.
Oh man, I can't wait to download AOL.
Oh god. But yeah, he was really cool overall. Like it was nice that he like let us kind of take over his booth and just kind of hang out there because we were running around like all fucking weekend and we didn't have like any place to like sit down
By
and
far the
rest.
most exhausting
Yeah.
event we've ever been to.
Yo,
Because
Kucher was melting. He was like,
Yeah. Because we like Twitch didn't have any seats or anything for us. They had like a kind of like a VIP spot like in the back, but like they didn't have like public chairs or anything like that. So like
even the people playing their
Yeah,
Smite
yeah.
games had to stand up. I was like, holy shit.
So, like-
there's tall chairs there.
At the end, they got it
Yeah,
for
at the
the
end,
pros.
yeah,
They got
yeah.
it for the pros that were playing it, but that was
okay.
them.
So like if we needed to rest or something like that, we'd go to the Happy Wheels booth and just kind of rest there because there was no other spot to rest for us.
It was because we had met Jim and then his brother was there.
Yeah.
We had met his parents the last day. That was kind of funny. Because
Yeah.
they were wearing Happy Wheels shirts.
They brought him cookies.
Yeah, they brought
They brought him cookies.
And then
Man, that is
Jim's,
some good parents right there.
who's the person
He had
who's
his
the-
parents all decked out in Happy Wheels stuff. Like they had like Happy Wheels shirt and a hoodie and stuff like that. Like
Those are the supporting
Yeah, they
supporting
were-
parents.
Yeah,
It was
There's
funny.
the irresponsible dad and then supporting parents.
yeah.
supporting dad and
There you
supporting
go.
mom. There you go.
New characters for Happy Wheels. Make it happen. God.
I was actually talking. I don't know if I can like. Never mind. I might not want to say it.
You cut me
I
off.
don't want people to expect anything or whatever. But I was talking to him a little bit about my character, so I don't know what he's planning on doing with that because he
Dildo up
knows.
your ass.
Huh?
Shove a dildo.
Shove a dildo up my ass. That'll be in the next variation of my character. All right. But no, he was really cool about everything through the entire weekend. So like he was by far the
He won
the nicest one.
He won Dev of
I
the
love
year.
the fact that like when there's kids that come up and they went to go play his game, but they'd be with their parents.
Yes.
So you know the
Oh
parents
my
go
God.
up and
I
like,
told him, I'm like, you're ruining these people's lives. Like,
And he's
these
like, yeah,
kids.
go ahead.
There's a little kid that's covered up, and he's like, it seems like he's playing it for the first time. And he's like, oh, like he's
Yeah,
like
he was
gasping
watching
at
his
like
face, and
the
it was like,
explosion and stuff. And Jim's just sitting there like,
yeah, dude, just smiling.
he's just sitting there like just standing like,
He's
watching.
like, I got another one.
Like, do you see what you're doing to this kid right here? Like, look at his face. Yeah.
It was pure joy watching these people get mutilated and destroyed.
But yeah, that was really cool. It was cool of him to let us like hang around there and stuff like
Thanks,
that.
Jim.
He could have shoot us out if he wanted to.
Yeah.
Thanks, Jim.
He could have been a dick, and he wasn't. So we met some dicks, but he.
There
wasn't
were
get to
two
that.
dicks.
Yeah,
there
we'll
were
get
two
to
dicks
that.
specifically through the entire weekend.
Two.
But for the most part, every new person, like dev wise or just like in the game industry
They won.
wise,
They won.
were all really cool. And there was like, I don't know, a lot of
I guess
people.
that would
Would,
kind of lead to Deep Silver next. Cause we'd gone.
Was it?
yeah, we did Dead Island.
Yeah, we'd done Dead Island. Was that the first day we did?
Yeah, that was the first day.
We went in and
It was really early too. That was like super early.
Yeah, it would have been. Anyway, so we went in there and we played some Dead Island. We
Riptide.
have a contact at Deep Silver. That
By the end of the weekend, we know like their entire team now.
Yeah, I know.
Oh yeah,
we knew.
we're family with them.
It's
right
like
now. We're
4 or
family.
5 of the Deep Silver people, and we like know all of them. It's
Well,
like,
it was
at the end of the
pretty
day,
funny.
at the end, we actually got to meet like the what's it the
yeah,
it wasn't like the dev creator or whatever it's called. I forget.
dev creator.
I don't know.
He creates the devs.
He makes the devs.
I don't know.
He makes them.
I'm making up titles as I go.
We met
Like the CEO.
the
No, the actual person. that made the
assistant
game.
producer of Volition, who's the one who showed us the Saints thing.
No, but we at the end we met. He was he had like the I can't explain. Fuck it. I'll let you guys carry this one.
Just go for it.
Go
Just,
for it, go.
He doesn't know what he's talking
Okay.
about.
He had, I was.
You're talking about the Swedish guy.
Yeah, that was
Swedish guy.
I was gonna describe him. He's like a little bit, huskier, and he had like the beard.
He looked like Notch.
Yes.
He looked like Notch.
Why didn't you
What's
just
up-
say that?
What's up with all them looking like Notch? What's up?
Swedish.
with
Was
it?
I think he was German, wasn't he?
What's?
Was he?
Well, he was
Well,
talking.
it's a German company.
Well, anyways, go from
I
the
just
beginning,
thought that was
so
the
that's
accent.
like the end.
It might have been Swedish though. But yeah, we met a lot of people from Deep Silver, and they were awesome. We would have been able. They were Aubrey, who's the person we know that
Thank
we
you,
originally
Aubrey.
knew. She was awesome, and she was gonna get. We were gonna go to the media suite to play Metro and see the Saints thing, and what was the other thing? Was that it?
That
Just
was
the Metro
it.
and
That
Saints
was it.
thing.
We got to play Dead Island
'Cause we had
got to see
seen
the
Dead Island
Saints-
on the floor.
Saints 4.
But we didn't get a chance to go to that because it was only the first 2 days and we ran out of time. But we did get a chance to see the Saints 4 presentation at the last
I like
day.
how we're skipping Dead Island, going right to Saints.
I was going to Dead Island.
You started
I was-
on
I was
Saints,
just kinda
or you
going
started on
over
Dead
our whole,
Island.
like,
But we played Dead Island.
got
Is there
to play
anything to say about Dead Island
there's
playing
a jump
it?
kick that was pretty
They,
cool.
they're all right. From what
Yeah, this guy.
It's hard to get a whole lot out of a
all
short
right,
thing
I
like
can,
that.
I can, from what I got, and then you can jump in and chime
Yes.
in, whatever. There's a new character.
Yes. There's one.
Uh,
character.
Wolverine.
He's available right from the start. I asked him that. I said, is it going to be a DLC or is it going to be available from the start? It is from the start.
They were saying how they, in the whole, like, I guess, group in the company, they were fighting for him because everybody just wanted to play with him. Like, it was just, he's apparently a really fun character.
He has, like, doesn't he have the claws?
He has a claw. He's like a melee guy, I think. Yeah.
And to me, it played kind of like the same as the other one, but more, I feel a little bit more polished maybe, with more things, but it's fun. It's just the same fun as Dead Island. Just,
Yeah, it's essentially the same game, but they've added, similar to Saints, they've added new aspects to it, I guess, with the shit where you get a mission and you have to kind of barricade up a place.
Oh, yeah, I remember that
and
mission.
like all the zombies kind of like bum
The
rush
hair
you.
dryer, the blow gun, or whatever it's called. You call it the blow dryer
The
gun.
nail gun.
Yeah.
it was the blow dryer. Look, it was
Look
a
at-
nail gun that looked like a blow dryer.
I remember
Yeah.
the creature was like next to me. He was like, "Hey, look, Sawyer, I have a blow dryer." I'm like,
Yeah.
"What?"
Like,
I'm like, "I want that."
But essentially, it seems like there's the same fucking ways to screw people over. Like I was still running these guys over in the.
Oh yeah,
I was sitting at the
Like-
front of the Jeep as they were driving. I was just kind of balancing myself, and they were just pushing me along. It's hard to tell from just like a short thing like
It
that.
was pretty short,
Yeah,
but I think where they're going with it, if it ain't broken, why fix it? And I think the game itself speaks. It's really fun.
They added a bunch of new zombie types.
Oh yeah, I saw that too.
I don't think we saw a whole lot of them, but I know that for a fact.
There was some
we
weird
did.
ones, some sketchy looking ones, but
Did the first one have like optimization problems with it?
what do you mean?
The first one was released in dev mode.
Yeah, the first one was kind of released on sketchy. And
Yeah, so maybe this one will be a little bit more.
Yeah, let's.
refined.
Let's
Well,
hope
yeah,
they
well,
wait
this
to
is
release
this is
it.
Yeah. As long as they don't upload the wrong version, they might be good.
So yeah, we'll definitely be playing that again.
that game was gonna be fun to play.
And let's see, is that
Saints.
was there anything else though?
So
coming
into
new in
Saints.
Into
there? I was trying to think if there's anything else new. in
No,
Dead
it just
Island.
it's pretty much what we said. It was it. There's no more to that.
So into Saints.
Saints looks fucking legit. Oh
Yes.
my! I don't.
Now, you see, I like, and I don't know, like the guy that we were talking about. What was it? The was assistant producer.
Producer, yeah.
So his name is Jesse, and I was talking to him while you guys were talking to the Dead Island guy. Like I was more so kind of talking one-on-one with him, and for some topics I felt like they would be kind of like, you know, not things you should talk about.
With
but
the
like,
THQ
yeah,
stuff.
yeah. I asked him a lot about the THQ stuff. Like I was like, I don't know if this is something that you guys can talk about, but how did the THQ stuff go down? I was like, were the people at Volition like afraid that they wouldn't get picked up by another publisher or something like that? And he was like, a few of them were like, it was kind of like an uneasy thing, but they kind of at the core they knew that they would get picked up. I mean, it's Volition and they have stuff to their name, so it's not like they weren't going to get picked up. So they did kind of feel like they would get picked up, but with Saints in general, there's a lot of like, it's just Saints 3, like it's like that, that DLC that just kind of like is put off into a full game, and nobody wants to pay full price for it. Yeah. But the thing was, like, I kind of,
What are you talking about?
I asked him about that too. I told him, I was like, you guys, what?
Modern
I
Warfare.
don't
Oh,
argue
Modern
with you about
Warfare.
Modern Warfare 2 and then Modern Warfare 3
I'm talking
suck
about
ball.
Modern Warfare 2 too, like the second one.
Oh yeah, that's 3.
Is that 3? I
Yeah,
don't fucking
it
know.
sucks ball.
2-2. What the fuck?
What?
Modern Warfare
What's it
2
called?
too.
What's it called? Is it called Modern Warfare 3? I
Yeah.
thought it was called like something else.
Which
No.
You mean like having a sub name like kind of the
Yeah,
other ones
something-
do?
something
No,
else.
it's Modern Warfare
Like
3.
post-modern warfare.
The fuck?
More modern than the other Warfare. No, it was still Modern Warfare 3. But
But yeah, I talked to him, like, I talked to him about, I said, I know you guys are getting a lot of shit for that, like, for people thinking that it's a lot like Saints 3 and it's the same shit and blah, 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 blah. And, I asked him, it went in part with the THQ stuff. Like, it wasn't necessarily something that their team could prevent. Like, it was basically, that DLC, from what he told me, that DLC was supposed to be released on a certain time, and it was because THQ didn't have anything to fill that slot. Like, they needed something for that slot, and it was supposed to be the DLC expansion. But their, one of their other, like, producer guys, I guess, came in and thought that it was a bad idea because they had initially split the Volition team. Half of them were working on Saints 4, half of them were working on the DLC. And they didn't like that, so they were just like, let's just bring the two projects together, and that's kind of what they have now.
Dude.
So, I mean...
Can we speak on anything that we saw or not?
What?
For the Saints Row, the trailer that we saw. Are we able to?
Yeah,
Are we allowed to
should be
talk
An
about
NDA
this?
thing on there or
I don't
something
think
like
there's
that?
NDA.
I
Are
don't
you
know.
sure? Because I don't want to... I don't want to... I'm not
That's
gonna
why
go-
they make stuff available.
No, I'm not
It's
gonna. Well,
like
I don't think that it's that trailer.
We didn't get
gonna be-
shown too much anyway,
Well,
like the dubstep gun and stuff like that. You
Yeah,
probably go
they
ahead.
had two
I'm
new
sure.
guns, and they brought something that I was pretty pumped about. Like they brought in superpowers
Yeah.
into it, and I was just like mind fucked. I'm like, this is just like complete, just like
They just take Saints 3 and like just blow everything out of proportion.
Yeah, he
pretty
explained
much.
it to me as if they're trying to jump a bigger shark, is what he said.
I
And
like it,
I
though.
didn't understand that term, and then he explained it to me, like how they built a shark or whatever out of the third one, and now they want to make a bigger one to jump that one to make it more outrageous and stuff like that. He said that he knows a lot of people have been requesting them to go back to like the first and second style and stuff like that, but at the same time he said that's not really something they're about anymore. Like
Yeah.
they try to go
They're
as
over
over the
that.
top. They try to go as over the top as possible and stuff. But yeah,
I think with this new Saints though, this is gonna like fucking blow a lot of people's mind because like It's just so.
Yeah, I told him, I was like, you sit somebody in a room, even like a naysayer or something like that don't want, like, they don't want the fucking game. You sit them in a room and you show them this dubstep gun where you shoot everybody and they start breaking down.
Everybody
and
was like, everyone's like,
yeah, everyone starts dancing and stuff like with the dubstep gun, and I was like, they're gonna laugh and stuff. They're gonna like find it funny. I was like, why wouldn't they? Like,
I like the monster truck. Actually, being able to drive and run over cars. Finally.
Well, they had some. No, they had that in the third one.
Yeah,
you probably just didn't get that vehicle yet. You eventually get a tank that can literally just fucking topple everything. It smashes them like the monster truck.
Yeah, it just drives over.
Yeah, it just drives over them.
But from like I said, I didn't get to finish the whole game itself. But just seeing that just like made me like, I need to finish the third one because I need to get ready for the fourth one. And it's like so like, I'm telling you guys, when you
seemingly like they like the idea with the the YouTube stuff where it's like they're really they're backing up that the community. Like, they pretty much create a sandbox and give you the tools, and you do whatever the fuck you want, and dick around and do whatever, and it makes for good stuff. So I mean, they understand that,
and that's good. Like, there's a lot of companies out there that don't look at us and what we do for them, and I like when companies really come out like, yo, we've seen your stuff, and like they get ideas from what we do.
They don't like it. I think they just don't understand it half the time.
You think?
They don't understand the fact that it's free promotion. Like, they would rather pay for, like, have a paid advertisement, as opposed
doing
to
what
just giving.
They know.
Yeah.
Like, that's what they know.
Because the norm is like, let's pay someone to advertise. Let's pay for a commercial.
Just so silly,
let's pay for getting this TV spot, stuff like that. When in turn they could have access to someone that has this many subscribers. Pay them a flat rate, and
pretty much
like that would be their advertisement. Like,
it's essentially more targeted and more effective than like TV advertising.
And essentially, it's the same shit we already do anyway.
And a good example that we have brought up is that was brought up to us is like, we have helped the Smite community immensely, and they're saying like a lot of companies that they would try to even like would do such a thing, they don't see us as such a like valuable asset to them. And people like the Mojang company, like, they see the community and they just capitalize on that, and it's smart. It's just smart business. And a lot of like, if
they don't understand that eventually if community is supported enough, and Valve is like the fucking
the beast
first hand like beast when it comes to this, but like Valve, if you make something, the community with it, as long as you support it, will get to the point where the community will take the game from you and continue it for you. Like
Team Fortress 2, Gmod, 2 of the best-selling games on Steam still to this day.
Yeah, what was the fucking week where I said about how much the guy from Gmod made, like, on fucking Gmod? It was fucking ridiculous how much he made, like 22 million or something like that.
What?
Ridiculous.
Yeah, off of Gmod.
Get the fuck out of here.
He got a lot of money from
It's
Gmod.
like a $5 game.
Obviously, obviously, he has to pay taxes and stuff like that.
Yeah,
but still,
Jesus fucking tap dancing Christ,
that's what, because Valve, like, their games, like,
that's what
TF2,
happens. You
I
get a
always say this,
sandbox.
it's
They make a sandbox, and then you got from like that, you got fucking Terrorist Town, Jailbreak, anything spawning off of that, any mods that people make off of that, like, and they all require Gmod to play, so everyone has to get Gmod. Like, it spawns off into its own thing.
Yeah,
there's like multiple games.
Yeah,
in
it's
one
the same
game.
thing with the whole Minecraft thing. Like, they kind of have the same apps, like survival games.
That from like Half-Life 2, though.
It was like the people that made
like
Team Fortress were a bunch of modders. They hired them on at Valve. I can't remember. There's like several teams. Portal was a bunch of kids at a university or something like that. They made Portal and they made it into a game.
So fucking cool.
Because that's what Valve does. They take people in the community and they hire them and they do amazing
That's
things.
even what like Counter-Strike was.
Counter-Strike was too.
Made by like students or something like that. It was made by like a small group.
They're all mods and stuff.
And for them, that's like, it's not a lot of money for them to pick them up, but for what they produce out of it, like, that's why Valve is fucking. That's why
Gaben
money.
is sitting there just swimming in his money.
Yeah,
Jesus,
Gaben.
still working on episode 3.
It's that hunger that keeps people.
He'll get there
around,
eventually.
That hunger for episode 3.
It's gonna get to the point though, just with like anything, where it's gonna come out and you're gonna like meh.
Yeah.
Like Duke Nukem.
Yeah.
It's gonna be shit.
Duke Nukem though, I was excited for it. Like, you can't take the Duke Nukem series and bring it to like modern day and be like, this is gonna be just as awesome as it was back then.
I don't know.
What else was delayed for a while and finally came out? I don't know.
Sniper Ghost Warrior 2's out.
Oh, that's a great game.
I should
Yeah.
probably play that. I played the first one. I was probably gonna. I only played like the side quest or whatever. That was quick.
Oh, the sniping mission.
You haven't
Yeah.
played that yet?
Nope.
Not
What's
yet.
wrong with you?
Doing something for it, all right?
He's gonna make something special.
He's probably gonna dress up in a ghillie suit
Oh.
and face cam it.
Yeah.
So yeah, Deep Silver.
I'd laugh if you just spoiled his you spoiled his idea. That would be
Yeah.
funny as shit.
That would be funny, wouldn't it? We're doing that now. So.
He's gotta go back to the fucking drawing board
Yeah,
now.
he's like, oh man.
Do you still have that Amazon receipt, by the way?
He's probably gonna go home and just tear down the whiteboard there.
You can have like your fucking black and white piano music comes on. Like, oh,
Oh no.
Fucking asshole.
But other than that, we
Deep
got
Silver. No, I
Deep
just
Silver. We
wanna
got
say
Dead
Deep
Island.
Silver.
Dead
Yeah.
Island. Saints Row. Are we missing? We're missing one more. Are we not?
Well,
Metro, we never got to see.
Metro.
Yeah, we never got to see Metro.
Yeah, Deep Silver's awesome. They were one of those great companies that we dealt
Got
with.
to meet
Did
Ari
you
for the
talk
first time.
about fucking Watch Dogs? Oh, 'cause
I did mention,
No.
but
Yeah, I said that it was a lot of the footage that was already put
Oh,
out.
oh,
It
sure,
wasn't. It
right.
wasn't. Yeah, it wasn't too much new
No,
stuff.
it was more fun to shit on me.
It was just like
That
you
Josh
know,
is
because
talking about
Sly
Watch
was his
Dogs.
first time
Oh, okay.
seeing it.
It was shit on Sly Dogs.
Just like,
Sly came out of it and he was like, "Man, this is just like Infamous," and they were like,
Why?
because that's like it's like a I don't want to say it's a rival game, but it's like it's not their game. Like
I
it's,
didn't like if I said it in like a bad light. No, I meant it like this is a.
I know, but I'm still saying like I wouldn't. I don't know. I wouldn't go up to the Volition guy and be like, "Man, what about GTA, man? That shit's coming out
What's
pretty
funny
soon."
This
about
is
that
just like GTA.
is
What?
that, first of all, that pisses developers off.
Exactly.
You went up
Yes.
to the Smite live stream, and you sat down, and the first thing you said is like, they asked you, why Smite? And you said, well, I want to compare it to, I don't want to say the name of the game, but let's start playing League of Legends. Right the fuck away, you dropped League
Oh
onto
no,
Smite.
I don't care.
that's bad.
I don't
Doing
care.
that,
Stupid.
that's
I
bad.
don't care because you know what?
You don't care?
I made a good point. I love League, but then I went to Smite, which is I feel it's better. That's why I went. I took the prop that it was League, and I said
They
something-
don't want League's fucking like second hand shit though.
They didn't make this appointments for me to go up there.
I know.
So
But
fuck.
they hired people that didn't even fucking know like what they were doing up there. But like,
They fucking had a guy
I'm just
who
saying,
had League
like,
of Legends cosplayers up there and was like,
I did. So what? What are you talking shit?
I should play League of Legends sometime.
he did say that.
And then
Fucking
fucking
guy.
Diablo 3 cosplayers went up. What are you? What the fuck is that?
The
What qualifications?
I
I
didn't-
haven't played any
But
games, so I'm
understand
just
this. Understand this though, and this is something that James had brought up. I'm fairly new to like talking to people like this, and I'm going with a gamer mentality. I don't know what is a sore like spot.
Exactly, yeah,
So
that's true.
It's a lot of things that I need to learn, and I'm being as honest as possible when it comes to these things. And if they tell me, hey, you don't do this, then I believe
They
it.
won't say that, but like we have to say that to you apparently. Like,
Well, then
just the thing is, like,
it's a learning
comparisons-
experience though.
yeah, it's just like, just for the future or whatever. Like, just don't
Don't talk
compare.
about their rival.
Like, you have like a Sony exclusive IP, and then they have Watch Dogs, which is multi-platform or whatever, and it's like it is kind of like it or whatever, but like.
This is almost as good as Infamous. I
They
like
don't.
this.
They don't. They're creating an original IP. Like they're trying to create an original IP here. They don't want it like to feel like it's resembling anything. Like they don't want to feel like it's a knockoff or
Nowadays,
something
it's
like
really
that.
hard to be original when it comes to things. And
But that's what they're trying to do with Watch Dogs. It is original and stuff like that.
in a way.
Like I don't feel like there's not fucking superpowers or anything like that in Infamous that I feel like it's
Are you
like
serious?
Infamous. It did not give me an Infamous vibe at all.
Well, what was that game that I compared to? Because there was a little bit of parkour involved to it, and essentially,
Probably
you-
fucking Prototype or
yeah,
something.
yeah. I was thinking of Prototype a little bit, and on top of that, you do have kind of superpowers because not an everyday person knows how to use all these hacking abilities. What? What was that nasty face?
That was nasty face at the explanation you're giving.
Are
He
you
does
serious?
kind of have superpowers because I mean, no one else has these kind of hacking.
Are you serious? Like to the extent
No,
to the
no,
extent that they
dude.
showed
There's
He doesn't-
superhuman feats.
That was his phone. That wasn't anything.
It's
to
all
do with
from his
him.
phone. Like it's.
But not. Do you have the ability to do all that he did? No.
It's a fucking video game.
Exactly.
So he's like Batman.
Yeah, he is. Exactly.
That would have been a better comparison
He was a
than saying
vigilante. Yes, that is.
That is exactly.
That would've been a
you could
better-
be. Oh, and they show you how you can be either a dick or you could be a nice person and help
Yeah.
civilians and whatnot.
See, so if you would have said that, like that would have been fine. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
Well, like I said, learning experience, live and learn, fuckers. So whatever.
those poor people were probably like,
Another one.
trying to create something original.
Just be like, yeah, I really like Call of Duty. It's my favorite game of all time. Just during like a fucking panel, they ask you if you like their game or not.
It didn't go to that.
Our shit is
extent.
always
Come
being compared to something else. Why? But yeah. So did we do anything else during that first day?
Did we do the little handheld thing?
on.
That was second day, I
The
believe.
second day. Okay.
Mhm.
That was cool as shit too.
So should we move on to the second day then?
We're moving to the second day.
Well, I'm
now.
trying to think if anything else happened.
Oh
the
yeah,
first day.
well I know that after the
Is there
end of
any
the first day.
panels the first day that we tried to go to?
What was it? When was the Rooster Teeth one? Was it the first or second day?
That might have been the first day.
No, that was the first day. We went to the Rooster Teeth panel.
Second day, the only panel that we did was Daisy. So yeah, it would have been the first
Yeah,
day.
the
then.
first day we did the Rooster Teeth panel, and
Yes.
somebody take over this one. I don't.
So
want-
we went up for Rooster Teeth's panel, and we had a group of like fucking 10 people, and there's no way because they had
The
closed
line
it.
was
They
cut
closed.
off.
Yeah, they cut off the line, so there was no way like that we could do anything like with getting a line or whatever. And we were like, because we know a few people, from Rooster Teeth or whatever, so we figured like they could get us in like. For that, this idiot over here, Jordan is like, how could they do that? Like, how could they do
how?
that? It's their fucking panel. How could they not let if you can't let your own fucking people in on your panel, then why the fuck would you want a panel?
Yep.
If I couldn't invite my mom to my panel and they'd be like, no, it's full.
Is
Are you
your
fucking
mom
kidding
coming
me?
to RTX?
Yeah, I'll be like, Mom, I'll fucking bring you out to RTX so you can see my panel. You can see how far I've come. It's like, what the fuck? I don't understand, like, they could get people in, basically. But, like, I tweeted to them, and they had said about going around to
the side door.
side door.
That was the big thing. The side door.
We go up to the fucking the security people or whatever, the guard people,
Personnel.
and we were like, we were told to go to the side door, and they were like, there is no side door. Well,
This is
it's
the
just
only way
Yeah,
up.
she was like, this is it. Like it's like the
We
escalator.
were still on the second
Yeah.
floor that the line was on, and then the what's it called? The big room was on the third floor, which was
It's
one
like
up, so.
the left escalator, the right escalator, and that was about it. And there was like, there's no side door, so it was like, okay. But then at the same time, Kovic was with the person that we were like,
supposed
to be looking for. So then we met up with them, and then we all went up and we kind of hung out in Rooster Teeth's back room.
And that's what that's
when
big
the
bathroom video was,
Yeah.
after they had gone to set up for the thing.
And I was laughing because this was something that's so fucking ignorant on the part of like people that like, just watch the video or whatever. There were so many people commenting on the chick that was in the video. They're like, damn, she's so fucking hot. So I should really get with that chick and stuff like that. And I'm just sitting there like, you ignorant fucker. That's Birdie's girlfriend. Like, it's Birdie Burns' girlfriend in the video. Like, nobody knows that. It wasn't in the description or anything like that.
I didn't want her. For me, when we recorded that video, I didn't really want to plug her in. If she wanted to, it was all like indiscretion.
Yeah.
So,
And it's like, do you
But
mind?
people automatically assume, like, oh, it's a random hot chick back there. She's not affiliated with Rooster Teeth in any way. Like, why the fuck would she be back there? It's just a random hot chick that they brought in.
It was. I did see a few of the comments, and I did facepalm a few times.
It's like, what the fuck do you think? Like, and I was just thinking, like, oh my god, it's fucking Birdie Bird's girlfriend, you fucking dick. Fucking idiot people. Like, what the fuck? Like,
some people are not a fan of Rooster Teeth. They don't know that.
That's true, but
So it
like,
must be a little-
why would they
At the same time,
automatically
even
assume?
then, why would you even do
Why
that?
would you automatically assume there's a hot chick back there, man? So I need to get with her. Like, why? Why?
You're like bringing logic to an already completely illogical statement.
Yeah? Why?
I mean, somebody commenting that is not going to have the thought process to be like, you know what? maybe I shouldn't say that. Maybe the reason she's there is because she's on the Rooster Teeth's accord.
Yeah.
And not because she's just there randomly to stand around and be hot.
Okay.
Wow, my life is really twisted. And I'm a stupid fuck.
Maybe, yeah, it causes them to rethink everything in their head. Like,
But
their
hey,
entire thought process
I got
is
to
being...
say hi to Monty for the first time there.
There you
Monty
go.
Python?
Monty.
Monty
The Holy
Python.
Grail?
Yeah,
Is the
Monty.
Holy Grail?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
So
he
they
got
they were
red
all
hair.
back there, and then they went out and did their panel, and then we got to sit like in the front row for their panel.
Yeah. Oh wait, what was
We
the
sat
thing?
next to Major
There you go.
Nelson.
Yeah,
He was
yeah.
only there for a few minutes before he left. I don't know what he was
At this
doing,
point,
but-
like, I don't know. I always see Major Nelson, so now it's just kind of like, oh, it's Major
Oh,
Nelson.
Major Nelson.
That's Major Nelson.
Really? Is it?
It's Major
Isn't he
Nelson.
like a big, like iconic?
I'm not starstruck by him anymore.
I'm not starstruck by you, James.
That's what I mean, he just goes there to do his podcast or something like that. I don't know what he does. He's like their spokesperson. He's like their. He's supposed to be
still at
their.
Microsoft, or-
What's his name? Butler guy.
Butler guy.
From fucking Sony. I forget what his name is. Something
Uh,
Butler.
Oh yeah, I
Kevin
remember.
Butler, yeah.
Yeah.
He was there before they introduced Kevin Butler, but Sony tried to make a Major Nelson out of Kevin Butler, and that kind of flopped for them.
I used to
But-
like him a lot. Whatever happened to him?
He sunk their battleship.
Yeah, he sunk their battleship. The fucking idiot.
what do
He fucking. What did he do? He fucking.
He retweeted the crack code that would
yeah,
get
yeah.
into the PlayStation Network or something like that.
It was
And
at the
said-
time that people were hacking the PSN network.
And he retweeted. I don't know what
Yeah.
the code was. It was an all-access code that pretty much break the system or whatever, and he could.
GG!
hack himself.
Yeah,
he
he
retweets
retweeted
it
it.
and said, "You sunk my battleship." I don't know. I mean, he probably had like how many followers did he have?
I don't know.
He has a lot of followers because he's a more.
He had a good
What's
actor.
that happened? What's Sony? That guy that did he did the PlayStation commercials. You know, the one that's always like, you know, people are like, "Oh, what is this PlayStation?" He's like, "Oh, he's got like the blonde hair."
That's
him.
Kevin Butler.
That's
That's
him.
him.
That's him.
Yeah.
Didn't he do like a thing for the Wii too? Like he
Yeah, they had
did
brought
some
that
shit
up.
for Nintendo.
Yeah, they had
Did
found
he?
it. They had found that he did that. It wasn't Sony that found that, but like fans had found that. They're like, you know.
Speaking of Sony, let's go right into that.
Oh God.
Okay, so this would be the second day.
Second
then,
day.
right?
We're so well.
We didn't really do too much else for
Yeah,
the first day.
First day was well.
So-
we didn't do too much. We took
Second
shit
day, we
time.
really tried to take advantage of the 2-hour early thing, and we went to the Last of Us booth. And
Ooh.
the Last of Us is a game like I really wanted to fucking play at every fucking event, and it would always be one that's like super packed. Like it would always be one that has a crazy line and shit. And it's like, I want to play it, but I'm not gonna sit in a 4-hour line to play it.
Yep.
So now that we got the early bird thing, like, you know, we were able to get in to play it, and we
On
got
top
in
of
first.
that.
Yeah, and in the line.
Go
in the
ahead.
line.
Well, yeah. Actually, let me. I see this gentleman coming into the line.
Yo, quit your phone.
Yeah,
fucking-
what the fuck is
are
wrong
you
with
What do you
doing?
want me to do? Like, I didn't fucking
Pay
play the
attention!
Last
God.
of Us. I only saw people play it.
Anyways,
Trying to get my business
story
card on
time.
top of it.
Story time with Daddy Sly Fox. So I'm in the line and I see this guy with a Killing Floor hoodie, and I'm like, holy shit, nice hoodie. Where did you get it? I'm like, do you play the game a lot? And he's like, yeah, I created it. And and I'm gonna repeat what I said to other people. I just felt this giant wave of embarrassment, just like, I'm like, I just like regained my composure. I'm like, oh my god, I'm so sorry. I'm like, how you doing? My name is,
Yeah.
and I called James. I'm like, James. He was like, James, like already like in front of the line to be ready to play fucking Last of Us.
Yeah, yeah,
and here
yeah,
I'm
they got
excited,
split up.
and I'm here excited because I fucking find it like the dude from Killing Floor, and I play the shit out of this game. I know Seamus has played the shit out of this game. All of us have played a good
Yeah.
chunk of it. And we're talking, and he gave us some sort of information. And I think
I cut back. I go back in the line.
He's like, hey, James.
Well, the thing was,
James did one
like-
of these. He's like, hey, how you doing? Like
Yeah.
over the top thing. Yeah, I'm like, I love that because James just like, hey, what you doing? He's
Yeah,
just-
well, there were people in front of, behind me, and I just fucking, you know, I like shook his hand and I fucking went back. The people that were there, it was funny, like, because this will probably get brought up like later in this story, but there were people that were there under special guest pass, and
Oh yeah.
yeah,
What the hell does that
the
mean?
guy running the Last of Us booth, which turned out to be the dickhead later, came up and he didn't know what the hell, like, you know, they, you know, were there for either. And he was going to boot him out. But it turned out, like, one of the other guys that, like, one of the guys that teach you how to play the game, like, that are there at each booth, he came up and he was just like, you know, no, they're my
Oh
my
yeah,
real
that
friends or
dude,
whatever.
that
Like,
dude, he was way more.
I guess that was Sly's,
he
like,
was
guy.
my mentor, and yeah, he helped me like after I got destroyed 3 times already, he's like, oh, you have to do this. He was way more concerned about helping his little buddies than somebody that has an exhibitor patch. I'm like, like he just pissed the shit out of me, cause like he's like. He had kind of like this swag ghetto thing to him, kind of deal with him, and like he just like
what does that mean, Sly?
Swag ghetto thing to him.
He was just he didn't seem the type of person that you would kind of see there, and like
what?
Hey, again, I'm digging this.
You're getting deeper now.
Give me a second. No, we're not gonna edit this part because this is legit. He was
recovery time.
No, this is not recovery time. This is me.
Swag ghetto, not supposed to be there.
Listen. I'm digging, but there's treasure underneath of this. All right, there's all this dirt. So, all right. All right. So this guy was more concerned about his 2 little friends playing than me knowing what's going on. Yet, fucking James over there had Super Trooper guy.
I had the coolest fucking guy.
He had not only he was cool, he had nice hair. He
had flowing locks.
He was the bee's knees. And here I have
he
fucking
only helped James.
Here I have fucking Biggie Smalls or whatever. I'm like, what the fuck?
Wow.
Yeah,
Biggie Smalls.
The special guest passes, the food vendors have the special guest passes.
So probably I don't know
if they're the same coordinates.
I don't know, but it just like
They
you
knew
know
that
what
guy.
you know what though, like the dude was just like he just had this attitude to himself. If he was like more polite to me and more like he carried himself better, then I would respect him. But he treated me like if he went the streets. This is the way I'm gonna. He treated me like
He saw you and was intimidated by you.
intimidated by me.
he treated him as if they were on the street.
Like he was like
What kind of street, Sly?
You had a whole interaction with this one person and you never talked to him.
he just felt like he was treating me like this guy took like he got
This guy helped James out. And
Let me
no
tell
one
you,
else.
by the guy that was helping me, I could tell he lived in a high horse house, but he was very humble about it. He probably gives a lot to charity.
just all right. So either
He
way,
probably uses dope.
I'm just saying though, this guy will be the kind of people that you would just see around the streets and would treat you like shit because they don't know you. There was nothing polite about him. That's what I'm trying to go
Okay.
at. Is that a better way?
Yeah.
Treating somebody like shit and you don't even know him.
The way he carried himself.
The way this
It was the
person-
way he carried
that
himself.
person.
The way he carried himself.
I just found it funny that James was getting all this help from this awesome guy. I was talking to the guy too. And then there's a guy that I think this guy was also supposed to be helping, which would have been like Sly and this other guy.
Oh yeah.
So
There's
he
this
was
part.
just getting up.
There's a part in the game where like there's these things called clickers.
Oh my god.
And they're one hit kill no matter what. Like
they gave you super hickeys.
if they
close
catch
to
you,
they'll
yeah.
catch you. It'll go to a cinematic and you're dead.
And you're dead.
Yeah, you're dead. One hit, pretty
This
much.
was really fun, actually.
They can't see you.
Yeah.
They
They can't
have
see you.
sonar.
So the guy was telling me, like, he was behind me. My guy was telling me, you know, you gotta take them out first. You know, he was trying to help me out with different strategies and stuff to taking them out. And meanwhile, while I'm doing this guy next to me was getting fucking pissed. This guy next to
so
me,
funny.
he was like, every time he would die, I'd watch him. He'd sit there and he'd die, and he'd just be like looking around, like he's holding the controller. It's like he wanted to slam the controller down or something like that. I told the guy that was helping me, I was like, you might want to help him. Like, he looks like he
He
needs
didn't
help.
do it though. He just kept on looking over
Yeah.
there. The guy would just get dead. I just see the
The guy would
over
walk
and
up
over.
and he'd give him a tip or something like that, and the guy like he would have none of it. Like it was like the kid wouldn't listen. Like he didn't give a shit.
It was hilarious. Just watch him die over and over again. He was just getting so upset. And he was like,
Yeah. He was getting really pissed off.
Yo, I wish people could see what face Cujo was.
That's what he was doing.
Because he was
Yeah.
legitimately like that's. Oh my god.
Reminded me a lot of the fucking Devil May Cry guy from what's it called when we were doing the Resident Evil stuff. I think it was in Germany. Like there was always this one guy.
Yeah, the
that's,
guy
like,
that was getting angry.
super pissed off at the game demo. It's like, well, you know, you fucking lost his sale. Like he doesn't want to fucking play this.
But going back to the game seems it's gonna be a shit ton of fun.
Yes.
I was kind of getting a little bit frustrated myself with the clickers, and James right away he's like, "If you don't like the clickers, give up on the
I
game."
didn't say if you don't like it. I said if you're having a problem with it, then you're probably not gonna like the full game because it's not like
because it's not a learning curve, you know. Because I'm not gonna get used to them and then learn about it. James
You
was
don't know that.
James like, "Hey, you don't like the clickers? Give up. You're not gonna like the game. This game is not made for
That's what I
you."
did.
And I'm like, "What the fuck?" Like, I was so
I was like, you take your guy from the streets, you go back on the streets. I was like, you can't fucking play a game like this. I was like, this isn't a game for you. I was like, fuck off.
He was writing me out from this game. He's like, don't play this game, man. This is not for you. You have a hard problem.
You still gonna get it?
Of course I'm gonna get it. It looks
exactly
fun as
what
shit.
I said.
It looks fun as shit. It
was pretty much Uncharted. Like James explained it to me, and it made complete sense after watching it. But it's like all the Uncharted animations. It's the Uncharted engine.
It's like a survival, fucking Uncharted game for the most part.
James, what was the cherry on the top?
Also, after we got done playing the demo and everything, and because my guy was so cool and Sly's wasn't, I started talking to him, and I was like, you're really cool. I was like, you're cool.
You're really cool.
Your hair is lovely.
I was like, your hair, man. What kind of conditioner do you use and stuff?
Can I run my fingers through it?
I asked him. I was like, so are you guys Sony or are you guys, Naughty Dog or whatever? And he was like, we're all Sony, and I guess there wasn't any Naughty Dog people there, so they're all Sony there. And I noticed that they were all wearing The Last of Us shirts and stuff, and I was like, so is there any way that I could get a shirt or something like that or anything? I told him pretty much everything, and he was like, yeah, you gotta find the bald guy. He's our PR guy. And I was like, oh, I was like, you don't have any pool or anything like that? He was like, no, I don't have any pool. He's like, sadly, I don't have any pool here. I was like, fuck. Like, the really cool guy doesn't have any pool at all.
Man. The really cool
he needs
guy.
He needs a
promotion.
He needs
promotion.
to be the PR guy.
Yeah, he needs to be promoted then.
Because what happened next?
He's a guy that was like, easy to fucking, talk to about like playing the demo and stuff like that. He was just someone that was really like cool about.
He was just really
I was like
inviting.
saying when I was dying and stuff like that, he was trying to give me tips, and I was like, I bet you fucking sit here every day of this event and just sit back there and laugh at the people that are dying over and over again at these clicker parts. He's like, yeah, I do.
Because everyone in the line was dying. There wasn't really anyone that was
nobody. There was not a story where like, man, this guy came into the game, it was successful, killed a clicker.
Yeah, it was
no,
a fairly unique element.
He
that,
knows
most
what
people
part
had
to step
learn.
in. Like, he knows what part to step in and be like, okay, this is what you got to do, because it's always the same fucking part for everybody.
I would die if I had that role because I had enough trouble watching that one guy getting mad, watching these two.
But yeah, that wasn't the cherry on the top.
But yeah, so he told me to go find the bald PR guy. So I went to find the bald PR guy, and it was the same guy that I was saying, was about to kick those special guest people out.
Foreshadowing.
Yeah, pretty much, seemingly. So I go up to him, and I explain everything to him. I'm like, I was talking to the other Sony guy, the guy that was at my booth. He was teaching me how to play. He was really cool and everything, and he was saying to go to you for, a shirt or something like that. And this guy, he just kind of, like, nudges me out of the booth.
It's like roped off.
Yeah, it's roped off. He nudges me out of the booth.
Tapping
he's just
him on
like,
the back,
at the same time, he's saying, we don't do that. Then he closes me out of the booth and walks away. And I'm just left
we don't
standing
do that for
there.
exhibitors.
He's like, no, exhibitor don't go.
Yeah.
No, it's not for exhibitors.
We don't do that for exhibitor or media. Like, he's like, I was like, okay, do I have to go through
He didn't
the
say
line?
anything. He
Do I have to
didn't
get
say
a new
anything.
pass or what?
Nothing.
Like, he just walked away after he kicked me out. He walked away. Like, I didn't even have any... okay.
That was their PR
And just
guy?
seeing
That was their PR
just seeing
guy.
like he would not make eye contact. You just kind of looking around as he's pushing
Yeah,
James
yeah.
out. Like, okay, yep, we don't do that. We don't do that for exhibitors. Then close the thing and walked away.
Yo, James was heated.
I was
James
like,
was
fuck
so
your
heated.
fuck your people then. Like, what the fuck is that? Like,
Yo,
what?
That was the starting. That was like, James was like,
I was like, why the fuck would you treat someone like that? How could there be someone on your team that's so fucking cool and not, like,
full of
in that
themselves.
position? Like, why the fuck isn't that guy in that position? He's the fucking cool guy. Why do you have a dickhead in that fucking position where he's like...
He's jealous of the other guy's hair.
Yeah, I guess apparently.
I
was
think
bald and wanted that hair.
actually, I retract all my statements about the street. I think everybody's just jealous of the hair.
Yeah.
Has to
I
be.
couldn't believe it. Like, I was like, what the fuck? I was like, to be honest, like, if you're saying something like that to somebody, I was like, you don't know who I am. Like, you don't know what kind of outlet, like, I'm from, or,
But
you know,
that's what I'm-
you don't know, like, what if I'm from IGN and I immediately want to...
Especially, why would you treat somebody shitty with...
Yeah.
like, a pass that not everybody gets?
Yeah, yeah.
Why?
You would
don't-
think that
they
these
don't
people...
know, like, again, I don't think... What gets me is that the big companies like Sony, like, some of them don't understand it. Like, I went to, like, the Anomaly booth at one point, and that guy there was, like, he knew right away. Like, I was like, oh, do YouTube? And he's like, yeah. And he was, mentioned, like, Total Biscuit. He was giving me all these people. He
And
was
that's
like,
the guy
yeah.
that was next to the fucking...
Yeah, he
to
was
the Happy Wheels
he
booth.
right away was like, yeah, you guys are, he's like, I think you guys are the future of all this stuff. I go up to the Dust fucking 541 Eve booth, And then the PR there, he had no fucking idea. I don't think he even knew what YouTube was. Because I'm explaining to him, like, this is what I do. This is what people watch.
They have those subscriptions.
He's like,
subscriptions flowing in.
We have, we have people that we have promoters. I'm like, who the fuck are your promoters? Because I haven't heard about your game, so then obviously they're doing a good job. That's probably what that Sony guy probably saw, like, the exhibitor. He's like, yeah, I don't know. These guys
he's probably looking at it as competition.
Yeah,
Exhibitor badge. Like,
or
it could
some
be
shit
any...
like that.
How are we
I don't
competition when it
understand
said Twitch TV on their fucking thing?
That's true too. It did say Twitch. It said
said
Twitch on our badge.
plain as day on our pass.
It's not like
Twitch
if we saw it or
TV.
not.
Did you do Marvel after that?
Oh, Marvel was
Yes.
that was
Can you
that was
flown to Marvel from the Twitch thing?
no, it wasn't. It was a little bit different. I feel the Marvel one. It was
When was it? Was the Marvel one on
Marvel.
day 3?
Marvel was on day 3. Marvel was.
Because I was thinking, because we played that State
Marvel
of the
was-
Decay,
Yeah,
it had a
it's
completely
State of
different
Decay.
experience.
It was right in the morning, and we caught this dude coming in. Or do we want to talk about that right away now, or that?
I don't know. I was just saying that the Sony guys are fucking like that didn't make any sense to me. That Sony's like head PR guy could be such a dick and brush it off like whatever. It was just like, huh?
Kind of same thing with the Marvel dude. Like it was kind of like
No, the Marvel dude was completely different. And
really?
I'll explain that.
Well, can we just jump into that right now since we're in the same path for that?
Okay, go for it.
So me, Kucher, and James go and we were talking about Marvels. I know Jane was talking
Marvel
about
Heroes.
Yeah, Marvel Heroes, and we talked about that before. And I was interested in seeing. I wanted to talk to one of them.
Marvel Heroes is pretty much the guy that made Diablo 1 and 2. Went over and got the license for Marvel and is making a Diablo-like game with Marvel.
Yep.
Pretty much.
So when it comes to this, I see this gentleman coming in with a coffin, whatever, and I started talking to him. And this guy he sold me the game pretty much, and I bought it. I bought the game
for $190.
I got the whole thing. I got the whole thing. I got the whole
the
thing.
biggest pack.
The biggest pack.
like 100
exclusive pack.
But the reason why is because it comes with an Iron Man exclusive one. I don't care. Jane, you guys can give me shit, but he sold me, and I'm gonna believe the dude sold me hard.
I'll tell you what, you can make the biggest piece of shit. Just make sure you have Iron Man in there, and then you'll sell it to him.
I'll buy it. I'm
Make sure he has like 5 different costumes.
Mm-hmm.
Do you look at the game? Because I looked at the game. Did you look at the game?
He didn't see
before you
anything
bought
from it.
No,
I
I
don't think.
did.
Did you?
I did play
You
it
never-
before. I did
You
play
played
before.
it?
You played it? You were saying over there you
The
never
creative pack,
played it.
I did. No, I played Hulk, and I didn't like how Hulk played though. That's the only thing. And I
Are you
heard
sure?
from and I heard from other friends that
Do you
have.
play those type of games? Like, do you play Diablo 2?
I was just saying. I'm really into. But the thing is, like,
He was saying later in the day he just wanted to find a game that he could play with me.
I did.
Aww.
I did say that. I did.
You're a dick.
He made me feel really
It was
bad.
a bad choice.
Yeah.
Well, anyway, but on top of that, you see how the office is built and everything. I like a lot of things when it comes to Marvels. I like everything Marvel.
But you don't have to like every like piece of shit Marvel.
Well, it doesn't matter. It was my decision. Okay,
Like the new
because
Batman,
because
like-
Trust me, I like a lot of Resident Evil stuff, but those movies are fucking shit.
because
Did you like
spending
Raccoon City?
$17 on 8 lives for Bedazzle or whatever, it's not. Come on, everybody has their own thing. Everybody spends their money how they want to do
I
it.
probably would have done this.
So whatever. Alright, but the thing is like mind you, if it was the other guy that was talking, alright, so this guy was just like telling me about everything about
He
the
was
game.
nice.
No,
Yeah. So there was one guy that sold him on the game, but then there was another guy that was like,
If that
meh.
other guy would have came, I would not buy it. I'll promise you to God, I would have not bought that game. But this,
No, it just
this,
looked really weird. Like,
Huh?
it just looked like a weird game in general. If you're
It
talking
is-
about the game, it just
it is
like
a weird.
I saw Thor flying around and he was doing like fucking 90-degree turns and shit.
No, it is pretty buggy. It is pretty
is-
buggy.
it was-
And it's like the same build, seemingly, from what I've played. I've only played like maybe 5 minutes of it. But PAX East last year, I think I had seen it first there. And it had very bad hit detection. Like, you would swing and it would register super fucking late. And I was like, well, that's going to be a big fucking issue if it's like a Diablo type game.
The mindset that I have is like, hopefully this is alpha beta. So like, those things should.
It's
get
still
pop-
in beta, but
So
it's
it
supposed to
should-
be out in
I don't know if
June.
that was worth me anymore, like alpha, beta. Like Minecraft was in beta.
Well,
for a long time.
Minecraft
Yeah.
you can't
And then,
use.
like,
You can't
have
use.
Daisy that's an alpha, and they're like both like even though they're
You
different
can't.
stages,
They
they're still, like,
stretch that way too much. But
Yeah,
regardless of the
use it a
case,
lot.
what we're going into is like this first dude sold me the game, and I was like, oh my god, this game is gonna be awesome. All these skins and everything. All right, he sold me. But then this other individual comes into the play, and he just like shit on anything that this other guy built. He just like, this guy made the Empire State Building of Jenga thing, and this other one just like, fuck it. and
Yeah,
just
see,
destroy
like
it.
everything the other guy would say, this guy would be like talking under his breath. Like
Yeah, he
saying
would like
that.
correct him and stuff. Like the one guy would be like, you'd also get this pack with it or something like that, and the other guy would be like, no, you don't. Something like that. Like,
Yeah,
it's just like he would just correct him with everything he would say.
And then I'm like, at one point he said something about the NDA. He was like,
That's what I was saying.
Go ahead,
Like
take over.
I talked to him, because I knew the game had a strict NDA. Like you can't stream it, you can't do anything with it. And I was like, because he had seen that me and Horton had Twitch. We had Twitch hoodies on and we had Twitch badges.
yeah, they
so he
decked
initially
out.
thought we were from Twitch, which kind of makes this worse that he thought we were from Twitch and he still acted kind of the way he did. But he thought we were from Twitch, and he was talking to us about Twitch, and I was saying okay, like when is the NDA gonna be lifted, and when are people gonna be able to broadcast your game or whatever? Because I was thinking. Not just for myself or whatever, but for everyone. When they would allow that, because if they're planning on doing it, like releasing it in June, and they still have a fucking NDA on it now, it's like, how much time are they gonna give people to like throw their game out?
To hype it up.
Apparently, right now they don't give a shit, and
Yeah.
like they don't want people to throw it out anyway.
Oh my god, it was
because
so funny.
He was like, well, we have the NDA in place. We don't know when we're going to be taking it down and stuff like that. He was like, we stream on our own Twitch channel. And he was like, the thing is...
Which, probably, how many people actually watch that?
I don't
Like
know.
20?
He had said that they stream on their own. And then at the same time, he was saying, if we find other people streaming our game, we'll go in, tell them that they've broken the NDA, then they'll shut their channel down. It's like,
but James is saying very nicely. I'm gonna try to, and also he had an accent to him, so he had like the whole flair.
He was
to him.
English.
He was English, so he's like, well, what we do with if and by the way, I'm shit with accents, so let me just bring that up. But he just went. He's like, if you think we're gonna go there and we're gonna, hey, you're doing it wrong, and we're gonna shut them out. Like he would just see
Exactly.
The way
I think I had a more accurate representation of it.
but in my mind, I'm like, why are you being such a cock? Your partner here is selling me the game.
Yeah.
He went all out, and you're gonna shit on all his work.
I was just like, in general, I was like, okay, like,
you already bought the game.
yeah, it's true.
After
He did already
got
buy
done
the game.
talking,
I mean, what the
there was
fuck?
a small little bit of silence. Then he's like, "So are you paying with a card?" And he brought out his iPad, and they did the
you
deal.
paid for it even after that?
Huh?
Yeah.
They did the deal.
Well, I paid for it because I wanted it. What's the problem with that?
I don't know, because what the guy just said to you. You think
I would still.
The thing was, it made it seem like the promotion end, like whatever. It's like they knew that there's a presence. They knew that people wanted to stream their shit on Twitch and wanted to like promote this form and stuff like that. But it's like
They shut 'em
we're
down.
gonna go the extra mile. Go in, tell you're fucking not allowed
Like,
to
it wasn't
stream
necessary.
it. That you've broken the NDA, and then we're gonna shut your
if they
channel
don't
down.
stop streaming, we shut them down.
I mean-
shut them down.
It's like copyright strikes. They give you a strike or whatever. It doesn't shut your fucking channel down. It could result in that.
And then
But-
all of you guys think about it. Have you guys never like bought a game and you're like, oh, this is gonna be fun, and then you regret it? Then maybe that'll be my case. But at the end of the day, everybody makes that fucking mistake. I was drawn into the Iron Man thing. It was an
Have you ever made
exclusive
that
thing.
mistake before? You ever bought a game where you're just like,
Yes.
I don't want to play this?
No,
Yes.
because you don't know if I want to play it. You don't know if I'm gonna.
Have you
enjoy
ever
it.
bought a $180 game that you then regretted?
I think the most expensive thing I bought was Halo Reach. So I guess yeah. 'Cause I bought the fucking
The legendary.
and that was probably one of the most things.
And
that
are you
I
telling me that a
regretted.
lot of you guys haven't got like a super extreme package? And then did you even use it?
I mean, at the end of the day,
I've
did
never
you really
done that.
use it? I bought the Max Payne Special Edition. That statue looks like shit. He's just sitting on my dresser, and I'm just like, what do I do with this? At the end of the day, what is it that I've done with Max Payne?
Go Ein. Go and take that statue down.
Tear that statue apart because I regret buying it.
But the point was that when it comes to like being like these like I guess top dogs when it comes to like companies and whatever, like don't be such a fucking
Be like Deep Silver. Be like
like-
Jim.
be like
Be
fucking
like the
high
people
res.
of high res.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Be cool. Like we'll get in it. We haven't really talked about high res too
Oh
much.
my
just
God.
just understand that there is the platform that's out there to advertise your shit freely for the most part. It's like we already fucking play them regardless because that's the content we create.
Yep.
So it's like, why not be happy that someone is promoting your shit in a positive way, as opposed to you making this shitty ass commercial that people are just like, what the fuck is this? Like, it doesn't make any sense to me, especially for those Mario people. It was obvious they knew that there were people out there like that.
But you think that
but
big companies would lead by example, because you have like Blizzard, you have like Bungie, Microsoft, like companies that are huge that are letting people promote their shit regardless. And then you have like
I don't know.
Valve, and you have little companies that are like, no, we have an NDA,
we're stingy,
and we'll report your channel. It's like, what the fuck is that?
Yeah,
like,
it's been pretty mixed. Like the companies that I've seen that have been fine with it.
That's
I see EA, they're good. Ubisoft is good. 2K are good. They're like they're pretty big companies. What was the
Rockstar's loosened up a lot.
Yeah, Rockstar
they
has.
were one of the stingiest companies. They
Wait,
were
what?
Kind of are though.
not as bad as they were. Like before, they
No, they let me do a playthrough of fucking Max Payne. So I mean,
but that you have to get like
that was the game that caused them to change their like.
After that, they had
whatchamacallit,
started
though.
to loosen up with that in like LA Noire. Like,
It was like you can only do it if it's a full game
like
thing,
cutscenes.
something
They
like
didn't
that.
really do any
Like
cutscenes. It
they
was
do have
ridiculous.
specific things to it, but they allow it.
I mean, like a good example is like League of Legends. Like because League of Legends, like if it didn't have this, like people who didn't stream it all the time and didn't play it, I don't think it would be as big.
I think League of
No.
Legends really blew up with the whole tournament thing though.
But that was because of
sorry.
Twitch and
Yeah.
stuff. They would hold the tournaments
I
and
mean,
shit.
that's just like one instance of showing the public your game over and over
Yep,
again,
yep.
and everyone plays it. Because I remember, the reason I bought it was because I watched somebody play it, and I was like,
It was the
I
time
thought it's
when-
free to play.
when TSM was
yeah,
a big thing.
TSM started,
I thought League is free to play.
It is free to play, but you
Did
can
I say
pay.
buy it?
You can.
Well, I mean, yeah, I guess installed it, I meant, but I mean, you still buy it because you fucking pay for the skins that.
And you
I don't
for-
pay for. It's a free to play game. You don't have to buy anything.
What about the fuck? Okay, Smite. What do
Yeah,
have?
you fucking get
You
stuff for
pay
Smite.
shit.
I didn't pay for
Yeah,
anything.
you fucking
Bullshit,
high
you
horse,
didn't.
High res.
He's
Kutra.
fucking lying.
But yeah, no. At least in that aspect, what the fuck, people? Like, we're here to help you. Let us help you.
We're as in a great game, The Conduit 2.
What?
It's an amazing game. They were here to help. We are the same, just like Abraham Lincoln and George Washington.
I'm lost with this one.
We're here to help.
It's just.
Can you help me out with this
Like,
one,
we're
Jay?
gonna, like hashtag NDA for the people or something like that. Freedom.
We have a big fucking thing going, like a big
Like a big.
sign here or whatever.
It's gonna be.
Petition.
It's gonna
Yeah,
be,
big petition.
It's gonna be bigger than Coney. Bigger than Coney.
Bigger,
NDA.
I don't know about that.
NDA. Well, as long as Jordan doesn't jerk off next to a car, then it's fine.
Yeah, as long as I don't strip down and like go downtown and dance around, then I think we should be good.
So
But,
what else? You were talking about the high res or whatever you were talking about.
Oh, yeah,
I'm gonna
yeah,
go
they-
pee real quick.
Go for it.
Yeah, high res though. They like James was saying, he got us passes, exhibitor passes and stuff, and they were just treating us really well that entire
Iris
time.
went ham.
We met the CEO, COO,
We the main guy and everybody.
CEO.
Is that what you
Yeah,
call it?
yeah.
Okay, cool. I don't
But
know.
they were all really great.
He's the
the top dog.
the developer.
Yeah, the developer.
But yeah, no. By name, his name is Eres, and we met.
Eres?
Well, that's how Natalie corrected me. His name is how you say it's Eres, Todd, and Neville.
So-
Neville.
Neville.
Neville. He said that's a really.
It's like that's like because the way the
It's a really fancy name, Neville.
name is
Is it Greek? Is
Nabil.
it Greek?
Is it?
I thought he was.
But
I thought it was Arabic.
No.
but regardless of anything,
I wasn't
the
sure. 'Cause
people.
he was from Qatar. Qatar.
But the people from Hi-Res took care of us immensely. They have, it's just a good example of a good, developer, a good company. They noticed that we
Indie
have,
company.
we have brought so much for them, and not only us, but you guys, all the fans out there have been like so supportive about the game itself, and they acknowledge that. They're like, if it wasn't for you, like you guys have done way more for us than a lot of other people have, and I'm not gonna go into detail with that, but like they have acknowledged that. And it's like amazing how welcoming, how humble such a big game is already. Because to some people, to an extent, you might think Smite is not humongous in comparison to say to League, but League has been there for like how long?
2 years.
So Smite at the point where it is, like they're doing 10K tournaments, and from what I know, when the game is released, there's gonna have $100,000 tournament already. that shit is like, what? $100,000 just to be a really into a game? I'm down for that. And it's in such an early stage. You know, this is what a lot of other companies should kind of start looking into and kind of follow and leave.
They were cool.
That's all you have to say.
They gave us a bunch of shirts to give out at the fan meetup, and
they were cool. They gave me
they
toys.
gave us shirts and the skin codes and all that too. So that was really cool.
Is that all you have to say for them?
No, they were cool.
Man,
cool.
Man, this
cool.
guy.
I don't want to go into exact details. Everything they did.
Yeah, no, it's more on the I guess.
No, they're an awesome company.
And there's a lot of big things happening for that. So if you guys are interested in a fun game, look into Smite because they really care and they constantly.
Tribes Ascend.
And Tribes.
Oh yeah, they did Tribes too.
Yeah, they did. What
And Global Agenda.
Global Agenda, yeah.
Yeah. So, but no, they're saying that they're big.
Smite's their main.
Yeah,
man
their baby right now.
Yeah, I can see that.
So it's cool of them to.
Tribes isn't too bad. Okay,
I never could get into. I'll be honest with you. I never
it
could.
like Smite.
I'm not. I can't talk shit about Tribes because I really never fully gave it a shot. But from what I
They
saw,
had it last year at PAX.
Yeah.
Yeah, they had the big models hanging in the atrium there.
Right.
I just feel like it's just like Halo and crack.
But I kind of like that though.
Halo and
That was
crack.
like playing like Infection with 300% gravity or whatever.
Yeah.
Just running around and skyrocketing across the
That's
map.
always buggy in Halo. I remember it always like, lagging out.
Yeah.
But what else do we have in the list, man?
Oops. Well, where are we at, like day wise? You guys wait for James to get back for the DayZ
We're
panel.
doing 2 and 3 already. So,
Um,
but wait, you guys can talk about DayZ because Mr. Alex was.
No, wait
involved.
till James is back.
Yeah, I think we're gonna need James for the.
What else?
because
What
I'm
else
sure
do we
he's gonna
got?
have some wise
What else do we
choice of
have?
words. And I have a great story
Well-
about the DayZ.
Oh boy,
Just
I heard.
quick, while James isn't here, so he can't complain. The Hobbit is now out on Blu-ray.
Oh my God, why? Are
Extended edition will be
Who
coming
gives
this
a
Christmas.
shit?
I'm excited
That's
for it.
great. What about BioShock, dude? Why don't you put
I did not put
BioShock
BioShock on
instead of
here.
Oh yeah, you didn't. I didn't get to play it. Did you guys play it?
I
Already?
installed today. I'm gonna be playing it later.
Do
today.
have you played the first two?
Yeah.
Okay. Do I need to play like
I
the
don't.
first two to be able to
I
play the
don't
third
know.
one?
Well, we
I don't
none
think
of.
so.
Okay.
Based on the way that the
A lot of the
first one
community
ended, I
is
don't think
really happy
it
about it
really-
though. I have not heard anything bad about it
Yeah.
from now. The only thing
It
that
looks really cool.
I heard maybe a little bit of repetition, but they even said that it's not as bad as the previous two. From
Did you play it, BioShock?
Infinity, Fios.
Like 3 minutes of it.
Oh yeah, you'd said what happened. Okay.
Not enough to form
never
an
mind.
opinion on it.
Yeah, I don't think anyone's really played it, but yeah, I was just waiting until I knew if I had to play, the first two, because I haven't played those, but I still want to play them too. So.
Yeah, those the first two were really cool. And
Supposedly, it's better if you go. I don't know what the fucking way is. Never mind.
Years of War as well.
Oh, that was
Fantastic.
fantastic.
Dex is like the biggest Gears of War fan I know, and he
was
tweeted
bummed.
about how
He
terrible
was
it was.
upset. Dex was upset.
He loves Gears of War more than anyone I know.
Yeah,
he was
Dex
upset.
was really mad. I was like, holy shit.
Well, their argument is like, people are coming back to Gears and they're like shitting on it because they haven't played it in a while and they don't get it. But like, if you have somebody like
is that their logic?
that's the logic.
Hey-o!
But you have somebody like Dex
They
who
didn't
fucking
even-
goes on Xbox and plays Gears all the time and saying that, it's not good. I doubt the game will be good. I think it's just going to be like another fucking failure that all game companies run into by the time they
Isn't
release
it like
their
a
fourth
prequel,
game
though?
the same.
Huh?
Is it like
It's a prequel, yeah. 1, 2, 3 prequel. Remember we were talking about this?
Oh yeah.
It's a prequel.
Oh boy.
That's fantastic.
Why is this marker so warm?
Because he would put
I
it
was,
between
I was
his
holding
legs.
it and I was like putting it down between
He was
my
putting
legs.
down his
and-
throat. He was like, ugh.
Great.
Ew. So DayZ.
How did we get on that? Like in terms of the.
We were just talking about random stuff until you got back.
Oh
so we
yeah,
go to
the
DayZ
DayZ
now.
panel.
Oh boy.
Alex
Go.
had quite the experience.
This is why we got Alex here.
Ooh.
In fact,
No, we got him because he was also at PAX.
So Alex
But this,
got.
too. So.
Really?
How many times did you get business cards during the PAX event? Twice.
Twice already.
So you had what was wrong with the first generation of business card that you didn't?
First generation.
So I realized that because I was gonna go around and talk to a lot of developers that needed business cards, and the night of I think PAX East, I think day 2, I decided to go, or no, day 1, I decided to get business cards printed out at the FedEx, and when I went there, they gave me the standard template that I use.
Man, that business card, that was gonna go to history.
And
Mhm.
like the shittiest paper, like
It was literally like a
20
piece of paper. It was pretty much a piece of paper.
glossed, I guess, but it's like, you could bend it in half without any effort. You would drop it on the floor.
Yeah, I believe I ripped one, no problem.
Oh yeah, no, he's like rip it. All right, and I'm like, holy shit.
So Novo ripped one of them. So they gave me a lot of shit for that, and I decided that
to step it up a notch.
So I had my artist Den design me like 3 different designs of business cards, and I had them designed at the FedEx inside of the convention center because they said that they had heavier stock paper. But the problem was that the designs didn't have cut marks on them, so they had to have like a white border, otherwise it would get cut weird. And even
they seemingly got cut weird anyway.
They got cut weird anyway, and they looked very disproportionate.
Yeah, the white border. Sometimes the white border would be like thicker on the bottom than on the top, and I don't know what they did with cutting wise.
No.
At the end of the day, it's the design that matters.
It was the design that matters.
Yes.
And first of all, you were trying to give away my business cards to like random people.
Yes, I was.
They had his phone number on.
James took some of my business cards and he left.
I didn't take any.
No.
You gave them to me.
You gave him like
I'm
4
saying
of them.
you took one that I gave you and you left it underneath like a fucking scarf in like a t-shirt store. Like a random scarf, you just put my business card underneath that.
I don't remember doing that.
Yeah,
I remember watching him do that.
And at first I was like, haha, that's kind of funny. But then I think you or somebody else pointed out that, it has all your information on it. That's what kind of realized that you're a dick. I remember Finn came up and he's like, oh yeah, look at Alex got these business cards. And he started giving my business cards to a fan who's like, yeah, I'll take it. Yeah, I'll take that.
I didn't have his I didn't do that.
You
Yeah,
fucking
you did.
did that. And that's why I was like,
You're
haha.
smiling.
I didn't have enough of his cards that he gave me to give away like that.
So
though.
you have a set look to yourself. When you have this kind of like shit-eating grin, you know that you fucked up, but you're not sure. You did fuck up, and you give it.
I
to
mean,
fans.
at the end of the day.
Business cards like Sky does Minecraft.
Yeah, but you wanted that.
Yeah, I did want that.
You wanted that. You said that. You were like.
So
You were looking in your fucking wallet for a business card to give him, and I was like, I got you. I have one for. I have one. You
I
fucking
think you were
gave
gonna
me.
fucking give it to random people on top of all that.
I didn't give it to too many
I'm
random
just trying to
people.
get
Just
strange messages on my
people.
phone number,
Just
like,
people.
I know where you live and shit.
They might
Did you
fucking.
put your address
they-
on there?
No, I wouldn't fucking do that.
They
Okay.
message you about business opportunities.
You're like, I wanna.
They might want to work with you.
Yeah, I'm sure that's what's going on there.
They might want to work with you.
There you go.
Okay,
Now
so
you got
D-
it.
But
They
again,
see
at the
panel
end of the
then.
day, it's the design that matters.
It's
you
exactly
know?
what I'm saying.
None of that other stuff matters. It's
Daisy
the design.
panel
Woo!
was awesome.
I wasn't there.
We get to see the
Yeah,
standalone-
so we went in there with Utoric and
Initially Z, but Z bailed.
yeah,
out.
I guess he left. Diction left too, like at the beginning of it. I guess I don't
He wasn't
know.
having none of that.
They were supposed to be well. I don't know. It's just like what did he do? He waited because the thing is they queue you up in another room to wait until you funnel into
Did
the
you
other
sit
room.
down that Kumbaya square that they make you do like we did last PAX?
I don't know.
It was like we had to like sit on like in a.
It was
empty room.
lines, like
Oh,
line.
okay.
It was line. It was like lining up pretty much. And I guess they waited for the entire. They waited through the queue line, but they didn't fucking wait to get in, and then they left. So they just waited just to wait. So then we eventually got in, and again, it's the design that matters with your business card.
That's exactly what I
So Dean,
Buy my shirts.
man. Real quick before fucking talking about this DayZ panel, we seen Dean,
Oh.
and
Oh.
you didn't shit your pants.
Oh my
Like,
god.
I said hi to Dean like twice, and this guy's like, I want to say hi to Dean. It's like, well, there you go. You can say hi to him. He's like right behind you.
He like
Oh,
keeps on.
it's Dean.
He like
became
walks
a-
forward a few
he
steps
be-
and comes
he
back.
became
Walks
a
forward.
Yeah.
It's like, should I go?
girl.
Should I go?
It's like he walked so slow to the point where it's like you knew Dean was gonna walk away. It's like,
wanted him
he's
to.
gone. It's like,
Oh, damn.
why the fuck do you think?
There goes my chance.
I stopped Dean.
Uh-huh.
I didn't have any business cards. That's why that was the first
Oh!
Yeah, how many business
thing. I
cards?
had to go make.
What
stuff.
did he give you? What did he give you?
Well, it wasn't him that gave him. It was his I guess
Assistant.
assistant production manager. Matt.
It wasn't the Matt. Oh, it was the Matt
He
guy.
took out like a little like the fucking Pax East like brochure thing, and he's like, our panel is in there somewhere. So
He basically gave him his garbage.
So I started like looking through it, and like because I just want to be like that. Oh, it's right here, and they'll be like, yeah, it's right there. But I couldn't find it, so after a while, Dean started to get aggravated, and he said, "It's in there somewhere," and I'm like, "Well, I'll see you there." Could you mention that I have the #1 DayZ stream on Twitch TV?
Yeah.
I thought that was a little bit too forward, but Either way,
They did. But
was
the
that a
thing
game over yeah moment?
It was a game over.
It was even a bigger game over moment when he invited broadcasters to a dinner.
he fucking invited Utoric to a fucking dinner. I don't think Utoric has touched that game, and that's bullshit. I'm so fucking mad.
Give me a second, guys.
Dean's business card.
Give me a second real
And I
quick.
asked Utoric what he suggested to him because Dean asked for suggestions. Utoric mentioned something about fucking the weapon draw was too fast or something. What the fuck is that?
Give me a second.
What the fuck is that?
Give me a second. Ladies and gentlemen, in Moto HD.
That was the game over, yeah.
Game over,
yeah! Sure, there's some in the fridge.
Congratulations, you won. So go ahead, James. What was that?
So I mean, he got rejected by Dean probably like twice.
You know what though? You know what? I wish Immortal would stream DC more often. You know
he had determination though. I mean, he was good. He was going to his fucking panel. He was gonna make that panel no matter what.
Yep.
I made it.
And he was gonna ask Dean a fucking question.
What question was that?
They went through their entire presentation. So they showed off like their inventory system. They showed off a lot of new stuff. It was really cool. So then he said, Q&A time. Let's line everybody up to do that. So Alex gets up and he's like, I'm gonna ask him a fucking question. And I'm like, you're not gonna ask him a question. I'm gonna ask him a question.
He was gonna ask.
He starts going through the aisle. I shit you not, he goes through this aisle as slow as can be. I mean, it's understandable. He's trying to, not knocking anybody's stuff or anything like that.
He's trying to be a gentleman.
He's trying to be cordial about it.
Yeah, good
and
job.
he gets out, and the enforcer comes up to you and gives you some news. What did he say?
He said that the line is cut off.
Game over, yeah!
Not only is it cut off, but it was cut off at him.
Yep.
Game over.
So everyone before you got to ask a question, but you didn't. You had to come sit down.
Man.
Now I could just your face when he told you that. It's like for a moment you didn't know what to do. Like, do you stand in line or do you have to come back to you eventually did come back to your seat. It's like I guess you were so baffled at the fact that it was cut off at you. You couldn't ask your question. What was your question that you wanted to ask him?
I don't know. I was gonna ask him something about blood bags or something like that.
Okay.
Blood bags.
Blood bags. Because of the
But,
poisoning
either way, I
thing?
didn't get to ask any fucking question.
No, you
I
didn't.
get Cut off.
But hey, you play that game like a lot, and you're really
He's the
into
number
that.
one Twitch streamer, broadcaster person ever.
For DC, right?
Yeah.
You're the number one?
Yeah, he's so number one that he wasn't invited to the dinner.
God damn, dude.
I don't think Dean ever even fucking spoke to me directly. I think it was just like,
but
talk
next,
to Matt.
why don't you talk? Wait,
And even Matt,
quick,
you know what? You know
quick thing,
Matt,
quick
no,
thing.
here,
What are you
no,
talking?
no,
Okay,
let me
go
go.
ahead.
At the end of the panel.
Oh yeah, he had another opportunity.
Oh no!
This was
I
like the
went up.
fourth or fifth
I went up
opportunity
and
here.
like,
This guy, this man is filled with chances.
Persistence.
They call him the chance man.
Here you go.
Go ahead,
They're
chance
trying to
man.
get out because there's people lining up and they want to do the the signings and stuff outside the door.
Mhm.
But I wanted to come up and be like, I'm not asking for an autograph. I just want your contact information. And I went to approach Dean, but of course Dean was busy, so Matt was right there, and I started talking to Matt. And as I'm telling Matt all this stuff about my YouTube, my Twitch, Matt just straight up just walks away. Like he's like, yep, and he just walks away. So I'm standing there like with my business card, like, what the fuck is going on here? And I felt really just like him at the Sony thing where they're like, nope. But with this, where they're like,
No, I think this is worse.
But this,
At
there
the
wasn't
table.
people like looking at me like I was watching him from afar, looking how stupid he looked, like just standing there. And I'm just standing there yelling at him like, "What are you doing? Like, what are you doing? Like, what are you waiting for? Is something gonna happen here?" And he's just like, his mouth is open. He doesn't know what to do with his card. He doesn't know what to do with his hand because he's just sitting there fucking holding it out, like trying to give it to somebody.
the fucking panel, they said we love our content creators. So I come up to them as a content creator and I get fucking like.
And welcome to the jam. Come on and get the fuck out of
But
here.
he came back and he really quickly gave me his card. And then Nova fucking celebrated.
I took it.
Here's my card because I'm new.
No, I took his.
Whatever. Either way,
We didn't have
I
cards.
sent Matt an email and I'm waiting to hear from him.
Yeah.
When did you
So
send
Matt
it?
It was the night of
3
Tuesday, Tuesday.
days
He
later.
was just standing there, and he was like, should we wait for them to come down? I was like, you already look pretty goddamn stupid. Like, we should probably leave, or else you're gonna look really like fucking dumb. And then we left.
You know what, Alex? Just so you know.
But who's shooting at Cherno?
He
Who is shooting at Cherno?
Someone fucking asked that question. That's
Hey.
like the gimme question for them.
I'm gonna tell you something. I am really proud of you. I'm really proud of you.
It was his
I-
persistence that after,
You know
like,
what?
you know, 5 times, he's got to get to the Dean.
You know what?
He's got to get to him.
Dean, if
You
you're
wanted
out
to-
there and you're listening, all right, just message me, man.
I've never even played his game, and I've talked to him on 2 occasions.
Hey,
You've talked to him more than I
ladies
Yep.
and,
I've
ladies
never
and
played his
gentlemen,
game.
the guy that couldn't talk to Dean, the #1 live streamer in the world. Everybody give it up for him, Mortal. Come on, man. Good.
Just
good
think of
job.
it like, as you know,
job,
you're
man.
doing all this stuff. You're obviously not getting recognition for it. But I mean, at the end of the day, what is it that really matters? It's the
game.
design. The design.
Yeah,
It's not the
Standalone- Well,
design.
speaking of it, the standalone looks fucking awesome. I can't wait to play it.
I might even try it this time.
I might.
If it's not
I've been
ridiculously
waiting to
glitchy
try that
like
game.
The alpha is.
I've been waiting to try the
Oh,
game.
well, I mean, which for Armor 3 Alpha?
No, for 2.
Well, this one's.
That's the last
this
time
one's
I
on the
saw
Armor
it was
3
in
engine standalone.
They're letting him do that?
Mhm.
Oh,
They're
Man.
working with them,
They
yeah.
give it to him right away.
They have some
But
Bohemian
they
people
have
that are
to
in
change
there.
a lot of like the stuff around because they don't like the way that the Arma 3 is like, I guess, configured. So they have to shape it to the
Yeah,
DayZ
yeah.
standard.
Oh,
So
okay.
it'll take them a little bit longer.
But the whole drag and drop system is really good. It's really quick and stuff
I just
like
remember
that. I like
watching that when we were at RTX watching it. They were like doing it on the main screen. It looks so boring.
It honestly is. That part isn't gonna change.
It looks well, no, like the fact that you just run around, like the animation.
But I'm saying that part isn't gonna change.
That's
like-
not the fun part. I
Yeah.
don't sit there, I'm like, I can't wait to go around each fucking house and collect beans all day, or ammo for my
beans?
gun.
It's
Yeah,
it's
Oh, like
it's
cans?
definitely like a person driven thing where
Yeah,
it's
when
not
you're, like,
like
playing with people,
like
right?
you have to realize that you're gonna fucking go in there. Even with people, like I said, we had fucking Todd and Sketch, and both of them play it like religiously, and we did jack shit in a 5-hour session. Like you have to like know going in that you're gonna waste a lot of fucking time doing nothing
But
just
there's-
to end
but
up
there's-
with one
there's
good
payoffs,
point.
though.
Yeah.
There's big payoffs.
You know, in War Z, you can buy those payoffs.
And lose him too.
Yeah, so you
you
can
can-
do them Bejeweled as well, but see
Hey,
me streaming that. and talking to
at least I get to
developers.
keep my 180. I get to keep everything I
I
buy.
get to keep my lives. They just generate after a certain.
You just got 20 minutes till the next one.
Well, you get to wait for
Yeah.
what you pay. all right,
But I
sir?
mean the game, even with the new one, it's not going to change that aspect
aspect?
to it. It's
Yeah.
still going to be,
It'll
you
look
know,
better.
it's still
It'll
going to
look-
be.
yeah,
it'll look better
prettier.
while you wait
Yeah.
longer.
I remember when Arma
Yeah.
2 was like one of the benchmark games. Like they were like, oh, you run 4 GTX 980s SLI,
Yeah.
9800 SLI on that, and you can barely run it because they had like a
Yeah, I
big
think
foliage
this
system
this
in
one's
it.
gonna be optimized better.
Yeah.
It's
I've
looking pretty good. I mean, we did some Wasteland stuff on
Do you
Arma
think about
3.
like how much DayZ has helped Arma though?
Oh yeah,
Arma's
no,
got
it's been
so
the
many
top.
sales
It's like been
because
one of the
DayZ.
top selling games on Steam ever since it started, and I think they're now realizing that for him. That's why they're giving him all the
Yeah,
stuff
right,
to make.
no,
the
Yeah, giving them the
standalone.
people.
I mean, I think they realized it. That's why they were trying to push it so much. Like, you know, buy all
Yeah,
fresh
it's-
they
air.
could have easily said, you know, fuck this,
When we
and
first
Dean
talked
could have
to him-
easily recreated DayZ in another engine
Yeah,
that would
yeah.
support it.
When
Like,
we had first
Maybe it's
talked
so
to him,
weird,
it
the
seemed
learning
like they were
curve again,
iffy.
like,
Yeah.
I don't want to have the learning curve of like. You know,
Is it really bad?
There's a
I'm talking
lot,
as a
like-
person that never played
for
it.
me, it was like the default controls are pretty bad.
Really?
I changed mine to like Sketch's controls, and they're a little bit better, but things are still gonna be, you know, it's not a simple fucking task to pull something out of someone's bag or something like that. Like you gotta like fucking move your mouse around until it comes up on the screen, then scroll through of the things that you can do to the body, then pick the bag, then go into the bag,
That
and you know,
sounds annoying
it's
as
a
shit.
simulator. It's a simulator, and that's like, I mean,
It's cool though in a way where it's not just like, you know, turn around, just fucking spray and you kill like 8
yeah,
people.
yeah.
You know, it's like you see a guy in the woods and you're gonna be sitting there
But,
for a while, like,
yeah.
waiting to get a shot off. on
At the
it, so-
core, it's a simulator game, and it's a mod based off of a simulator game.
Right.
Like they're not changing much from that, but it's like
Well, that's what people
It
like. Why would
works.
you change it? If
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
what people like.
it
of
works. It's something that was new for like a take on zombies, because that wasn't like something that was, you know, like a simulator type thing where you have all this fucking like technical shit that you have to
don't
do.
feel overpowered when you play.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
actually get like a scope of like these zombies are gonna fuck you up if you like get near them. That kind of
Really?
thing.
Yeah,
And
he,
not
and he's
looking at the
fixing
people
them now
too,
because
so-
the zombies have been pretty bad in the mod now. Like they're not really that much of a threat. But in the new one, like he's trying to make it like their pathfinding is what they call it, like
Sometimes
a lot
they do
better.
weird stuff with like the zombies. Like even though they're fucked up, they had a patch for the zombies could like start hitting you out of vehicles and everything.
Oh yeah, that was during one of our sessions that they were hitting us through vehicles. That was terrible.
But you know what? What about that Walking Dead? You know those zombies, man. Those
Yeah,
zombies-
you're talking about the Activision game. That
the
was
new
fucking
one, the
bad.
new one, the
Yeah.
good one, the best one out there, man. Those
That would be
zombies-
Telltale's. That would
Man,
be the
those
best one.
zombies, they see a fence and they just go ape shit on that fence. I've seen clips of it. Those zombies, they're
Are
really.
you talking about the show or?
No, the new Walking.
He's talking about the Activision game.
Oh,
The
okay.
one
I was
that
like
sucks
confused
butt.
what you're talking about.
Well, at least these guys got it. You can just
Poop.
dwell in confusion over there.
Okay. I'll
But
do that.
anything else PAX related? How long have we?
What do you mean anything else
What's
packed?
going
Like,
on,
we're still on like day 2.
Day 2. Oh,
I'll just touch on this one quick. But I went to while these guys were at the DayZ panel. I went.
While we were at the DayZ one, you took the liberty of doing this without me.
Mm-hmm.
Fuck
I went to
you.
see the Assassin's Creed Black Flag thing.
Unbelievable.
And, they had a bunch of alpha gameplay, and it was looking pretty snazzy.
And you sat in line for it.
Yeah, I did.
Exhibitor.
I had nothing else to do.
Fuck it.
Exhibitor passes don't get
Exhibitor. Fuck it.
But we knew the guy. Like, we knew.
You know,
I looked
everybody.
for him. He wasn't around.
Oh man.
I thought you
So I
said
was
he
just
was
like-
there, but he didn't recognize you.
No, the Gabe guy. Yeah, he
Yeah.
didn't.
That's what I mean. That's what I'm talking
Yeah,
about.
the
That
other,
was the
like
guy.
Zach. I was looking for Zach after I talked to him, and he's like, "Oh, he didn't
Oh,
really
Zach wasn't
know."
around?
Yeah, I didn't see Zach. So I had nothing else to do, so I just sat there.
No one seemingly remembers Jordan. I don't know. Like,
How?
is there like?
How? Because that's
I
the
don't
only
know.
way. Anytime that you guys went off
that's what I
and
was
left
saying,
me, every time I would just look for the guy with the very
I don't
bright
know.
orange red hat.
Why isn't
I mean,
he like
red-
too
yeah.
rememberable?
I look too normal, I guess.
You are very.
Because
You,
I like
blend
just-
in. Like,
I
what you
guess
do
I
is,
just blend
like,
in.
At the Happy Wheels booth, you sat on the chair and you were like in the phone.
Just
Like,
kinda-
you weren't doing anything. Like you're just like.
he's
But, like,
he's the
when,
next Solid Snake over here.
Speaking of which, there was a mom that asked you what you do at the Happy Wheels booth. Do you remember that?
He does.
Yes.
Oh, he
I
does.
do.
Remember what you said to her?
No.
No.
What did he say? You know. It sounds like you.
I think I
just
said-
thought it was
I think I just said something about like. I probably just said something about.
Because
we
you
make-
came up there and she was like, "Tell me, what do you do? What do you do?
Yeah, she
Because
said-
I work all fucking day. What do you do?"
Oh,
She didn't say that, but no, yeah.
Hey,
I probably just said
that-
something.
that
about we
You
play
should have been
games.
like, look it up. And be like, look at me. What do you think I do? Like,
Look at my hat.
Hey,
Look at this high
hey,
horse
that
hat.
that just brought something for the last day that just made me remember.
Oh yeah, well no.
Yeah, I remember.
I
that.
remember
Scumbag
that
James,
already.
yeah,
We'll
I remember
figure that out.
Scumbag James. That was his only scumbag moment.
I don't remember.
apparently.
I don't remember.
You're gonna remember. He'll bring
So
it up.
we
I
went
don't-
searching for the Tripwire Interactive booth because
Oh, yeah,
we were
we kept
supposed
going
to
back
meet
to
up with
that.
that guy and we never found
Yeah,
him. So
Man,
that's
because
like a dead end.
after we talked to them, we wanted to meet up with them. They said that they were sharing a booth with someone else, so we wanted to find it, but we never could. So thanks, Tripwire guys. We wanted to find you and talk
We
to
couldn't
you.
find
We wanted
him.
to be friends with you.
The dude was like he was
He was
really
nice as
like
shit.
yeah, he was really like interesting when he was talking about, because the first thing I asked him was how exactly they got the Valve level in the game, like the Killing
Portal
Floor.
one.
Yeah, they had the Portal map in there in promotion for Portal 2. And the way he was saying it, like he was just like Valve invited a bunch of companies out. Didn't say why, but it was on Valve's dime, obviously. And they all went out there and they were just like, here's our assets, here's our stuff. Portal 2 is going to come out in 6 months. Do something with our assets, with our level design and stuff like that. Create something cool, bring it back to us. That's it. And he said it was done on a handshake.
That's what my favorite
It
part.
was not a
That was my
contract
favorite
or
part.
anything like that. It was done on a handshake, and
Gotta love
that's how
Valve.
they fucking came out.
Gotta
with
love
that.
Valve.
I love it, cause like, and the way he said, he's like, it was doing a handshake, and if they said anything about contract, they're like, all right, out the door. Like, it was fucking cool. Like
Yeah.
that just like.
Have you seen Valve's fucking office? They have the biggest candy machine. They have a giant fucking like top of the line like candy vending store inside of their like
Really?
where they
They have
work
a
on
massive
games.
Kind of when I
Valve.
just
It's
go
like
to
a
Valve.
They have-
just-
You go there, you get a handful of M&Ms, you get like a fucking bag full of Skittles. They restock it every single day.
What?
Yeah.
The
Holy
the
I
guys
kind of want to
from
go
Weta-
just to see that.
Yeah.
The guys from Weta made a life size turret, like a Sentry from
Portal?
Team Fortress 2.
Oh, okay.
And that sits in their office and it's motion detected, so you walk by it and it'll like start beeping, beep, beep. It's pretty funny.
That's fucking cool.
That was pretty cool.
They sound like they got a pretty nifty setup over there. I want to see it.
Yep.
Please invite us.
Please
We
invite
would
us,
love to be in here.
Invite us to your office.
So
We
that
still
was-
need to take up the Mojang offer to go
Yeah,
to their
I know.
office.
I will eat your candies.
Notch has invited
Either
us to their fucking
Notch
office
just
like
said that
a while
he knew
ago.
it's like, oh, no one comes to Sweden. It's way up to two
probably
out of
did
the way.
Bullshit. If he no.
They'd probably I'm sure they let us in, but he's
Wait, he thinks we're not gonna go? I would
no
fucking
one
go.
goes to Sweden.
Yeah, no
That
one
is
would
so-
go. out
Maybe
there.
we should plan that if we're going to Eurogame, we're planning that as like a side trip. So
I
we'll
would
jump
I
over
would
there.
so be on
since
that.
we're over
All
there.
over that. All over.
So
that.
then I could go and yell at Jeb, I guess, as opposed to Notch about fixing stuff.
You should be yelling at Jeb anyway.
Why?
Jeb is the one that fixes this stuff.
That's what I just said.
And that's what really matters.
The design. That's what matters.
Ladders.
Literally right afterwards.
Good job.
What else
Alex, good
happened?
job.
We like the entire thing. So one thing about the entire thing at Pax East, we're getting bombarded by fans. We couldn't
Oh
go
my
anywhere
God.
without getting mugged and
Oh, now I know where you're my scumbag.
Oh, there it is.
now
he
he remembers.
remembers.
Anyway, so we had just
That
tons
was
of
the
last
fans.
day, though.
That
It was awesome.
Oh, but
watching-
he's breaking the rules because he's Kutra.
I'm saying the entire weekend. We just had tons of fans coming up to us. It was awesome meeting people and like signing stuff.
We were fucking swamped by people. It was ridiculous.
Oh,
like,
yeah, we kept on.
that was by far because PAX is obviously the most accessible to like any
East
fan or
Coast
anything like
especially,
that. And but yeah, I don't know if that was something that was
like more than any other event. It was like crazy. That was part of the reason it got so tiring, but it was awesome to see people. One thing I wanted to bring up, and I think I was kind of sad about this, but there's fans that come up, and I don't know when we're like together in a group. I don't know if they're just fans of James. So I don't try and butt in on pictures, like jump into pictures, because I don't know if they just want to.
I
don't.
I think it's so stupid because like legitimately like all of you guys have been on my channel, and what I would do anytime there was somebody.
He's saying though, if somebody wants like a picture of just you and them.
Oh.
Yeah, I know. That's what I'm saying. I don't like doing that. But then I had this instance where someone actually like tweeted at me saying that I blew them off because I stepped aside when they were taking a picture with James, and I was like, well, I'm not. I ask sometimes.
Well, that's what I.
It's like I want people to vocalize and
We
say,
did- we
I
did
want
the
everyone
friendship
in this
thing.
picture.
Didn't you do the friendship thing? You do like, hey, you want a picture? Hey, you want to?
You fucking blew him off.
I said
blew him
multiple
off.
times. I'm like, hey, do you want a picture also with my friends?
No,
They're
that's
like,
what I try and do.
but I'm
I can't do that every single time though. So
How?
I'm not trying
Because
to
it's hard
butt
to
in.
talk.
What?
Really, it's hard for you to say, hey, do you want a picture?
His voice box breaks sometimes.
I lost my voice, man.
Man, poor
It is
fella.
kind of weird. I see where it's coming from. Like, if you were going to like a music concert and you wanted a picture of the band or just a member of the band, and then you had like a different band member come by and they're like, oh, come in here, take a picture with us, and you all of a sudden have like the band and one random person that's kind of in there.
But we are.
Hey, you never know. What if they wanted to frame that or something like that? Like, if your favorite person of the band is the drummer, you just want a picture of the fucking drummer. And what if the entire
so.
band comes?
Not so.
I'm saying in some people's cases that could
That's
be.
what I'm saying. It's like some people I know will just want they're
Well,
just
hey,
a fan of
that
James.
attitude made a fan sad. So congratulations.
I'll see him next year.
Yeah, fuck that.
I'll see him next year. I'll take as many
He
pictures
barely,
as he
he
wants.
barely wanted to go to this one. He's gonna go to
Like-
next year.
Like there are
Fucking
people who
subscribe.
had stuff that was just like, I just want James to sign it, or I just want this person to sign it, or I just want like this.
And
group of
then
people to
that
sign
combined with people being shy and not like
Yeah, yeah.
saying that they want
Because
people
if
to
you're
sign
like,
it.
oh,
can
you want me to
turn
sign it?
into-
They'll be like,
Yeah, I know. They're like,
yeah, sure, like
sure,
that kinda,
whatever.
like,
Sign it over here where I can't see it.
I'll cut this part off later.
yeah, you had people that are like, sign here, like you want just here, I want it, like
I had people do
want
that
it in
too.
this
yeah.
area and nothing
Hey,
else.
well, no, actually, was it you? Yeah, it was you that they got another weird ass thing to sign this time.
Coconut.
A coconut. What the
From the
fuck?
same
Yeah.
kid that brought the
The
banana
banana.
that ended up
Yeah.
rotting and gathering gnats in his room.
Ew.
Hey, explain
I don't know why
that.
he didn't foresee that happening.
I told him that
Yeah,
while
you
I was
could've-
signing
you
it.
probably could've
I said
taken
it's
a
gonna
picture
get
of it.
dark and you're not gonna see my signature, and then on top of that, it's gonna stink and shit. But he was like, "Yeah, I tried to keep it as long as I could, and then my mom told me to get rid of it." So he fucking brings a coconut this time around.
And that's clever because coconuts last. As
That's
much
funny.
as
I have a girl that she's came to my like Boston meetup. She went to like PAX before, and she comes in here, and like what she does is she gives me a picture, and as I go to take it, she rips it in half.
She did it again.
Yep. She gave me this. She's like, oh, by the way, Alex. I'm like, yeah, I remember you. She's like, yeah. Here you go. Gives me like a ripped apart picture.
Of
What?
what?
Because
Of what?
she gives me one half, and then I sign the other half and give it back to her.
Oh, that's kind of cute in a way if you think about it. Kind of
To ensure
I
that
know,
you
it's just always
keep
like,
it.
oh,
It's
like,
kind of like
remember
you
her.
have the other half.
So what do you do with the other half?
Yeah.
to put it up with the other stuff. with my other fan.
He throws it away.
It sounded like you had like
Throwing
3
He
predetermined
sets it on fire.
answers to that. What do you really do with the other half?
Well, like it gets really cold at night, so I start up a very big fire. That's the only source of like, fire materials I have.
So you
Only
throw it
source of
out.
heat?
Only source of heat I have. So my fans are keeping me
What a
alive
fucking
with their-
asshole.
Man, your
their
fans
workload.
really.
So if you have like firewood, like that you want to
Just have him sign one
They're
piece
gonna
of it
bring
and then
the-
split it with an axe and
next
give him
fan
another
meetup.
piece.
Next fan meetup. A dude is gonna bring, or a girl's gonna bring a fucking giant ass log. Hey,
Giant
sign
ass
this.
log.
Giant log.
Oh.
Ah, come on, man. We didn't have to go there.
You just signed some keyboards, right?
Yes.
Sign them. I heard
Had to
somebody
break
got
a few.
somebody got a concussion. I heard.
People were fucking getting kind of ridiculous with these keyboards because, I mean, they seen the video of me breaking that other one.
Plus, in
So-
the meetup video, I was like, "Oh, bring your keyboards.
Yeah.
James
Oh,
will break
boy.
them."
Someone brought one and it was fine. Like I broke it and everything. I broke it inside the convention center, and a few keys went flying. I didn't want to do it in the convention center, but like I didn't want to
peer
turn the
pressure.
kid
the
away.
Peer pressure, man.
Like if someone's bringing me a fucking keyboard just for me to break it, then I don't want to fucking turn them away. But then like outside of the meetup,
Oh my God.
people were starting to get really fucking elaborate with these keyboards. They were bringing brand new keyboards just for me to break, and they weren't just
The
new.
hefty ones.
Yeah, they
like
weren't
the-
just new. They were like fucking Steel Series things. They were thick as shit. And I was like, I can't break this. Oh, you can try. I can't fucking break this. I'm sitting there like,
Try.
I'm like fucking hitting my knee, and I like my knee's like still like you can probably see it's like black and blue a little bit right there. It's seriously black and blue a little bit. Like you could really see it there. Like
But
it's
no.
black and blue.
What was the other one?
Because
The
I
other one
fucking
this
tried
one.
so many times.
This
Yeah,
is
and
the
someone
one
wanted me to break it over my head. And I
I'm
was like,
like,
I can't fucking do that. I tried. It didn't work.
Fucking
And I just
gave
went right
himself
back
a
to the knee.
concussion.
But like, I was like, what the fuck? Like all these crazy like the keyboards, like that's too much.
Hey, but there was that one.
I was mugged
there was-
at that meetup.
Man, but there was
You were
that
mugged.
one.
I was mugged at that
I had a
meetup.
kid that was like, "Hey, mortal, I could steal your wallet right now behind me." I turned around and he's like, "What the fuck?" He's like a little like 9-year-old kid. Steal my wallet.
Hey,
You know what he's gonna grow up to be?
yep.
A chef.
But there was that one person.
Yes.
There was this one fan that was chasing James. Just
Nobody builds a story up there.
it was this one fan that was.
I'm waiting to
chasing
hear his
James.
version of this
And it was
first.
this fan. Correct me if I'm wrong. Wasn't he balling you or not balling you, but following you?
Before
I
you
think-
do that, is there a way that I could like have a stopwatch here?
Okay, go. Yeah, let's see. All right. I'm gonna.
Download a stopwatch app.
Yeah, let's see.
I just want to see
How long it goes? All right. I'm gonna
How long it
commit
takes Sly to
I'm
tell
gonna-
this
I'm
story?
gonna no,
the story like we told in like
because-
one sentence.
because I like to make it juicy. All right. Are we going?
Yeah.
All right, are we going?
Go,
There's
go.
1 second. So there was this one fan that apparently was chasing James. Am I right or not? Correct me if I'm wrong. But
He didn't really. Well, I mean, he didn't really chase me, but like.
he was constantly there.
I think I signed
'Cause-
his stuff like maybe once or twice already.
And I had one also that was constantly coming to me. It's like, hey, you're playing Kingdom Hearts, and he just gave me this. Fan.
that was completely different.
Well, but he was always there, and that's why I'm
Completely
assuming-
different
We should have
though.
like business fan.
All right.
Business fan has business cards ready.
Yeah,
to
but
sell you his new.
all right, but check this out. James throughout the whole time, since the beginning, he's been signing, he's been doing all this, and I've seen this kid multiple times. And then at the end, where we're wrapping it up after we do the fan meetup, the kid is still like lingering next to him, and James is a little bit tired. And James at one point
A
goes
lot of it tired.
a lot of
We
it
sat
tired.
there for like 2 hours.
All right,
It was 2.5 hours.
2.5 hours.
Well,
at the
two and
meetup
a
place.
half hours. But James is just like not. He's just tired.
We have that long? Wow.
Yeah.
It was long as
Yeah.
shit. It was long as
It
shit.
wasn't cold outside, but it was.
It was
you know,
alright.
Cool at the
It was-
end.
Well,
Yeah, it got
we
nippy
had a lot
once
of
the sun
people
went
around
down.
us too, so we were kind of warm.
Yeah,
away.
yeah.
But James was just upset. He was tired, and this kid was just constantly there. But guess what? His mother was there also, and then she was standing outside the door, kind of close to there, and he just still next to James, and James just brings out this really mean "Go away." He just goes, "Go away." But I knew that he was
Like I was
joking.
there.
I knew.
You were there.
You were there.
Oh, yeah.
But I knew he was joking. It was like one of those angry joking, "Go away." And then the mom just apparently just felt so offended. It was like his kid wasn't following him.
The kid went away though, right? The kid was just.
The
kinda-
kid
No, well,
laughed
the-
it off and kind of ran away.
Okay.
But the mom was like, apparently James destroyed this kid's life by saying "Go away,"
Yeah.
and the mom just turned. He's like, "You don't have to be such an asshole."
I just didn't have to be so rude or
Or
something.
no, because she calls.
Wow.
Yeah.
She called you an asshole?
Yeah. And we were all like, James, all of us, we were like.
I didn't know it at first. I didn't know that she called me an asshole at first, or else,
Oh.
believe me, I would have said something more.
But it's just, and they don't get that James, like, all right, first of all, James, not only James, but all of us have been signing from day one.
That applies to you, too.
What?
Just nail to mom.
Yeah.
But, like, this is the part that annoyed me and that he brought up into perspective. James has been signing fucking fan papers, coconuts, taking pictures from day one. And then she just, like, felt like
Even then, it was still like
it
wasn't serious. Like there was probably some undertones because we're all tired.
Well,
and
yeah,
it was going
we're
away.
tired
We're like
shit.
go away, but it wasn't.
It was like this. I was like, no, go away, like something like that. Like that's what it was. Like that's what I said.
Yeah, it's
but
like-
it wasn't like get the fuck away, something like that. Like I wasn't
like
mean
that.
about it.
But
But like
she-
I've done that before to a few other fans. Like
And
before.
they laugh it off.
Yeah. I just be like, no, I don't want to fucking know. Like I don't want any more or something like that. But then I'd give in and I'd fucking sign their stuff anyway.
But
like,
this
it's-
mom, what she was
Yeah,
like.
she got kind of mad. I looked around. I just saw her face, and she had
She
a
was-
death glare right at this guy.
And she was just, man.
I yelled back at her. I was like, I was just joking, and then she was just like, yeah, I'm sure, or something like that. After that,
because you know what, James he didn't fly from Colorado to come to this fucking event. To
Yeah,
meet with
Most,
fans, to
most
fucking-
people don't realize, like most of these events, we're gonna see all this stuff every single event we go to. We mostly come to these events to see the fans.
Yeah,
it's like
that's-
the
yeah.
main thing.
This is main journey.
well, it's like all this shit. Like if that fucking mother
Not bad.
understood half of the shit that I fucking did through the entire weekend, where we flew in like super early and
Wasn't
shit
that
like that.
that wasn't as long as I would think.
almost 4 minutes.
That was a good one.
That's
but
a video right
you
there.
cut me off though. I was building it up. I like
Yeah.
to build up things. That's what I do. I built up to a nice.
But
story.
I flew in early. We were waking up early every single day.
Mm-hmm.
At the beginning of the days, we would always try to hit, talking to a lot of
we
the
get our stuff done in the beginning.
in the industry people, and even at the same time, while we're trying to like meet up with some
There was
in the industry
fans there.
people, there were fans that would catch us in between, and we'd stop and sign stuff. Like there wasn't a moment where I ever turned anybody away, no matter what we were fucking
There
trying
wasn't
to
a moment
do.
where James
Apparently
got
I
to rest.
did.
Not.
Yeah,
I
the
did
only,
apparently.
The
Yeah,
only
you
person, I think the only person all of us that got
Yeah.
the second day I was sick, so I had to
Yeah.
leave after I did Sly vs. the World. But other than that, the only people that really got to rest was me and Kucha. James was on his A game throughout the whole fucking time.
I didn't have much downtime
That
the
was,
entire
we
thing.
went to Hard Rock Cafe though that day, right? Day 2 was it that you were talking about?
It was day 2, yeah.
Yeah,
when it was
yeah,
like
you- yeah,
9
that's the
o'clock.
day.
I didn't eat from Dunkin' Donuts in the morning at like 8 o'clock in the morning all the way till 9 o'clock.
I didn't
at night.
either, so that was
Didn't-
another
like,
thing.
that
I
was-
didn't eat either.
Like me and James were pretty much just all over the
They
place
were-
all
they were
3
running on
days.
some-
Even when
we
we did
went
eat,
to
even when we did
Faneuil
eat on there.
Hall, and we ended up waiting at Hard Rock Cafe for an hour. to
When
get-
there was
Yeah.
just empty seats everywhere. It was I was pretty upset about that.
That was
was
fine
pretty
because like they gave me steps to sit on.
Yeah, he gave you a stool, and then
The guy behind the counter was a fan of us.
Yeah. That was funny.
But just bringing back the whole thing, like we're not.
But yeah,
we're
it's like
never
every
rude.
day I'm trying to run around. I'm trying to do this. I'm trying to meet with the people that I said I wanted to meet with there, like people like Zach and stuff like that. The Ubisoft guys. I obviously want to talk to them while I'm there.
Yep.
Then at the same time, I want to see what I want to fucking see. Like I want to play what I want to play personally. I want to see anything I might be interested in. And then at the same time, I'm stopping and signing stuff and doing all
Super
that.
multitasking.
It's just like. The pile on for that event was fucking ridiculous. And after 3 days doing that, and then setting up for the fan meetup, and doing that fan meetup for 2.5 hours, I'm still fucking getting, like, people coming up after we officially ended the meetup and everything. So we come back inside to try to figure out where we're going to eat and everything. And, that's when the
That
kid was
event-
just kind of standing there still. And I said that jokingly. But,
she took it to the heart. You just. You deliberately hurt all.
Like I said,
you
if
heard
I
that
would
bloodline. That
have,
whole
I would have known she would have called me an asshole, I would have fucking
Pulled her aside.
I would have went straight up to her and be like, you do not know what the fuck I've been through the entire weekend.
Well-
I was like, yeah, you work a 9 to 7 fucking job, but by all means, here's my fucking shoes. Step in them for just this
Step
weekend.
into my shoe.
Step
into
them.
my shoe. Why don't you give
That's
it
an
a
old
try?
school song there. Just sit in my shoes for
the
this
kids listening to
weekend.
this, no offense to your mom. It's
Oh
just,
yeah, no. Your mom was just
I think she was protecting him more than
Well,
anything.
yeah,
yeah,
I think
probably.
realized, like,
She was being a mom, but she was being a mom in the cock way. So,
But
misinformed kind of
yeah,
communication going on.
understand where it is that I'm coming from first before you jump and call someone a fucking asshole.
And even then, it was like joking. So.
Yeah. Like,
man,
I don't know.
I think she'd see all the people that were out there outside.
Oh,
Yeah.
Oh
All
no,
the
the
people that
parents.
were
There's
swarmed
some
and
parents that
everything.
understand that,
Yeah,
but
there are some
I
parents
think
that are
I think that kind of parent. That
there were
she
even
was.
some people that were coming up, and I heard them like while I'm signing stuff. I overheard them saying, oh man, we gotta go or whatever like that. And I quick turn around
That's what I
and
did
get
too.
them,
Yeah, we all did
get them
too.
before they have to leave. I was like, if you gotta leave, then give me your stuff and I'll sign it right now before you have to leave.
Yeah,
like,
we
I
all
don't
did
want
that.
I don't want you to fucking leave
Miss
without
it.
me signing it and just I'm sitting here signing someone for like the third fucking time, and you have to leave. Let me get what you want me to sign, and I'll sign it.
I think you even said that this was the biggest turnout that we had.
I feel like it was, yeah.
For me, I think the previous one for West was a little bit bigger.
No, I was telling you, it was inside, so it seemed like it was bigger. This one was more people.
Shit, but it was.
Yeah, I
it was
went
awesome.
outside. It was a mob there.
That's it.
Like you had to have like 2 police officers. Like
Yeah, we had some cool security guys
Yeah,
that kind
everybody-
of helped.
I had a
us
mom
out.
that was like, "Stay with me. They won't talk to you if you stay." I was like, "All right."
Yeah, there were people there were parents that would come up, and he'd be like, my son wants the picture or something like that. I'd be like, where's your son? Over there. It's like he's like across the street or something like that. It's like,
He's scared.
why isn't he over
You
here?
saw Cool Dad, right? Cool Dad.
Oh,
with the
cool
camera.
guy. Yeah, with the mustache.
Was it the one that
the
just
guy
got,
that was like saying,
Yeah.
he's
Great.
acting like, yeah, this is awesome.
This is the money. Give me the money.
I was telling about that. I was telling James about that. It sounded like James behind the camera when he's like 40 years old.
Give me the
Oh,
money
yeah,
is what I'll be saying when I get older.
This is money. This is
I
money.
had a
This is
dad
gold.
that was like,
Good stuff,
he was
this is good
recording,
stuff.
and like I was, standing with his son, and he's all of a sudden like, after 5 seconds of me standing still, he's like, "Okay, it's recording," and I was like, "What the fuck? Like, you want me to say something?" Like,
Well, there's a fan that came all the way from Israel, right?
Yeah.
There was
Yeah,
a-
that guy was pretty cool.
He was a
Cool guy,
He's a
Israeli.
hey. If you're hearing it, you're a fucking cool guy.
His name is Liren.
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 He told me, he's like, I'm a big I Hats Coco and you guys fan. I'm like, hey man, it's a pleasure. He
Yeah,
was
he
like
was a
so
cool
legit
guy.
cool. So
This is the
but
first
yeah.
time in the United States for him.
Yeah,
too.
no, it was the first time for him. It was the first time meeting his favorite YouTubers, first time in the States, and the first time in the convention.
Yeah, he
well,
never.
Hope
he
you
never
had fun in Boston.
Yeah,
Yeah.
go somewhere else,
No,
please.
Go
Don't
somewhere
judge us
else,
on that.
anywhere else but Boston next time.
Hey, come on, people from Boston are gonna get.
Well, I mean,
upset.
other than the
People
PAX,
from Boston are gonna get upset. All right, let's hope to offend anyone from Boston.
Other than the PAX events, though, I mean, what else do people have to go to though that's like public?
In Boston?
I'm saying no,
It
in
seemed
general,
nice.
convention
It
wise.
seemed nice.
Well, there's
The
the
place itself.
landmarks outside of the convention center.
I'm saying convention wise,
Wed-
what
there's
else
wedding
is there other than the
conventions,
PAX ones?
There's wedding conventions. There's like
There's home conventions.
home and garden conventions.
Whoa.
Why the fuck would a gamer go to that?
Oh, a gamer?
That's what I just said. A gaming convention. What else do they have other than the
What
PAX
what other
events?
convention would a gamer go to besides a gaming convention?
I'm saying no. I'm not asking. I'm saying what other gaming conventions are there for gamers to go to
In the East Coast?
other than the PAX events that are public?
Euro Gamescon, Comic Con,
Comic-Con is
Comic-Con
a
is
real
not-
fucking
no,
slim.
E3.
That's not open to the public. That's why I fucking said that.
Yeah.
You're just answering me however the fuck you want to answer. You didn't even hear
I'm
my
just throwing
question.
shit out there, and I'm hoping that you'll take something out of it.
I'm
PAX
just saying.
East, PAX East
You
is
said
the only
not-
gaming convention in America that a gamer will ever be able to go to.
Once
No,
again,
nothing-
I said the PAX
nothing else.
event. You're saying
Yes,
PAX East.
events in general.
There's two.
There's PAX East and there's
There's a
PAX
sh-
West.
no,
What about
what
Three,
what about-
kind
no,
of,
PAX
but-
fucking what's the other one there?
The UK or
There's
Australia?
a dev one and an
Yeah,
Australian
there's an
one.
Australian one. Yeah, so that's the
Wasn't he
only.
saying in the U.S. or just anywhere?
That's what I'm saying. I'm saying what's accessible to like.
If you
Ubisoft.
live in like Illinois or some shit, you will only be able to go to PAX for fun and games. There's nothing else.
There it is.
That's it.
There
That's
it is.
That's it.
I am Sly Fox Sound, and I completely.
But I was
agree
saying,
with
you
this
made it
message.
seem like they shouldn't want to go to fucking Boston, but at the same time, what else is there for them to go to?
Well, it's a
Seattle.
gamer.
It's either that or Seattle, but if they live on the East Coast, then what the fuck do they have?
Yeah, why would
I
they-
was in that fucking position when being on the East Coast.
Yeah, I know.
We have
Took a
nothing
train.
here. It's
Yeah.
like there's nothing here at fucking on the East Coast. Everything is in the middle.
Hey, Nintendo World is in New York. It's kind of cool. No? Alright, cool.
Where they have like floors devoted to like Pokemon and stuff like that. Like a floor
that
entirely.
shit's legit.
I've never been there.
It's just a cool store. It's kind of small. I expected something bigger, but you know, it's whatever.
But like East Coast didn't. Well, I remember like the first year they were doing PAX East. It's like holy shit, something's on the fucking East Coast. Like I didn't give a shit that it was in shitty ass Boston, but I was like, it's on the East Coast. I can go to it.
Something cool to go
It's
to,
about time because there's nothing else.
But overall, do we have anything else that I
I'm
missed?
trying to think. I mean, we're probably gonna just leave some of these topics for next week because they're like GDC related.
All right.
Well, you can do that maybe.
Shipping up to Boston.
What is this shit?
Shipping out to Boston.
What the fuck?
Is that
That's copyright.
Yeah, it's
man.
like
Oh, shit.
copyright.
Yeah, that's
What, are you fucking dumb?
Wow, you just keep playing it.
That was like 30 seconds, so it's not really.
That doesn't matter.
Hey, it's like a preview for iTunes. Go buy Dropkick Murphys for 99 cents on iTunes. There you go. There you go.
If everything
There goes
worked
your
like that.
copyright.
And
There goes our copyright,
ladies and gentlemen, this is the first and last
Dropkick
time that
Murphys
Immortal
and-
HD will
and-
ever be in
And shipping
Creature
out to
Talk.
Boston is all trademarks of the Dropkick Murphys. We don't know like own any assets
Oh,
or properties
man,
to the
this is just
Dropkick
going
Murphys.
downhill.
I know
Please
that.
check out their
One
website
thing,
and buy
okay,
their shirts.
To wrap this up, on our way back from Boston, we got to the Denver airport and we were getting on the like little train that takes you back to baggage claim.
Oh, yeah.
There was when I went to sit down, I looked and there was a book.
I wonder how. Wait,
This book was sitting there. I don't know how long. It could have been there days. It could have been there weeks.
Or
it
hours.
could have been there minutes.
I'm just
we don't
saying,
know.
Real quick before you continue this, I wonder who actually stays and watched this whole thing to listen to one of the best moments. You out there, listen to this.
We always give them something to say if they've made it to the end.
This part is gonna
Bagosh! That's what you can say.
You better not
They don't
fucking
know how to
skip
fucking
it. You better not
spell
skip it
that.
all the way to
Be
the end.
gosh.
Spell it however you
But
want
gosh,
to spell it.
it's the
So
word.
anyway, I see this book and I sit down and I look at it and I'm like, James,
Yeah, this
I think
entire thing went through his head.
I think I found this, James.
Hey, where's the timer?
I gave it to James.
It wasn't like,
I'm
hey,
counting
there's a
on my
book
fingers.
here.
Anyway, James picked it up and what is it, James? What have we found?
All right, like I said, this is a
Done.
this is a guiding
Oh,
readers.
it took you 5 seconds.
It's done. Man, he just really goes so
You
far.
wanted me to put a stopwatch for a 5-second story. Go ahead.
This is guiding readers and writers, grades 3 through 6.
So this is a book for teachers.
I believe this is a teacher's edition. I'm not
So
sure.
now, are you telling me that you have a new?
it's a teacher's guide.
Are you now?
James's intellect skyrocketed as soon as he picked
He-
the book
he-
up.
Now,
Cookies is-
Jordan, it
I-
is skyrocketed. What is this word that
Thank
you
you,
speak
James.
of?
How it says? How do you say that word correctly?
Spyrocketed.
All right, cool.
Rebecca said that.
All right, so this book.
Okay.
Spyrocketed.
All right, so James found this book and it unlocked a new chapter of his life as a teacher. So
Why do you keep timing him?
because he's a cock, that's why. So James is gonna teach us a few things, and we're gonna absorb this
So I
knowledge.
kind of started this in the car.
Okay.
These are suggestions for embedding test writing skills in writing workshop.
Okay.
Oh boy.
These are probably things that you could probably take and apply to your daily life. I would recommend, you know how they say practice makes perfect.
They do
Perfect.
say that.
They do say that.
They do
Yeah,
say
I've
that.
heard
I
that.
haven't. I have
I've
heard
heard,
that
I've heard
before.
perfect practice
Once.
makes perfect.
My
Yeah, I
dad
added
had told
an
me
L
that.
in there.
After
Yeah.
he beat you?
Yep.
Now.
Listen, I think this would help you the most. Because if you start hitting your dad with some reading comprehension skills, I don't think that he will beat you anymore.
Please teach me the ways of English.
Actually, I think I found a better. I think I
Maybe
found a better
one day
one.
I'll learn more than English, but until then,
Well, don't you know Russian?
All right.
no, I don't.
All right, cool.
All right. So this is a guide for me. Keep
Okay.
that in mind as a teacher.
James.
But
the teacher.
I'm very open. This book, as if it was transparent, you can see everything in it.
All right.
Like,
Even though it's not.
I do not keep things from anybody.
Literature with James.
Even my students. Okay. So this is something that I'm supposed to
I
do.
didn't fucking sign up for this.
All right.
It says that I have to make sure students write several times daily. As I said before, practice makes perfect.
It's
and
true. It's true. If they write constantly,
yes.
they'll get better.
if
You're
you
right.
continue to write,
All right.
if you write, you know, I'm not very much a fan of The Simpsons, but I know that Bart will write on the chalkboard over and over again. You know, repetition, like writing the same thing over.
Wait,
and over.
that's why
If
they were
you
doing that.
put,
They were doing.
if you get a board and you put "Father, please don't beat me," multiple times,
Yep.
it might get the point across. Understand what I'm saying?
He might beat me more for buying a chalkboard than writing on it, though. You
Oh.
know what I mean?
Well, in that case, we have to go to number 2.
Number 2. What is number 2, James?
Please
Number
teach me.
2 is giving students regular opportunities to write to a prompt as well as to self-select topics.
Wait. What does that mean?
Basically, what this means is I could give you a prompt to write about.
Okay.
I mean, that would be the easy way to do it. I
Right.
give you a
That's
subject,
too
you
easy.
write
That's
about
just
it.
way too
No,
easy,
that's
though.
too easy.
The
too
good
easy.
thing about this book
Okay.
is that it guides me to let you be free. Basically, you can pick your own topic.
I feel like a chain.
You
has
have diarrhea?
Wait.
Can't write about
Wait. Kuchar has a good point. What are you
been,
gonna
a
say?
chain has been released.
What do you mean?
My hands were tied before this. I could only go.
A
off
lot
what
of people
teachers would say.
Can I
probably-
shake your fucking hand
Yeah,
right
a lot
now?
of people probably didn't realize that they could, select topics on their own. Like
What?
they feel like, someone has to give the topic.
Wait,
for them.
I mean, have
give
you
me-
ever wrote? Just sat down and wrote?
No,
Have you?
I never. I
I
always
Have
needed
you?
a teacher to tell me.
This is literally like just open up my fucking eyes. I could
Holy
sit down and write about something that I want.
all right.
Yes.
So
Are you kidding me?
Mr. Teacher, know what is the third step? If there's one.
If you need to go to step number 3.
Oh my God.
This is up to me again.
Can we-
Okay.
I am supposed
What
to.
we- What?
Do we want to go to step number?
I think.
three right now?
Wait,
This is
Can
the
we make a
discretion
come on.
of
Listen,
discretion
there's
of the
pinky cross.
teacher.
You got a pinky cross.
Kuchar, the pinky.
We're going to
The
step 3
student
together.
step three.
Together, we're going to step 3.
We're the
it.
James is the teacher. We're the students. We're absorbing this.
lay it on
Forewarning
us.
here, there's 14 of these steps.
Okay.
Oh.
All right. Give me a second. Can we another pinky promise? Give me another pinky. Give me another. Come on here. Bring it in.
I don't know about that one.
Give me. We'll just do whatever until we get tired. All right.
Until we get tired.
Until we get
Let's make
tired.
it package.
Until we get tired. All right. Good.
14 steps. Okay,
Alright.
number 3 is what you've asked for.
Okay.
I am to provide numerous opportunities for timed writing.
Wait. What do you mean? You're gonna allow me?
Basically, you can either take the subject I give you, or you can pick your own.
Man.
But I have to time you on it.
Wait.
Much
wait.
like you were timing him when he was telling a
It
story.
was a challenge. That was a challenge for me.
I have to time people
This
when they
gives,
write.
an amazing opportunity for people's minds to grow because they cannot do this
You have
over
to be
a day.
how I say, and I've patented this.
Right.
Uh-huh.
Quick on your feet.
Quick on your feet.
You have to be quick
I
on your
swear to
feet.
God, I heard that
TM.
before. I swear
Yes.
to God that I heard that before.
Sometimes I like to say quick
Yeah.
with your hands.
No,
He said
you
it.
haven't.
Quick
'cause
with your hands. I know what that does.
Yes. So I mean,
It frees the bathroom up before your dad gets home.
Before
Beats
that.
you.
oh god,
Anyways,
that was step number 3.
that's step number 3.
All right, wait. The first one I heard is a heavy one.
Step number 4.
Fuck.
Have students revise paper within time limits.
Wait. So I write
So
something.
basically,
Uh huh.
I only have like 50 minutes per classroom.
Okay.
You're right.
So take 20 minutes. You write what you want.
Okay.
It's timed. 20 minutes. You have to finish it by then. The next 20 minutes, you are to revise it yourself.
What if I don't have
Wait a
that
second.
time?
Find your own mistakes.
What?
Is this telling you that you need to actually have this all in the same time? So the 20 minutes has to be used for both the writing and the correction.
Oh man.
That's
so
up
you
to
have
me.
to plan ahead.
That would be up to
man.
me.
You have to. You would have to plan ahead.
I can switch it up.
He's a teacher.
I can switch it up.
He's the teacher.
Okay,
James
okay.
is the
I could do
teacher.
He is the
20. I
teacher.
could
We
do
are
20
the
and 20.
students.
I am a student.
You are.
You are a
improves-
student. I'm a student.
Kuchar-
This
Kuchar's a
improves
student.
time management
Yes.
because you have to plan ahead and say, okay, I only have this
See,
much
that
time
might
to
be,
write.
to be honest
That's-
with me, this is why you're not a teacher and I
Yeah,
am.
that's what.
But,
he does.
Yeah, that
you
makes
know,
sense.
putting that much on one person's plate, it's just too much.
Is
They
it?
don't take it all in. They don't take it all in.
They don't take
You
it all
cannot,
in.
You cannot have them
Some guys can't take
pick
it all
their
in.
own topic.
Some girls can't take it all in either.
Some boys can't take it all in. Some girls can't do
They
it either.
can't pick their own topic, write about it within a time limit,
It's way too much.
revise it, and do all of this within
What do you think this person
10, 20
is?
minutes.
I-
It's just not possible.
I'm sorry, I didn't.
You have to raise your
I
hand.
It's okay.
apologize that I.
It's okay.
You have to
Okay.
raise your hand. Though.
You're ignorant.
You
Yes.
guys-
My ignorance.
Raise your
I
hand.
apologize.
Raise your
Teacher, you
hand
gotta
when
raise
he's
your hand if
when
you're
you.
talking to no.
You're talking
Yeah.
right now.
Yeah, I'm talking to you. Though. I'm not.
Yeah.
talking to
So
you.
what if I want you to raise your hand when you're talking?
No,
to me?
James.
No,
so
because he's a teacher.
he's a teacher though.
So
James is.
Does
the
he
teacher.
consider himself a teacher?
I've been a teacher, probably.
Show me your license. You got a teacher's license, right?
So wait. Can we get?
I think
one?
it's in the back
Can
of the
we-
book
Oh,
here.
it's in
Is
oh,
it?
right there.
There
then.
it is. She's.
There it is under language and world study.
I like that. But
That's his degree.
It's somewhere, I bet.
he's there. But can we get one more and then we can call it a wrap? Because I think this is the hard hitting.
Okay, so we'll go up to 5, and then I'll do the next 5 next time.
Yeah,
I
we'll
like
do
that.
All right, that's fine.
This
that's
is
fine.
teacher time with James.
So what have you guys gathered from now?
All right.
You select your own topic.
I got.
Continue.
About my dad.
I got that. We get to revise our own shit.
Yes.
I mean, but not in that exact words because I'm not a teacher.
I can write for 20 minutes,
You can,
and then I can read my own writing.
and then
Exactly.
fix your
And
mistakes.
fix my
Yes.
mistakes.
You fix your
And
own
that's what's really
mistakes.
Oh wait. So we already have points. Now Kutra has to answer something.
Yeah,
What
yeah.
else?
What else have you taken away from this lesson thus far?
Well, one, my ignorance. I've learned that I should never question the teacher.
Yeah, I know. You should
That-
take that through life.
I will take that. I will take that through everything I do.
Kutra
I
did
think-
raise his hand for this
He
question.
did.
by the
I
way.
did.
I did
I
raise my
did.
hand
Did
too.
you-
You didn't raise your
Well, I
hand.
was talking to you though.
You're an ignorant.
You an ignorant.
I'm ignorant.
You have a lot of teaching
My
to
hand
do,
was stuck
James.
at 5 after he's
There's
done
a lot of teaching we need to
It's
do.
okay. This is a process. We'll get through this. We'll get through this.
I understand.
We're just on step 5.
I am learning.
Thank you, teacher.
I am an open book right
So up to step 4, what have you learned
What do you
other
learn?
than your ignorance?
I learned that we need to learn time management.
time
There is
management.
nothing more important than being able not only to write and to make sense of this idea we come up with, but to be able to put this into amount of time and not slack.
Yeah, man. Good.
Yes.
You tell him!
Because
You
understand,
learned.
Tell him!
You learned.
Tell
man.
him!
You did
Tell
learn
him!
that.
Yeah!
So
understand that there will
Learn!
be time restraints that people will put on
I'm
you.
so passionate about learning right now.
Oh!
You have to put yourself in the shoes
Dick is
of
so hard.
others and think about what you're going to have to do.
Yeah,
before
don't
you
be
do
like
it.
that mom.
Before you do it.
Yeah, that mom didn't think about James' shoes.
Yeah.
Now.
And the color of his shoes and what style they are. and
Exactly.
Yeah,
how
fucking.
fashionable
He
they-
was
If
wearing.
she would have looked at
Reeboks.
that, then she would have known that I'm a poor ass bastard and I couldn't afford a new pair of shoes for the past
fucking
10
right.
years.
Good. I
No.
love learning. I'm so
Oh
passionate
my
about
God.
this.
Step
My hair
5.
follicles are burning right now.
Step 5.
Step
Gentlemen.
5. Here we go.
guys, this is a big one.
Hold
All
my hand.
right.
I got you. Give me here.
Listen.
I smelled it.
I am to teach, and you are to learn, a variety of planning techniques, such as,
There's more.
but
to
not
this.
limited to,
This is more than one thing. This is way too much.
note taking.
What?
Note taking!
Oh my god.
Note taking!
Note taking.
Note
We're-
taking!
we're gonna
take
take-
the fucking
He's
notes
taking
down.
notes right now.
He's taking notes right now.
Note
He's
taking.
writing down note taking.
I-
Note.
Note taking.
He wrote something. What did he wrote?
He
Note
wrote
taking.
One.
Note
One.
taking.
Number 1.
Note
Note taking.
He
taking.
wrote.
King.
Kucha wrote.
Note
I
taking.
took this note.
Note taking. Note taking.
Repetition.
Note taking.
Repetition. That's
Repetition.
I see what you did there. It
Now
was a-
you know. Note taking.
Repetition.
taking.
This next one you probably didn't see coming.
Uh-oh.
Listing.
Fuck!
Was it
You
that
probably
thing?
didn't think about that one.
No, I didn't even know that was a word.
Is that a different thing?
Listing.
It's Listing.
Listing.
Listing. Listing.
Listing.
Bullet points, numbers, as he's doing right now.
He's doing bullet points and numbers.
Bullet
I
points
am
and
right next to
numbers.
each other. That's extra credit right
The
there.
more
Extra
you do it,
credit
the
right
more
there.
you
Got
do
extra
it.
credit.
Fuck. He put 2 bullet
Do we have
points.
scores
And
on
the
this?
last
Oh,
one.
I'm sorry.
Oh,
The
the-
last what was it?
Do we have scores on this?
Wait, it scores in
Right
who's the
now,
better student?
everybody's passing with flying colors except him.
Who's him?
He's the one
Yes.
taking notes.
He's the one doing the.
Yeah, but I mean that doesn't redeem your ignorance.
Oh,
Oh, he's
yeah,
ignorant.
you're ignorant.
Yeah.
Last but not least here.
Uh-oh. All right, guys.
Okay,
shh.
note taking, listing,
Last one.
webbing.
What?
What?
What is that?
Wait,
Webbing.
webbing.
What
webbing,
is that?
Wait.
Webbing. Wait, watch this.
I don't know.
watch this.
Give me a second. Give me a second. Give me a
Webbing.
second.
What is that?
What
is
is
he
that?
doing? What is he doing?
He's
That-
webbing.
He's
That's
drawing
a
a
web.
spider. He's drawing a spider. Whoa!
He's connecting.
This is why they call it webbing.
Whoa!
Oh!
You
Look
see
at
that
that!
right there?
He webbed!
I
He just webbed!
I webbed into the list.
He
and
webbed
notes I
into the
took.
bullet point notes.
Wait. The dude has bullet points.
Bullet points.
The dude has numbers.
Numbers.
He has the 3 topics and the 4th one on it. I don't know if that's it. No, I'm lying. Man, I have learned too much.
You're welcome.
I think this is gonna be a big thing when it
You are
comes
welcome.
to.
I wonder how many people just skip to this part of the video. They're getting bored and they're just kind of skipping around.
I wonder how many people upload this as its own thing.
They skip here.
I wonder if they're gonna animate this. I want people to
That
animate this
should.
one because this is now an ongoing thing on Creature
So
Talk.
next week we will
What
get
is
the
gonna-
next
what-
5.
What are we gonna call this, Mister?
Thank you, teacher.
We're gonna ask the teacher. What are we
Learning
gonna call
time with James.
it? No,
Learning time with
you're
Noah.
not the teacher
I'm
though.
a suggestion teacher. I'm sorry.
Teacher, what are we gonna call this? What do you want this session to be
Building a foundation for the future.
called? With who?
I don't want to name plug myself.
I'm gonna name plug
He's
for
too
you.
modest for that.
You know what?
He
I'm
just
gonna do
wants
it.
people to
Modest.
learn.
I'm gonna do it for him.
You got punched for.
Ow!
saying
Stop it, Alex.
Your
I'm gonna-
modesty.
I'm gonna-
Look
I'm
at his
gonna-
modesty.
What is it called?
Your
Building
ignorance.
a foundation.
You are
I mean, look at that
ignorance.
kid's face. I changed his life.
Holy shit. Man, I'm gonna call this
Damn right.
building a foundation for the future with James. That's it. Nothing else. No plugs. Just anybody can be named James. I met a lot of people named James in PAX.
James is an ideal.
Now you just underlined that. I haven't taught you that yet.
What? He's.
What the fuck are you doing?
What are you doing?
That's witchcraft.
What are you doing?
That's witchcraft.
What are you doing?
What the fuck?
You don't underline.
What the fuck?
That was not even talk. You
What the fuck?
Gosh.
What the fuck? Where are your notes? Where are your bullet points? Where's your fucking web? That's fucking underlining. There's not even a period at the end of that.
Alex,
There's
come
not
on.
even a period.
Alex, come on, stop.
God damn it! I love learning. I love learning.
I know,
Thanks
Alex.
for joining us for Creature Talk, everyone.
We'll be back tomorrow.
We'll be back next week.
I love learning so fucking much.
I love learning too.
I love learning
know.
so
Alex,
much.
Alex, let it go, man. Alex,
Oh, he's
Alex.
underlining.
Alex, we will
He's
get.
underlining.
Alex.
Why is he doing that?
Alex, you can put bold in fonts.
What?